Y'all, we did it.
What
made it.
What do we do?
We made it through the depths of the off season. We are here for the first episode of what is essentially the 2025-2026 NBA season on this show. Today, you guys see the title. We are talking about teams as they currently stand, not all-time conversations, not evergreen content, not rankings. We're finally here to start our season of NBA previews.
Woo!
Thank God. I was so tired of ranking shit. As fun as it is, actually, I'm lying. Just right before we started the camera, we were ranking sandwich shops. So it made me I'm ranking just a part of my system, a part of my bloodline, yeah. But I'm so happy that we got freshness happening finally.
Yep. Media days are upon us. There's stuff to talk about, new quotes, new teams, new players on every team. And as you see by the title, we're going to tell you guys one thing that we think you need to know about every single NBA team this season. So that's one thing about, the roster turnover, what's going to define their season, something of the sort. But really what this is us talking about these teams together for the first time. We haven't really had a chance to actually talk about the teams as they stand because it's been so much nothing for several months now. So you're kind of going to see us gather our opinions of each team in real time over the next 3 weeks until we get to the fourth episode of this preview series, which will be our, season preview, season predictions episode. So start of a nice little journey.
Once again, let's never forget, we started this offseason with Shams telling us this was going to be the craziest offseason in NBA history, and then nothing happened.
Sharanya, you lied.
He lives here in Chicago. We got to find him, get him on the show, and ask him to atone for his sins.
Oh, yeah, we're pulling up.
He's around here. I don't know where he lives in the city, but I bet it's near us.
He got an answer to the crayon, man. You must.
I bet he's somewhere around the downtown area. We can figure this out. Yeah, but like you said, one thing about every single NBA team, we're going to go division by division, and so we cover all 30 teams in the NBA today, giving you our first impressions of these teams. Yeah. Shout out a new season. Let's get right into it.
The cranium is crazy. Oh my God.
I mean, I really don't know what to say.
Crayon eaters rejoice.
Before we get to the first team we're going to talk about today, the first division, you guys might be coming back to this video for the first time over the offseason because a lot of people check out NBA content over the summer. And if you are one of those people that hasn't been keeping up with us over the summer, you do not know yet that we started an NFL channel. As you guys, if you like us, if you guys like watching us talk about the NBA, I would appreciate it if you checked it out. It is House Call. It is here on screen over on this channel. Same thing as season for football.
Please subscribe.
So we're just under 50K subs right now. We gained since when did we start the show? Like
July?
2.5 months ago?
Yeah, we
In
started
July?
it early July.
Yep. So the same exact content you guys know and love for the NBA, we're doing with the NFL now. So do us a favor, drop a like, subscribe on this channel. Yeah, man. Let's talk about some basketball teams. Let's get into the sport we're all here for.
Let's do it.
Let's start with the New York Knicks. Donovan, I assume they're your team on your list?
No, I didn't have them.
Oh, you know the Knicks? Who are the Knicks?
No,
No, it was not me.
it was you, I think.
What?
It may have been you.
Oh, I did have the Knicks, actually. I forgot about my team. I looked at your shirt, and I just assumed you would have had the Knicks.
No, I have Brooklyn.
Oh,
But
okay.
I don't have the Knicks.
Well, we're going to start in this division. What is it called again?
The Atlantic.
Atlantic Division. We're going to start there. We're going to start with New York Knicks.
Let's make divisions mean something, please.
We'll bring them back single-handedly.
That's what I'm saying. The fact that we don't know divisions of NBA stuff, that's directly Adam's fault.
That's Adam's fault. I guess it
Adam.
is. They directly deprioritized them.
I guess that's true.
Okay, so first team. One thing you need to know about the New York Knicks. This is no longer a Tom Thibodeau team. And I think that will permeate throughout every single fiber of this team's being. Everything about Tibbs is kind of, one note. We know who Tibbs is. We know he will not play his players that are on the bench. He'll play all of his starters 48 minutes. They'll play a certain type of want it more than you basketball offensively with very basic schematics. They're going to put the ball in Jalen Brunson's hands, tell him to go cook, focus on defense, focus on playing his best players. We understand the Tibbs identity, and that's been the Knicks' identity, obviously. Mike Brown is not Tibbs, and I think we'll see a team that relies on depth. He's already talked about in his first time media day that they're not going to allow Jalen Brunson to be so on ball. They're going to try to focus on him being an off-ball player to some degree, which I think every year now we hear about all these heliocentric point guards. I don't know what that'll actually net out as, but at least they're saying that they know that it's not really sustainable to have Jalen Brunson have a 100% usage rate in the late game situations in every playoff game. So we'll see how it plays out, but at the very least, they will change their identity substantially.
Yeah, I actually believe it, just because most of the time whenever that happens, whenever a coach comes in, it's like, yeah, we're gonna have X point guard play off ball. Like, okay, that's fine, but nothing else really changed. But the fact that you went from the coach who says we are going to run this offense because Jalen is going to do absolutely everything. And because the 2 years prior, like as the Knicks have been building up, once we've gotten into the playoffs, Jalen has had to do those things because the roster construction around the Knicks has, like, with either Julius Randle getting hurt or OG getting hurt, you've gotten into situations where Brunson has had to be the primary scorer. So then you go into the next season saying, well, this is what he did in the playoffs. We can do that now.
Yes.
We're finally at a point where we're in year 2 of having Mikal on the team, year 2 of having Cat there. You feel like you have the pieces to not have Jalen, you know, pound the air out of the ball. And that's not even like a bad thing or a knock on him. That's just how Tibbs wanted to play. So I believe Mike Brown when he says that.
I 110% agree, especially considering that we know what level of offensive coach that he is. We know how he's like the vein that he's cut from, the tree that he's come from over the past, like, I don't know what, 15, 20 years of his coaching career. But also what helps back that up is the offseason additions that they made. In Gerson Yabusele. Okay, cool. You got another big OG Anunoby replacement. Okay, cool. On top of that, you got Malcolm Brogdon and also Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson has been a certified bucket for God knows how many years now. You can pencil in 10 to 11 points per game for him. And then also Malcolm Brogdon too is just like a forgotten player because he's been sent to NBA hell over the last few years. But just like 3 years ago, he won Sixth Man of the Year.
Yeah.
And just last year, he just shot like 41% from 3-point line, or 2 years ago now, I guess. And he's been like consistently a good player throughout the entirety of his career. He gets injured a lot, but nonetheless, you still have another option, which relieves so much pressure and gives you more versatility when it comes to your roster.
Yeah, exactly. And they just have other ball handlers that can handle the ball that are guards. You know, last year, I think a lot of the talking points was like, is Mikal going to step into the similar role he had on the Brooklyn Nets, where he's going to be your tertiary ball handler? Are we going to get the OG Anunoby leap? How are we going to use Cat as a high post hub? And all that can still happen. All that, I'm sure, will be a continued focus of Mike Brown to make it so there's 5 ball handling threats instead of 1.5 in late games. But actually being able to bring in 2 more bench ball handlers on top of Miles McBride, which I guess he's not really a ball handler, but he's a guard-sized player.
He's a good player.
Yeah, but you know, not like a creator.
Yeah.
But Jordan Clarkson alone is big there. Yeah, I like Gerson Yabusele is one that we glossed over, but OG is like their only big wing defender.
Yeah.
Mikal Bridges was not a strong defender last year. Certainly not like a strong wing defender. Like he uses like a chaser over screens. Was kind of like the main guy defending small guards so they can hide Jalen Brunson. OG was their only like 3-4 big body sized defender. Gershon will be that. He will be a big body. I can guarantee it.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited about the front court depth because last year, like once Cat was gone, it's like, okay, we're gonna play Precious some minutes and we're gonna wait until January until Mitchell Robinson can come back. You're gonna start this year. A lot of the talk has been, are you gonna start with the double bigs, move Josh Hart to the bench? If that happens, cool, we'll see that. But even when the inevitable, hey, Mitchell Robinson sprains his ankle, he's out for 2 to 3 weeks. You have Gershon, who you can run some small ball 5 with him, and he can still be extremely, you know what you said, extremely strong to play the 5. You have Hook Porty. He got hurt in like February, but he should be fine now. And there were flashes last year of him like actually just playing well in, you know, small spurts and stuff. So yeah, I'm actually really excited for the big rotation for them, and I think like seeing how Mike Brown is going to utilize Cat is going to be really, really interesting because obviously he has the background with the Warriors. And then you talk about his time with Sacramento and you have a big in Sabonis that you are playing this like high post. He's going to be the hub. And so I want to see how much of that can we unlock for Cat really. So like if the Jalen Brunson off ball game, right, is also happening, how much of that is coming from Cat playing, you know, high post, having the ball, you're running some screens through him, running offense through there. Like all of that is going to be super, super interesting. And so I think offensively, like the Knicks are going to be, it's hard to say that they're going to be better just because they were a good offensive team, but I think the versatility and the craftiness and the different amounts of offense should be fun because we were all yelling it during the playoffs and like you get to the last 5 minutes and you knew, all right, we're just going to run this Jalen Brunson pick and roll. He's going to ISO for the last 30 seconds every single time. There's actually going to be plays now.
Yeah, and they did not get the most out of Cat. Like, they did not get the most out of Cat at all. He was not maximized. Whether you feel how you feel about his strengths and weaknesses, how much it contributed to their loss. They weren't getting the most of him offensively, which is like the bare minimum thing you have to do to justify him being on the roster.
Yeah, 110%. I agree. When it comes to having a player like Cat, by his nature, you know that defensively you're cooked. You're gonna have like so many lapses. He's gonna play hard, but sometimes he plays too hard and makes all types of boneheaded plays. And in order to like subside that, you have to have him be as potent as possible offensively. It's like you want to go ahead and you want him to make so much noise, but you were like the Tibbs was like the mute button for him, and he wouldn't allow him to go ahead and like do such things because he wouldn't involve him in the offense. And now, like, I am for sure certain that someone like Mike Brown will be able to do that.
Yeah, and I don't know exactly what the changes will be. He's already talked a little bit about his offensive philosophies, but they won't be no offensive philosophy like it was with Tibbs. It won't be we're going to do the same thing no matter what because we're going to go out our way. You know, there will be adjustments. There will be a focus on depth at least a little bit. And, you know, in the Eastern Conference now, that's, for lack of a better word, wide the fuck open. Everybody has been decimated. That was the top contenders last year outside of Cleveland. The Knicks are the best remaining team that made a deep run last year. And, you know, it's one of those phrases that's like, if you didn't get better, you got worse. Their roster didn't get better necessarily. They got a little bit of interesting piece on the bench. But just by the nature of having a new mind in there, you could easily sell yourself on like, this is going to be a substantively different version of this team that, you know, are as primed as anybody to win this conference.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that they got better.
They did.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I guess when I say that, they got like pieces that didn't have last year. Like I said, they can play depth, but they didn't add like a huge starting piece that would close games and like make us like a huge difference to say they're more likely to beat the Thunder or whatever.
Yeah.
There was not a move in their like handicaps based off of the Karl Anthony Towns move and the Mikal Bridges moves. Like that was it. And I think in terms of like maximizing their potential, picking up guys who didn't have necessarily the most value, but are like actually good guys who can close out potentially on the final minutes of the game, like Garson Yabusele, who shot like 37% from three last year, super underrated player. I think that makes a difference. Will they go ahead and be able to beat a team like OKC or the Nuggets or whoever comes out of the West? I don't know. But did they get better at the end of the day, which is all you can ask for? Hell yes, they did.
Yeah, at the very least, the one thing you know about the team is they got different, even though the players on the team are largely the same, it won't be the same team.
Yeah.
And honestly, I mean, right now, outside of OKC, if the Knicks do end up getting over the hump, they get to the finals, you feel decent about them against anybody, you know, up against outside of obviously OKC, just with everything that they have. But all the teams in the West, and we're obviously going to get to it, but the West is like, especially with OKC's presence, you have this like amazing team in the Thunder, and then everybody else is kind of trying to figure out like where they stand because it's such a log jam in the middle. So you have an easy East. The path to the finals is there. It's like it's obviously let's get a top 3 seed, top 2 seed. Hopefully, you play Cleveland in the conference finals. We'll see what they do, but like that's the road for them.
Okay, sticking out East, continuing to go through the Atlantic Division. Who has the 76ers?
Ooh, that is me.
What is one thing people need to know about the Philadelphia 76ers?
I think the most important thing that we need to know is that the obvious. Joel Embiid, it looks like he is becoming healthier. There was a report that came out a couple of weeks ago, and it was talking about how Joel Embiid's how he entered this offseason was just so simply focusing on health, of course, but he lost a ton of weight, a lot of weight. And having a slimmer Embiid potentially might, I don't know if he's like changing his entire play style or whatnot, but logically it just makes sense for him to be slimmer so he can add a lot less weight to that knee that he has. And it looks like he and this entire team, this might be one of their like last chances, and he's giving it his best shot with it. So Embiid is slimmer. That's what you need to know. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, and currently Embiid is playing basketball. He is available. We don't know how long it'll last throughout the season, if it'll be a thing where he's available for the whole year. But he's on the court right now, practicing full 5-on-5 a few days before preseason training camp begins. Good sign. You know, midway through last year, I think it was like, we have no clue how many games we will see Joel Embiid play for the rest of his 76ers career. Will it be ever a full season ever again? Still don't know for sure, but it's at least a good sign, and that's trending in the right direction. And that's like, you have to start and stop the conversation with, is Joel Embiid going to be there or not?
Yeah.
Because everything else about this team, the interesting young guards, the Paul George of it all, is he going to bounce back? it's a drastically different conversation whether or not he's there.
Yeah, I 100% agree. It all stops and starts with Joel Embiid. You could talk about how interesting it's gonna be seeing year 2 Jared McCain, what type of impact VJ Edgehom's gonna have, what you're gonna see out of Paul George. The last time I heard about Paul George, he had a fucking knee surgery way earlier to start off the offseason. And then like a photo came out of him with so fucking funny of a knee brace outside in the club. So it was just, did you see that picture?
No, I didn't.
Yo, he had a knee brace outside the club and his fit was outrageous, bro. I gotta show you the picture. But yeah, obviously he's important too, but as time goes on, you kind of want to deprioritize that. So that's why Joel Embiid is like him losing weight and being fully healthy, not wearing any type of knee brace or anything like that, is super, super important.
Yeah, and even on top of that too, Joel Embiid is currently healthy. He will be playing. Also, one thing you need to know is I'm pretty sure I can assume this team will not be playing through Joel Embiid quite as much. With the guards they have there, with Tyrese Maxey taking a big responsibility leap, I guess you could say, last year without Joel Embiid for the whole year, and with Paul George being a little cooked, he's ready to have more responsibility. Like you said, year 2, Jared McCain, drafted another guard really high. We'll see what happens with Quentin Grimes. They have so many ball handlers that even when this team was at their best, they didn't have this volume of ball handlers, I think, and this volume of people that can handle the rock outside of Joel Embiid, add Paul George in there, whatever that looks like. So I think we'll see Joel Embiid that even if he's healthy and even if he's able to play and they don't like completely load manage him, they'll load manage him by giving him less usage, I think.
I honestly like
the nice to say moment.
No, like it's not even like nothing nice. It really is just like at this point, I don't know if there's anything substantial, that we can actually say about the Sixers until like at least a month in, right? Because everything that oh wait, what is up?
I got Paul George's knee brace. He's wearing this outside the club.
He's fucking crazy, bruh.
Got the striped shorts, the knee brace with the leg sleeve underneath the knee brace. Some designer shoes. I can't tell what that is. It's like some kind of like designer looking Chucks.
Yeah.
And then the sleeveless top shirt.
He's in his uncle era for sure, man. This is
Wait, is that like a sleeveless mock neck that he's wearing?
oh no,
That
bro.
collar's
Oh, there is a high collar.
He's in his unk era for sure, man. Come on, Paul George. Oh my god.
Was this Fashion Week?
Nah, this is way earlier in like May or June. Way earlier.
Yeah, go ahead. Get that Gap band playing.
But yeah, no, you're right. It is hard to talk about the Sixers just because it's such a big question mark. But so far, we know what this team will be if Joel Embiid is healthy. They'll have a lot of guards. They'll have Paul George as a wing around Joel Embiid. They'll do their thing that they continue to reload young talent around him.
Yeah.
TBD if he stays healthy. But right now, there's no news of anything holding him back. And last year, there also wasn't news. And then like a week before the season started, it was like, oh, fuck, he has this debilitating injury. He might miss the start of the season. And then it snowballs from there. So thus far, no bad news. It's not good news, but it's the absence of bad news is what we can report today.
And that's a win. That's
Correct.
A win.
Correct. It's a massive win.
It's a win. So you got it.
All right, what's one thing people need to know about the Brooklyn Nets?
They used all of their first round picks on point guards, and so now they just have a logjam. And like, we still don't know, even after the entire offseason, we didn't find out a damn thing about this team. All we know is like that they had a need, and they said we are going to try and fix it this year. But they're going to be one of the weirdest teams, and also like one of the worst teams, obviously, just because they don't have a lot of talent, but you have to figure out like how these point guards are going to fit. You have to figure out where you want to put everybody, and then at the same time, you have Cam Thomas, who just signed his qualifying offer, who is trying to get his game off so that he can show the rest of the league, I can hoop, I deserve X amount of dollars. And then you also traded Cam Thomas away to Cam Johnson away to bring in Michael Porter Jr. And he is like, hey, I just got shipped out of this title team. Let me show everybody that I can get my game off and I deserve to be like on a contending team type of thing. And then you also have Nick Claxton, who people have had in trade rumors. So you have all of these young pieces that you're trying to figure out for the future. However, nobody else on the roster is a part of this team's future.
Yeah, like this team is so hard to dissect because, like you said, they have 5 different like guards. They have, or not guards. They have one big guy, who's a bucket as well. Forget his name, but this team everyone is like on a different page. Like everyone's entirely different pages and sectors of their career, and nothing feels cohesive about this at all, other than Cam Thomas and Michael Porter Jr. just trying to get their buckets off.
I disagree with everything you guys have said.
Whoa.
This feels very cohesive to me. This feels cohesive in the way that everybody understands that they are trying to be the worst team in the NBA. And that they are trying to tank. To me, this insane draft class, we talked about it. It was in our opinions, and based on our evaluations of these players, a poor use of the assets, right? Maybe we're wrong. Maybe one or two of these guys hits. Who's to say? But either way, they made this abundantly clear. They are committed to tanking now. Last year, they weren't committed to tanking, and it cost them. They didn't get a top 5 pick in this class. They will get a top 5 pick in this class. I guarantee it. They got rid of all their veterans. They have a fuck ton of rookies. I promise you they're going to be aiming to flip Cam Thomas and Michael Porter Jr. and probably Nick Claxton as time goes on. These veterans are not safe. At least one of them, maybe all three, we dealt the deadline. This will be a year of let's see which point guard can be interesting. Let's see if Danny Wolf is interesting and see who we can draft top 3 next year.
That's a hell of a process, though. I hope that's the case. That's the smartest process to go about it when it comes to flipping out to Cam Thomas and also Michael Porter Jr. and Nick Claxton, who has like underrated trade value, while also because it's been diminished too.
Yeah.
That's the smartest way to go about it, especially considering that just the last offseason, they went ahead and traded away Mikal Bridges and were able to get all of their picks back pretty much from the Houston Rockets, and also flip him away or ship Mikal to the Knicks too. Hopefully that is the case. But man, I just don't trust the process of these guys.
I don't think so I agree with you. It's hard to trust their process. They're not going to have a choice. Let me show you this again. This team is dog shit. Like, I'll be shocked if this team has one of those sneaky close to playing seasons again like they usually do. This team sucks, man. Like, a big part of why they were always so sneaky is because they had guys that were like veterans, like they could play. Who's the vets on this team? Michael Porter Jr. and Cam Thomas?
Oh my God. MPJ's your vet. Oh, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, look,
They have a really good coach, but this team is horrible. Like, this is a terrible, terrible roster. There's no, I was going to say there's no passing talent, but shout out Igor Demin and Trey Orr. Like, maybe those guys will come in, but they're rookies that have questionable handles, questionable downhill ability. I'm not sure they're going to maximize their playmaking in year one. So they're going to be playing through Cam Thomas, Terrence Mann, and Michael Porter Jr. as ball handlers.
Dude, they have no vets.
And no passing.
That's a lost art in the NBA today, man.
Very little defense. That's not a good defensive unit either. Shout out Michael Porter Jr.'s weak side shot blocking. Shout out Nick Claxton's switching ability. 1 through 3 is fucking turnstiles. This team will be atrocious.
Yeah, and we'll see, but like it was supposed to be like that last year, and they didn't make the move.
You're right. But also they're worse now. Like,
they were like last year. If there was ever a time to be like, or to signal to everybody that hey, we're in our rebuild, it's what they did last year. And like Mo said, you get your picks back. Why the moment that like 2 games in a row were won and they were starting to be frisky? It's like, hey, like you guys clearly don't understand what's going on now. You guys are out of here because I need you guys to understand nobody's bigger than the program.
Yeah.
And Dennis Schroeder tried to make himself bigger than the program, and they were trying to win games last year. So I think like we've seen this team be a little frisky, and then the front office still not really, really harp on getting, assets moving forward. So like you say that everybody is gonna get traded. I wouldn't be shocked if we get past the deadline and all of these guys are still here. Like,
that's fair. But I will say, even if they are still here, this team will still suck.
Yeah.
This is substantially different.
That's also true.
Having Dennis Schroeder, Cam Johnson, and Dorian Finney-Smith, substantially better than whatever the fuck they're doing here with Terrence Mann and Michael Porter Jr.
I will say,
What's
this
over?
team genuinely needs to get good, quick, get decent, fast, because yes, like they did trade for their own picks back, but there's some stipulations in the draft picks that they were able to get back. In the year 2027, they do have their own pick. Great, that's next year's draft. But Houston has the right to swap for the worst pick also. So like you can walk away with some, but not necessarily your own.
Wait,
draft
they have a
pick
swap
back.
for this year?
For 2027.
Okay, but 2026, do they have their own pick?
Yeah, this year they have their own pick.
Okay,
but
so-
next year they don't. But in 2028 they have their own pick again.
All right, so we got to have a perfect 1-year rebuild.
Exactly. They have to get as dog shit as possible.
And listen,
if
there's
that's
3
the
stars.
process,
There's
cool.
3 stars in this draft class. They
Yeah.
better get one of them.
Yeah, they have to get one.
Well, I don't know. Listen, Utah's trying to make a run too. Like they might get beat out. Now, I just checked their over under 20 and a half.
28 and a half?
20 and a half.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Is that the lowest in the league?
It should
maybe.
be.
It
I hope so.
probably is.
No, it has to be the lowest in the league.
Yeah, it's got to be. There's not many teams that are like complete piss right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So under?
I never know how to do over under when it's 20. Like,
Yeah.
that's so hard to predict.
They got 5 rookies, bro. I'm going under.
Yeah,
I'm
I
going
mean,
under.
20 is a very low number, but yeah, there's very like Cam Johnson.
Oh,
is,
no, it's not the lowest.
who do you think is the lowest?
Not
I gotta think about
Washington.
this.
Not Washington.
No,
Can't be
it's a
Utah.
very clear answer. Who's the
Oh,
lowest?
am I just forgetting about somebody? Who is it?
It's the Utah Jazz.
I'm actually surprised. I actually
got
feel
Lauri
like the Jazz
Markkanen.
will have a better season than every
Yeah.
year. I say this about the Jazz, and I'm wrong, but
Ooh, they did lose Colin Sexton. They don't have Jordan Clarkson anymore too. John Collins is not there as well.
you're right. They did also bleed their veterans.
Fuck.
I still like. I hate this roster for the Nets. I still think.
Yeah, I
I'd pick the Jazz.
still 5 rookies is atrocious, bro.
The-
I'm sorry.
yeah, so-
I trust their head coach. Oh, actually, no, both good head coaches.
The,
Yeah.
the Jazz are at 18 and a half.
Okay.
So-
Damn, we're 3 teams in, 27 minutes. We are so slow.
I know.
Listen, man, it's the first episode of the season.
Yeah,
this
we're
is
having so much fun.
this is gonna be a 4-hour episode. Deal with it.
Yeah.
All right,
No,
next,
100%.
next team in this division, Toronto Raptors. I have them. One thing you need to know about the Raptors, that because you probably haven't thought about them for even more than just the summer. You probably haven't thought about them for a year, 2 years, 3 years,
6 years.
4 years, 5 years is in the table.
Nah. You can say 5. The year after they won the title.
Okay.
The bubble.
All right, so you probably haven't thought about them in 4 years. One thing you need to know about this team is Brandon Ingram does exist, and he does play for the Raptors. I know that's surprising because he hasn't played basketball in a very long time, in essentially 2 years. He does exist, and I think that why I'm saying this is it will make a substantial difference. His presence coming to this team for the first time after being traded there last year, not playing a single game, he will, for lack of better words, save the Scotty Barnes PR. I think it's going to be substantively better for Scotty Barnes to play next to Brandon Ingram. I think you're going to kind of see this season those two work pretty well together, allow Scotty Barnes to not have all the shot making burden in the world on his shoulders. Brandon Ingram is still a good player. He's completely forgotten about. And I'm not here to say whether or not he's like a star or a winning player or whatever, but him as a shot maker and his ability to get his own buckets and relieve that pressure off of Scotty Barnes, I think you're going to see this team once again be thought about as, a team with an interesting young star and not this team in wasteland.
I disagree because I think both of those things are true. I think that they will be looked at as a team with a young star and also quote unquote wasteland. Because I don't know if Toronto has any idea how any of this is gonna fit. And you still have the Emmanuel Quickley situation of it all.
Yeah.
In that you gave this guy $175 million and you still don't know if he is like a decent player for you.
Mm-hmm.
You have BI, you have Scotty. You're still trying to figure out like, okay, like you
Honestly-
like you have an idea of what Scotty is, but like you still are trying to like solidify that.
I don't feel like it's that. I mean, I get why we say that because they're in such disarray and they make such weird decisions. Like you say, extending Manuel Quickley pretty early, taking that bet, didn't pay off. Getting Ingram, never once playing them together, making Scotty be like a point guard last year. Everything's like weird. So I get why there's not a reason to have faith in them. I think we've seen exactly how to use Scotty, and it was when they had Pascal Siakam on the roster. Scotty Barnes was fantastic as a secondary ball handler, setting screens, pick and popping, rolling, operating the short roll, doing some high post stuff. Doing the stuff he does now, just without the burden on his shoulders of him running a pick and roll being the entire offense, having a guy to play off of and defer to and play a two-man game with. Scotty Barnes, I mean, Pascal Siakam and Ingram are very different players, but they are both like big ball handlers that can operate from that high post area in like similar ways. Like, I think it'll be a return to that exact role for Scotty Barnes.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And I think honestly, like the Raptors are probably going to be one of, if not, and I'm just going to say one of the more underrated teams in the NBA because thinking about the Brandon Ingram and Scotty Barnes duo, again, in a more demeaning way to say this, Brandon Ingram might on the most like low-key level change Scotty Barnes' broke-ass life for sure.
I agree.
Because like this, he hasn't had this level of explosive score in a long ass time. And on top of that too, when I'm thinking about like the rest of this roster and how they form really well against or around Scotty Barnes, they also have RJ Barrett too, which I almost like fucking completely forgot about. For a second, I feel like they're trying to figure out a way to move off of him, but I guess like the right opportunity wasn't there necessarily. So they have him, Grady Dick, like showed to make sizable improvement. Of course, like throughout the first, 2 months of the season last year, he was averaging like 21 points per game, looking like a breakout star and all that.
2
And then
months, it was more like 2 weeks.
yeah, and then all that shit fell to the depths of hell, and his efficiency tanked. But now, needless to say, you can put him back to where he should be, which is just like a supporting role, supporting cast player, averaging like 10 points, 11 points, being an efficient shooter. Emmanuel Quickley is like a huge X factor, of course, a fucking terrible contract, but you don't ask a lot. You don't ask a lot out of him, considering like, okay, you have your go-to scorer, you have your probably go-to playmaker between the two and Scotty Barnes and Brandon Ingram. You just need him to be decent. I think this team is set up to actually make the playoffs this year, considering how down bad the East is.
So I agree with that, but I also think, and this is kind of why I feel like the clarity that you may think will happen with them might not happen, might not actually be the case, because the East is so bad that like you can be you can actually be a 12 seed, but because of what this year is going to look like the Raptors, if the Raptors were the 8th seed in the East, it wouldn't shock me. But then we get to next year and teams start to come back, and so then you have this idea of what your team actually is. But then the conference gets a little bit stronger, a little bit healthier, and then you're right back to the position that you're in. So that's why I don't think that they're going to take as meaningful of a step this year to where you can go into next year and say, oh yeah, we're actually legitimately one of the 6 best teams in the conference.
Yeah,
and that's why I feel like the quote unquote like wasteland type of vibe might still be here next year.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything about them being good. I'm only focusing on Scotty Barnes will be playing with Brandon Ingram now, and that will be good for him. Because at one point we were talking about Scotty Barnes as this like upcoming star, young player. Last year he looked like an upcoming role player. He did not look like anybody that should be the foundation of a team in a meaningful way. And I think currently the conversation around his name is like, y'all got to stop with this Scotty Barnes nonsense. He's so overrated. And that's deserved after last year. I'm just saying that this year, Brandon Ingram will help him get closer to the people that are optimistic about him. I do still think I'm like done imagining him as being like a true like top tier, like all-star level talent. He's a tertiary player, I think, in terms of like he needs to be your team's secondary star playing off of the best player on a team. And not to say Ingram is better than him or is that, but he'll be the main offensive option. Brandon Ingram, that is. Yeah. So I just think we'll see Scotty Barnes slot into a better role for him that will get, even if it's not that he's back on like great player trajectory, you at least will know what it looks like when Scotty Barnes is used the way he should be used.
Yeah. I am going on record saying that I think they will be good this year. Are they going to be great? Am I like looking into 2027? Hell no, I'm not doing that right now. But as of right now, I'm just saying like they're going to be definitely a playoff team. They should be. It'll be a major embarrassment if they're not.
Okay. Last team in this division is the Boston Celtics. Quick one. This year is all about retooling. That's all you got to know. This team, the roster right now is completely unserious, and that's by design. They lost Al Horford. They lost Kristaps Porzingis. Their big man rotation is now Neemias Queta, Chris Boucher, and they also lost Luke Cornett. So Neemias Queta, Chris Boucher, and one more person I'm forgetting that should not be playing big minutes for a team and trying to be good. That's an unserious front court. They did add Anthony Simons, which I guess is interesting because he's kind of a flawed player that I'm also kind of like out on expecting to make some big leap. But on a team that is all about volume of threes, getting them off with quick trigger, off the dribble, off the catch, variety of ways, I think he probably will fit in pretty nicely in a Joe Mazzulla system. I think we'll see an Anthony Simons that plays like Derek White on offense, which is better for him than what he was doing in Portland. And I think they'll probably flip him at the deadline to a team that needs that exact thing. I think that'll be the theme of this season is Brad Stevens will make all the moves necessary to maximize what they can be next year, whether that's flipping players at the deadline or if Anthony Simons is better than I'm expecting and he's just like really good and he's a new part of the rotation, so be it. They'll figure out what's going to be best for them in 2027. I think they'll probably trade for a big man at the trade deadline if something is available for a team that's trying to sell. Again, everything will be set them up for next year.
Yeah, let's see what I'm curious because like now Jaylen Brown, the world is your oyster at this point. This is finally, and obviously it's not like an amazing situation, but now you have the opportunity to get all the shots you want, have the ball in your hands as much as you want. So it's a good situation for him in his individual game to be able to get off, especially since last year was a down year for him, and so now you have an opportunity not only to have this bounce back just off of regular like positive regression, but now because of the volume and the opportunity that's there. So it's a good situation for him. So I'm very interested to see what he looks like, because obviously when Tatum comes back, depending on how he looks early, like is this team gonna instantly be in playoff contention again? That a lot of that depends on obviously Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum.
Yeah, it'll probably be good for his development too. Maybe we can get him, Derek White, Anthony Simons, Peyton Pritchard, whoever else is going to be like a player that you think is going to be there for the following year. Hopefully they can get a like Jaren Jackson 2 years ago arc where they have to deal with so much usage on a shit team, and it's kind of really stress testing the limits of their ball handling. Maybe they can get better for it. That'll be a thing. It'll be half the season is that stress testing Jaylen Brown's handle, Derek White's playmaking ability as a lead point guard, all of this. And then half of it is Brad Stevens playing fantasy football. Just selling high, buying low, doing all the maneuvers he can to maximize assets for the next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, the conversation's pretty simple, sadly to say, for the Boston Celtics this year.
Yep. All right, let's move on to the Pacific Division. Who has the Clippers?
Oh, that's me.
What is one thing people need to know about the Los Angeles Clippers?
Understand that they are the unction.
Okay.
They did bring in Bradley Beal. They did bring in Chris Paul. They did bring in Brook Lopez. And obviously they have this whole Kawhi thing going on right now. Guess what? It's not going to get resolved in the next 2 weeks, right? This investigation on the Kawhi, Ballmer, cap circumvention, whatever, that's not going to get done before the season starts. However, we know Kawhi Leonard, and we know that he is not going to play 82 games. He's probably going to play somewhere between 47 and 55 games. So whenever that happens, you do have a Bradley Beal there that can keep up the scoring with James Harden, who was a little bit less efficient. You've seen it's harder for him to be like this offensive engine. You have a Chris Paul there that can take just a little bit of the ball handling rotation. You have Brook Lopez, who can play 15 minutes behind Zubac, who can also split backup center time with John Collins. The Clippers have a lot of looks that they can throw. They have a lot more versatility, and the value and the mismatch and, I guess like the patchwork that they've done to this roster, it's kind of okay. It's fine.
Good.
Yeah.
You know what's weird? The one thing I would say you need to know is this team is simultaneously much deeper and much more versatile, like you said, but also not that different. Like, I feel like both are true in that I'm with you. Like, they are clearly very versatile for all the things you said. Now, they have 3 big men they can play in a variety of ways. Cool. They have 3 playmakers they can use in a variety of ways. Cool. All the wing defenders in the middle that they had last year with Derrick Jones Jr., Chris Dunn, all that. Cool. All that on paper is, like, very interesting. I still feel like they're not that different in terms of how I'm expecting them to make it further in the playoffs. They are still a James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Zubac-led team. The pieces in between are slightly better, slightly more multiple in the looks they can give. But I don't feel like my opinion on them really changed despite all those changes.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's going back to similar conversation when it comes to the New York Knicks too. Like, they got better. They're genuinely a better team on paper. But when it comes to thinking about their final outcome, it's probably going to be the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Just the process might look a little bit better. You can genuinely tell that this team is taking steps. And that's all you can ask for a team that's going through, for a fan base that's going through the type of things that they've been going through for like their entirety of their existence. So,
and it makes me feel like I'm like disrespectful to them because by not like caring about the improvements they made. And like, it's not that I don't care. Like, I do I like the changes they made. Like, they are a better team for it. But when I look at them versus the other 2 to 3 best teams in the conference, I'm like, I still have the same amount of faith I had before of you being able to beat these teams, just because no matter what, we still have the reliability of Kawhi Leonard. We still have to deal with the playoff James Harden of it all. Like, I don't feel substantively different. And I can't tell if that's just a indictment on their core or if that's me overlooking them too much. I don't know.
No, it's a combination of everything. Because one, like they are who they are. Like, at a very foundational and franchise level, the Clippers are the Clippers.
Yeah.
And you have playoff series like last year where they really should have won that first round series against Denver, and they fumbled every opportunity that they had to win specific games, to gain advantages in that series. And they didn't take advantage. And then you replace Kawhi Leonard with Bradley Beal, who, guess what, also doesn't play a lot of games. You brought in Chris Paul, who is 40 years old. I'm glad he played all 82 games. That's probably not going to happen again with somebody who is as old as Chris Paul is for the NBA. And also the same thing with Brook Lopez, who is getting up there. So your team is an aging team who is relying on veterans to push you forward, and you have to kind of deal with availability issues. And you brought in aging veterans who have availability issues. So like you double down on really who you were before. And so that's why it's fair to look at them and say like, yeah, I don't know if you guys are actually going to get over the hump because you just kind of added to what you were, but it lowers the I think the variance of what the team can be this year.
Yeah, and John Collins moves me. That's the one that moves me the most, is having a strong forward that can be not like defensive needle mover necessarily, but a good defensive complement to Kawhi and Zubac. That's just a very strong 3-5 of good team defenders that can move and have a lot of strength to not attack mismatches there. That moves me, especially with his shooting. That moves me. Then he can be a roll man as a small ball 5. Like his addition, I like a lot. Bradley Beal, we're just going to be sold on the fact that Ty Lue saying I can fix him. I can make him play defense in my environment. That's pretty much what he said when he asked about over the summer. Is we've seen Brad Beal play defense in the right environment. I can make that environment. I hope you're right. But as of now, I don't see him as that big of a needle mover from Norm Powell. So I don't care at all about Chris Paul being added in his last season of his career. So it's really, they add John Collins to a good team, and I think that matters, but doesn't make me think they're going to beat the Clippers, beat the Thunder, beat the Cavs, whoever it may be.
Yeah, I think going back to the John Collins and Bradley Beal discussion, I think Bradley Beal is just simply like a Norm Powell filler. I don't have any real expectations, and I don't really care about his addition. I think going back to the John Collins thing, that should move this team a lot more, considering no real expectations should be set or put on John Collins defensively, because that's always just been a slippery slope throughout the entirety of his career. But what he does on offense and how he just gives him another like genuine, good, consistent option when it comes to his ability to do a little bit, just 1% of like pull up mid-range stuff, is a good layer to have, considering that your second option on offense is a 36-year-old, or how old he is, James Harden, who has all these lapses. John Collins is also like a 40% three-point shooter. That's an insane that's an insane layer that he was able to add to his game as his career went on, and also the lob threat that he has as well.
Right.
Like James Harden hasn't had a lob. Well, I guess he played with Derrick Jones Jr. last year, which was great. But having a big man lob threat who can set better screens is genuinely different. So I think it moves. It doesn't move mountains.
Yeah. For a regular season, though,
it moves anthills.
They are a great regular season team. This will be a solid 4 seed that, like, you never know what happens in the playoffs. So I'm not saying this to disparage them. I'm just saying, I'm trying to think about, like, big picture. Do I think this is like a real contending threat? I don't think so.
Yeah.
But, we're in a weird in-between era where they're making the most of the Kawhi Leonard era as he rides out his contract. This is pretty much the best I could hope for around this Kawhi Leonard, James Harden duo.
Yeah, I agree.
So shout out them. Next up, the Golden State Warriors. One thing you need to know about this team, Jonathan Kuminga looms large. That's what you got to know, is not shit has happened this summer because Jonathan Kuminga does not have a contract. And the threat of Jonathan Kuminga playing for this roster looms large because they have to plan around him right now. And that's the reason they haven't signed everybody else, because they don't know where his contract's going to fall. Yeah. Whether it be him taking the qualifying offer, him getting the big contract he wants, them agreeing to a middle ground. It's all still TBD. I don't even think we have any reporting on where that's going to go. And training camp starts in like a week. It's crazy how much is holding everything up. We assume as soon as that finalizes, they will sign Al Horford, they will sign Gary Payton, and they will sign Anthony Melton. That's what the presumption. Those guys are free agents because they're waiting for them. Cool. I like Al Horford coming in. I don't know how to feel about that or anything else until we get this Kuminga thing figured out. Because we have to imagine if he stays and they do some kind of deal, they're also going to have to massage in, if he's on a qualifying offer, he wants to get touches and be able to prove that he, can earn money from another team in the summer. So he's going to want touches. He's going to want to start.
What he said.
I got some bad news for you. I have terrible news for you. You haven't gotten the touches that you wanted in 4 years. And you think that now, because it's a contract year for you, they're going to be like, oh yeah, let's give Kuminga 20 touches a game.
Exactly.
Dude, no. Like that's just not how
and
it's
that's my
roll.
point. So that's half of it. Then what do you, so what's the conclusion from there? The conclusion is he's going to be pissy all year? So what, you got to trade him? Who wants him? There was talks about the Kings wanting him.
Who wants him?
There was talk about the Kings wanting him.
Who wants me?
No, 100%.
What's funny is the Kings apparently wanted him, and the Warriors had no interest in Malik Monk, which is crazy to me. I think Malik Monk is good. So that was the one suitor that was reported, and they were like, nah, keep Malik. We'd rather have Kuminga, I guess. Yeah. So if he's there, it will change so much about how the team has to play to try to get the most of him. If he's not there, now what do we point to as like the athleticism boost around our 3 veterans? Like, it's a really, really bad situation, I think, with him being the deciding factor for this team in the good and the bad.
Dude, again, how they've managed this entire young core situation and the whole like timeline thing or whatever the fuck we've all been talking about over the last few years has genuinely been disastrous. And I'm happy, like, Steve Kerr throughout this summer genuinely admitted that, like, yo, like he being on the Warriors saved the second half of his like life career or whatever, and he is very proud of what he was able to do. Steph Curry saved his career, blah blah. But one thing that he admitted in that podcast that stuck out like a sore thumb, and I loved it because it's like 100% real. He is not a coach who develops a young talent. That's what he said out loud. That's not his bag. That's not what he grew up on doing. That's not a skill set necessarily. We see that like bleeding through, and John Kuminga of it all. There was this one report I saw, I think this morning or late last night. It was probably this morning, where Jimmy Butler hosted a private workout for all of his teammates, and pretty much everyone showed up except for Jonathan Kuminga. So no surprise because he's still in these weird contract negotiations or whatever. But it's just like easily one of the most annoying storylines that we've had to deal with the Warriors over the last few years.
Yeah. Jonathan Kuminga is the only player from the Warriors' tentative roster absent for the informal minicamp organized by Jimmy Butler. So I guess it's understandable. He's currently in a contract negotiation. He doesn't know if they're going to keep him or trade him. So he's like, I'm going to stay home. Not a great look, but I guess I understand it. Kuminga doesn't have a contract and remains a free agent, despite the Warriors offering a 3-year, $75 million deal.
Dude, that's a good deal.
If he passed up on that, he's fucking insane.
Dude, that's a great deal for him. This is literally like a damn near Dennis Schroeder, like, oh, you lost on a bag type situation.
Man, that's crazy that should have turned that money down.
Yeah.
He says it wasn't true, but I don't know. Reports never lie. I've never seen a fake report on Twitter.
Fair. I do think that the Warriors at this point, yes, it would be nice to have, especially if you're bringing in Al Horford. It would be nice to have some athleticism alongside the four or the other three guys who are also super old. However, the vibes are just bad, and like for all the things that you said, even if he is going to be there, what's he going to be like? He's going to be in a bad mood for the whole year, and we are in the twilight years of the Steph Curry, the Draymond Green era, all of this stuff. Do you really want to go out with bad vibes because of Kuminga? Like, if, like it would be something different if we get to the end of the year and like Jimmy Butler is in a bad mood, and it's like, okay, we took a swing, we try to bring him in, try to extend the shelf life of this core, but it just didn't work out. But for Kuminga, I don't think that's worth it. So if I were them, at this point, where do you want to go? And we'll send you off. We'll pack your bags, right? We got the Uber Black outside ready for you. But like, I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze at this point. And for him, listen, man, just play this year out. Go to Brooklyn next year. I promise you they have spots open. You can score 20 in Brooklyn.
Yeah, and I hope they trade him because, like I said, it's very hard to evaluate this team with this big of a swing factor because it'll be the same conversation we have every year where we'll have a couple weeks where Kuminga's three-point shot is hitting and we know he can slash. He's a legitimately great slasher. That's a standout skill he has. It's just the rest of it to build off of that hasn't really developed in any meaningful way. But there will be a week where the season starts. He shoots 42% from three on 5 attempts a game for 4 games, and he's slashing off of that, and it's looking really good. We're saying, wow, that is the elite scorer they need off of their 3 veterans who are like ideally the playmakers, right? And the shooters and everything around that, defenders. He'll make perfect sense. And then the shot won't fall for a week, and he'll play bad off-ball defense, give up nonstop cuts, not hit the boards as strong as you want him to, miss passing reads in the motion offense, and we'll say, what the fuck? Are we going to hope for the best or get him out of here? Everything will be defined by him, and that's without getting into the fact we don't know if he'll be there or not.
Yeah.
It's a messy situation.
I just wish there was like a real moment where he looked himself in the mirror and like saw how limited his options are, bro. If your options are so limited and there's only like 2 teams that might want your services, your abilities, and what the best version of you could potentially be, something is entirely fucked. And you need to put your head down and like actually lock in and do things that make you
great
like,
lock-in.
the little shit,
lock-in.
bro. Exactly. You need to get to that point.
Okay. So what do you think about this proposed
He needs
trade?
what's that thing called? A 75 hard?
Oh, yeah.
He needs a 75 hard, man.
Yeah.
What do you think about this trade idea that Bleacher Report wrote up? Him sending him to the Bulls, sending Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and a 2028 first-round pick, and the Warriors get Kobe White and Jalen Smith. I don't know why
the fuck would the Bulls want to do this?
Well,
I mean, you get a first round pick.
I mean,
I
I understand why the Bulls would do it. If you're the Warriors, like, we're getting really, really small then. Like if you ship out Moody and Kuminga, you're tiny.
Yeah, Kobe White's good, but yeah, very small. I never liked the idea of pairing Steph Curry with another like point guard-ish type body.
Mhm.
And I know Kobe White is like a off-ball player to some degree. He can be a combo guard. Defensively is what I mean. Like I never liked that idea of small guards. Like even the Jordan Poole thing, like there's a reason it didn't work out in the playoffs. And Jordan Poole, like offensively, was kind of like the perfect version of that for Steph Curry. I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean they were.
Who's Kuminga's agent? He got the same agent as Ace Bailey.
Ace Bailey actually let
Oh,
go
yeah,
of his
he fired
agent.
He fired his ass.
Yeah.
Sorry, Omar.
Exactly.
All right, next team is division. Who has the Sacramento Kings?
Not me.
Thank
Thank goodness
it's not you. It might be you, Isaac.
No.
Please don't tell
No,
me.
I get. Oh no, I do. I thought I gave it to you.
Yeah.
Who did I give you?
Orlando Magic.
Oh, okay.
Thank God.
I wrote we'll breeze past the Kings because I wrote they did one thing you know is they did absolutely nothing to change their team. They did not shit to change their team.
I remember there was some point in the offseason where Domantas Sabonis like had walked into the Kings front office. He was like, "What's the plan? What are we doing?
Yeah, he's like, what's the move, y'all? What we trying to do?
What's the vibes?"
And they're like, you see it, it's not changing. You already know. And yeah, that's the thing. Like they're just continuing. Oh, you know, I saw this. I didn't know this until I was listening to the Zach Lowe podcast. They hired an assistant GM who used to work on ESPN and had an article where he said Zach LaVine is not a winning player.
yeah.
He shouldn't be given the money he's given. And the Kings hired him. And they had to have a conversation between him and Zach LaVine to be like, it was all content, dude. It's all love. I want to play for you. I love you on the roster I'm now helping manage. Cap.
Dude,
I
what the
promise you
fuck?
they would trade him if they could. They clearly
He finna get moved.
Jesus Christ.
But I like, what can they do? They still have DeMar. They still have Zach LaVine. They still have Sabonis. That's their team. They're still banking on Keegan Murray to be all the defense, all the spacing. Good Lord. They still traded their point guard and elevated Malik Monk, who was a very good secondary playmaker. It did not work well with him and Zach LaVine as the main two ball
Should be
handlers.
your point guard.
Yeah, like it just didn't work. Like in the moment, I didn't hate adding Zach LaVine because I like Zach LaVine paired with Domantas Sabonis. But when you have Malik Monk, DeMar DeRozan, and Keegan Murray as the other members of that nucleus, it just does not work. Simply put, it will not work no matter what they change. I think on the perimeter. I mean, on like the perimeters of the roster with small pieces around, and they decided we're rolling it back. So I can't even tell you one thing you should know because whatever you knew last year is what you know now.
And so understand, you will win 34 games this year.
Tough.
That's yeah. What is that? 34 and 48.
The team is on blow up watch, right? Like they have to be.
You hope.
But what does that look like? What does a blow up even mean when you're this team? Like trade Sabonis for a couple first round picks. You can probably get 2 for Sabonis and an interesting young player with some salary filler.
Yeah.
And then you get a first round pick for Zach LaVine. You ride out DeMar DeRozan contract.
Would you do that at this point?
That's as
From the
far
Kings?
as
No. If I'm the Kings and anybody offers me a first round pick for Levine, yeah, I'm taking it. I'm saying if you're anybody else, are you giving up a first round pick for Levine?
It's entirely dependent
Yes,
on
a first
who
round
you
pick
are.
potentially. The contract is the harder part. Like that's obviously work making it out. But if they happen to have another bad contract and can like exchange bad deals and give up a pick for Levine and they need it, I wouldn't hate that. But also, as I say that, it's a specific ass scenario that there's only like a handful of teams that could possibly make sense for them.
Yeah. The amount of teams that you can think of that would be beneficial to having some like Sabonis, you can count on one hand, bro. So, and I don't even want to begin to think about the exercise because why am I doing work for the Sacramento Kings and they don't even use their own brain and you know damn well they're not even going to do that move. They're going to do the complete opposite, bro. So,
I mean, we could do it, but like we'll send the invoice. Like,
an invoice will be entering your
we
email.
have billable hours to the Sacramento Kings for thinking about it.
So yeah, it's just they're the definition of running it back again and seeing what sticks. They're in a weird, even more purgatory than they've ever been because they're just down one De'Aaron Fox, so they're even less interesting than they were before. A swing and a miss that they're continuing to swing with. I don't even want to skip this team. I want to give every team their due today, even the worst ones. But I genuinely don't know what to tell you as a Kings fan.
They didn't do anything for us to talk about.
Who did they draft in the first round again? I'm forgetting.
I cannot.
It was a wing, one of those wings.
Oh, it was he was a 5. He played for a long time.
They
He's an
drafted a
older
5?
wing.
Oh,
yeah.
Neek Clifford.
Yeah.
Yeah, drafted Neek Clifford. Shout out
Yeah.
Neek Clifford. Maybe you have another Keegan Murray. You have another big wing that's coming in. That could be interesting. Only so interesting when the nucleus is the players I named earlier.
I mean, shout out to Devin Carter. Like he's finally healthy again, but what
Sure,
can you
shout out
even...
to Devin Carter. Here we go.
Yeah, like you gotta hope that one of these guys like sticks out like a mug and just goes in and changes their lives. Other than that, there's nothing to
35
talk
wins.
Yeah, like shout out to Devin Carter.
Yeah.
Interesting player. I'm glad he's healthy. Shout out Devin Carter is all I can say about that.
Exactly.
Who's
Next team. Los Angeles Lakers. the pride and joy of the Pacific Division. One thing you need to know about the Lakers is Luka Doncic to sign his extension, and I think that will impact a lot of how they choose to make moves this year. Because obviously that loomed over their heads of like, we can't really go all in on building a Luka team until we know he's going to stay. Because worst case scenario is you trade all your assets and he walks, and LeBron's fucking 43, he retires, and you have nothing to show for the next 5 years. That's not going to happen. He's here for the next 3 years at least. No indication that he's unhappy. It seems like he's fully bought into being a Laker. I think we're going to see this team make moves along the margins, or even a big trade for like a Wiggins type that they're currently linked to. We're going to start to see them really build a team in Luka's vision this year. You're going to see the play style move more towards Luka basketball. Because, you know, last year they did play through Luka, but it was a weird hodgepodge team they put together last second because he became available out of the dead of the night. This year, I think you'll really see Luka basketball be recognizable in the Lakers uniform.
Yeah, it's going to be really, really interesting, especially because you've had all of the I agree with you. I think that obviously because you have a full offseason to have Luka in the building and have JJ Redick actually think about how you want to deploy things. You got DeAndre Ayton, right? You got a big man. But you've also had, once again, another very cryptic summer from LeBron. And so
I typed in Luka and Lakers there. Twitter's crazy.
And so like once again you have LeBron doing all these things, sending all these tweets, having all these like commercials and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it lets you know like, okay, clearly something is going on to where there is a power shift that's happening in the Lakers, and LeBron is doing the LeBron thing to still show everybody like, hey, I'm still LeBron. I can still make calls and do all that. But I agree with you. I think like this is Luka time. And
hell yeah.
The one thing that Luka wants us to know is that I'm skinny now.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Exactly.
That's the one thing, because we've heard that for the last year and a half, 2 years since the Celtics finals. And you have the men's health article, you have everything, you have the Eurobat, you have all of it to let you know I am in shape. I'm coming into this season ready to play. And if that happens and we finally get from day one to the last day of the season in shape Luka, the Lakers can be scary.
Yeah. And yeah, so Luka will look like Luka again to some degree, right? I kind of buy that he is healthy, he is in shape. Much of what we saw last year was recovering from injury and the impacts on his body that had. I do buy that that's a thing. He's not just physically lost a step. I kind of feel like he's going to be fine again. And we'll look, even 2024, he was slow and like out of shape, but still averaged like 35 points per game. So I think we'll get back to having a good version of Luka. We have a big man duo now that makes sense with him. DeAndre Ayton will be the finesse, short roll big that will do pick and pop in the mid range. Will be able to be a lob threat, but also make some plays out of the short roll. He is skilled offensively. We'll see defensively if he's able to be the anchor or not. TBD. But offensively, he will bring that skilled finisher pairing with Luka. Jackson Hayes is still there to be the meathead lob finisher next to Luka, which, you know, he elevates guys like that forever. So that duo of big men makes sense. They have Marcus Smart coming in to be a defender next to him. They have secondary ball handlers in Reeves and LeBron. Rui being a big wing there. They still got to figure out who the primary wing defender will be, a la an Andrew Wiggins or whatever. But you're starting to see the archetypes you need next to Luka Doncic are going to make a lot more sense this season.
Yeah, I almost forgot. I don't know why, but I always forget that Marcus Smart is on the Lakers. Probably because I forgot Marcus Smart exists in the NBA because they sent him out to Washington and his NBA career just like died. And also before Washington, he was in Memphis too. Yeah. I think he's also going to be like, along with DeAndre Ayton and how locked in he's going to be a huge X factor. He has the potential to like be the Andrew Wiggins of this team and just be a lockdown perimeter defender potentially. It's all just dependent on how healthy he's going to be and how consistent his shot, which has been like the biggest talking point of his NBA career. So.
I think if he stays healthy, he'll be a starter for them probably. And then I'm hoping it can be like an Avery Bradley arc where he comes in and gives them one good year next to their stars and like it makes sense. He brings the defense the team needs. The health thing though, he's even more injury prone than all the guys you named. So if he's healthy, I think it'll be great. It'll make a lot of sense in the starting lineup.
Yeah,
and he'll probably be healthy for 42 games.
I honestly feel like this year could be the year. We've been saying this over the last 3 or 4 years where Luka's going to go ahead and win MVP. I feel like everything is set perfectly
Let's go.
for him to do that because he did go ahead and go on that generational PR run when it comes to showcasing that he lost mad weight. He went on all these shows. He's on the front cover of Men's Health magazine and all that. Like, I think everything's perfectly set aside for him to go ahead and just like showcase that he is genuinely the point guard of this generation. Shea had his moment, he had his time. I feel like the storyline is like the best that it's ever been for Luka and
Probably.
the propaganda.
Yeah, now, this team, like, we'll get into it as season goes on. Today's all about one thing to talk about, and to me, that one thing is this team will be made in Luka's image. We'll get into how we feel about this team, like big picture wise, as the preseason goes on. They're being slept on a little bit, and I think what you just said is part of that. We're probably going to get another vintage Luka year where he's like one of the most dominant players in the league, and I think people forget just how high of a floor you have when Luka's hitting at that level.
Yeah.
People are talking about them like they're just a cute team that still can't do anything. They're remembering the version of them last year post deadline where they didn't have any bigs and didn't have a team that made sense. This team will make sense at the very least. Whether or not the talent is capable of giving them like a ceiling as good as any other team, I don't know. But it will make sense. And a team around Luka that makes sense, let alone having LeBron James, they're going to be a scary team.
I agree.
Fair.
Who's next?
What's next team in this division?
The Suns.
Oh, the Suns. I got the Suns.
Okay.
So one thing that you need to learn, the most important thing that you need to learn and know for this season is that the countdown ticker for Devin Booker to be traded officially starts like now. I watched a interview that came out last minute right before the show started, and of course, it was a Phoenix Suns like most important dude, most famous dude, Matt Ishbia. He went ahead and said that this past year, he went ahead and said that when they were looking to move off of Kevin Durant, they looked at and thought as Dylan Brooks to be the target, the like linchpin that will go ahead and get this team together.
That was the core of their Kevin Durant trade.
Yeah, he said that Dylan Brooks is the target for them, and then Jalen Green is just a guy pretty much. He said he loves what Dylan Brooks brings to the court. He loves the intensity. He's one of those guys that you love to have on your team. He loves his toughness. He said that's who I am, and then he was like, yeah, bro. He was just going on this like random tirade of just like saying a whole lot of empty calorie words that don't mean anything. And I think this year will probably be the year where they go ahead and finally decide to move off of Devin Booker. Devin Booker also said during some interview over the last few days that the last 2 years of his career was genuinely some of the toughest. And this is the same Devin Booker who played on a squad with Dragon Bender and Marquise Chris. Bro, these 2 years are fucking hell for him.
Buddy. You thought playing with Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal was tough? Welcome to hell. Welcome to your fucking damnation, buddy. This picture's crazy. In the past week, we've really locked in and started thinking about these teams the first time all summer. I was kind of like aghast when I remembered that Jalen Green is his co-star now. Making $30 million a year. I'm like, this team is truly terrible.
Dude.
And they were terrible last year with Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
My God.
Now they did go ahead and try their best to improve based off with the Kevin Durant thing. In the draft, like they did a great move in drafting Kamal Malawash and also spinning back and grabbing up Mark Williams as well, which is a fantastic move. But still, like the same issues prevail that was the main reason why the KD and Bradley Booker or Bradley Beal experiment did not work. You have no fucking lead guard, and you're making Devin Booker's life 10 million times harder and diminishing his value.
Also, Devin Booker keeps getting more and more Mexican as the years go on. This is the most Mexican he's ever looked.
Look at the goatee, bro.
Dude, he looks so... This isn't even the best picture. There's some other pictures I saw. Dude, he looks Mexican. It's like, that is my cousin. Like, this is crazy.
Man, he looks stressed, man.
You're 11.
Through it. That's so crazy to think
I would
about.
be too.
Dude, he looks like a baby on the left.
He does.
Completely hollow eyes.
Yeah.
Not a bag in sight.
Man on the right, he done seen some things, man.
Yeah, he's going to see some more things this year. It's going to get spooky. But, you know, they have a new coach. They have a big rotation that makes sense. I'm joking. It's not a good roster, but yeah, maybe there will be more regular just by they have bigs that can play defense. Well, rookie, so I don't want to put too much pressure on Common right away. But the roster at least checks some boxes they didn't have last year. Loses a gigantic box in that is they don't have the best off-ball scorer of all time on their team anymore. So they will be bad. I don't know if it'll lead to a Booker trade request or not, or a trade, even if maybe it's not a request. It's just them booting him.
Yeah.
I feel like they're going to send to do this lifer thing. So I'm kind of just feeling like another year of wasted Booker, and I hope he gets his bag off. I hope he gets his numbers off and plays a good for Devin Booker style of play this year.
I mean, if that's the case, then that just also means that they're gonna spend the next. They don't have control of their draft picks until the year, I think 2032. So 2026, they don't have no draft pick. 2027, 2028, 2029. I have a draft pick, but it's not theirs. 2029, 2030, 2031, 2032 is when it finally resets, bro.
Have you heard anybody say the year 2032 until just now? I've never heard that said out loud. That's a crazy year to
Like-
be fucked until.
How can you start planning your team and like be able to have control of your destiny until, bro, like what are we even talking about right now? This is like foolish.
And you know what bothers me too? I can't even do any copium and like sell myself on a Jalen Green redemption. I'm quick to sell myself on a redemption season. I don't see what the team construction would be for me to have that hope with Jalen Green. Why would he perform better here than on Houston, where he was like the primary ball handler and like needed? He's not needed on this roster in as clear of a way.
Yeah, like they don't have the guard to set him up. They don't have like a playmaking big man to go ahead and alleviate stress. They can't like elevate. Look, what we saw defensively from him last year, genuinely good stuff. You're gonna be a lot more stressed defensively here. Like there's nothing here to help him at all.
Tough, man.
Jeez, man.
Can't wait to see where he gets traded in February.
Yeah,
Go pair him with Cade Cunningham or something. They'd probably be a good fit.
Don't
That'll be
put
the
that on
wackiest.
Cade.
That'd
Don't
be
put
good
that.
with Cade. That'd be good.
No.
It would be good for Jalen Green because Cade is nice to play with. I don't know if it'd be good for Cade, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Don't-
Hey, barring what happens to Jaden Ivey, I don't know.
yeah.
But yeah, this team is just weird, and we'll see where it goes. But weird ass team, the weirdest team, I think.
We're the saddest team.
All right, is that the end of the Pacific Division?
Yeah.
That's every team. All right, 30 minutes per division. This is going to be the longest episode we've ever had, and I'm okay with that. Next division, let's do Donovan. You pick. Pick one of your teams you want to do.
Let's go with the Southwest. We'll
Okay,
stay in the
Southwest
West.
Division. Where are we going?
We will start with the Houston Rockets, and you need to know that they don't have any point guards anymore.
They do not. R.I.P. Fred
yeah.
VanVleet.
After Fred VanVleet, after it was announced he tore his ACL, and you suddenly look at this roster that after you get Kevin Durant, you're like, wow, you have this team. You have your one veteran point guard who can handle the ball all the time. You have amazing defensive talent. The one thing that you needed last year was a bucket getter, and you got the bucket getter of a generation, of maybe history. You got the bucket getter. And now everything changes because this seemingly this puts all the pressure on one of three things. Either one, Amen Thompson has to take a serious ball handling leap, and his handle has to get insanely tight, and he can run point, but it's going to take him from being this off-ball guy to being the guy, the creator. Reed Shepherd, who barely played last year, and finally to be like, hey, guess what? You are now the point guard for a team that has aspirations of winning a championship, or three, being aggressive in the trade market and going out and getting somebody, and now using even more of your assets to go and replace this issue. The Rockets, they could have withstood some injuries on the wing because they just have so many wings, even in their big rotation, because they have Steven Adams, Sengun, they have Clint Capella, they have all that. This is the one spot where they were very, very thin, and this is the worst injury that they could have had.
100%. Some Rockets fans are telling themselves, listen, Fred VanVleet is kind of washed. Last year, he was chucking a lot of shots. I'd rather see Kevin Durant shoot. I'd rather see Sengun shoot. I'd probably rather see Amen Thompson shoot. Shit, I might rather see Jabari Smith shoot those shots. So they're telling themselves this isn't a big deal. And I understand that because he's not, probably shouldn't be one of the three best players on your team next year. Amen should lap him. Maybe already has in your mind, whatever. I get that, but in terms of every box you need to check to have a competent offense, he is the only one that checks that box on that team. This is the most important fourth best player on any team, I think. Of any team that has aspirations of winning a chip and being a real contender, this is the most important fourth option, just because of everything you said with the lack of other options to do simple ball handler stuff. And what did we see the last few years of Kevin Durant's career? Him dying because he's playing on a team with no point guard where he has to be the lead playmaker. He's going back to 2022 when he didn't have Kyrie on the Nets and he is running hella pick and rolls, being the lead guy. That's not what I want for 45-year-old Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and even when it's like Devin Booker running point, who, I mean, like he could do this stuff, but Devin Booker, even him running point is, you still have a guard who commands so much attention from the defense that you can still squint your eyes and maybe find a way. Like the real issue on top of all of like their fit or whatever was like, and let's add Bradley Beal and add another like redundant player in here. But like you can kind of squeeze it with Book. You don't have it here. Reed Shepherd didn't play. Reed Shepherd was in the G League last year.
Yeah.
And all of the bright spots were like, hey, he took 36 shots in the G League yesterday because we're trying to build up his confidence. Now you have this window where, and regardless of whatever the Rockets say, as soon as you trade assets and as soon as you like traded a guy that you took at the very, very top of the draft in Jalen Green and tried everything to make it work. The moment you ship him out of there and bring in the 37-year-old in KD, you are on win now timing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you don't have time for, Reed Shepherd is gonna, take his lumps as a ball handler, as a playmaker. No, he has to be good right now. If that's gonna be the path to do it. And that's unfair to ask of him.
Yeah, and even if it is fair, and like even if you are high on his offense and his ability to do that a year into his career, it makes their defense so much worse. He's little, and like I can buy that he makes an offensive leap by simply being more able to handle the pressure of running point guard. His jump shot is good, and that'll be a thing he gets off. The mid range ability will be there. He has some good paint touch ability, kicking out as a passer. Like I can buy all that will happen. He's tiny.
Yeah.
And they have good defensive infrastructure around him, but the fact that that is your main guy you have to play because of offense, and now you have to deal with that defensive liability, which maybe he won't be that. In college, he was a great turnover player. He was a good defender, but we're seeing every year now in the playoffs that playing small guards is getting harder and harder. And I can envision him getting to a point in his career where he's not a liability. But in his first year in the playoffs, in his first year in the rotation, to have that much offensive
he's just the
responsibility.
GOAT. Like if he comes in and just does everything, this is a top 10 player in the
Oh, it's
NBA.
Allen
Yeah.
Iverson. Okay, so it's fine. Like,
Yeah.
And even Allen Iverson might get picked on the playoffs these days. Like, it's tough to be a small guard.
Yeah, I 100% agree with y'all. It's so unfair to ask something of like to this degree to Reed Shepherd, like year fucking one. If this was like bare minimum, like year 2, and this is even a stretch too, year 2 asking him to be a championship level caliber point guard, then it's like it's still a stretch. Needless to say, thankfully, like this team and this front office has been ran smartly, and they've like made all the roundabout moves, and they have like an egregious amount of assets still. One of the most important assets in the entire NBA is that, okay, cool. Like they still have all their draft picks, but the draft picks that moved the most earlier, I told you guys that Brooklyn don't have control of some of their 2027 draft pick. That's because Houston Rockets have that. They own that draft pick. And on top of that too, they also have the complete unprotected right to the Phoenix Suns draft pick of the year 2027, which moves a lot. And that's easily like one of the more tantalizing assets that the entire NBA could fucking offer. So while I do think they probably should definitely give more opportunity to Reed Shepherd, I don't think there's a trade or anything like that, but I definitely do think that one of these assets or both of these assets need to be moved with quickness, because like you said, you don't have a year to just go ahead and wait on Fred VanVleet, waiting on him to like come back, or you can't wait on Reed Shepherd to finally develop and risk him being potentially bullied and have insane playoff stinkers. Fuck all of that. You have all these assets for a reason. Use them.
Yeah,
immediately.
the only tough part is what money do they want to move to match? So they're going to have to
Very
figure out,
true.
like, losing some of the depth you just brought in. It's just a tough situation to happen before the season even starts, because we can't even tell ourselves, okay, Reed can buy time, KD can be more of a ball handler, Amanda can get those reps, we can buy time until VanVleet comes back. Losing him before the season even starts, like, it really does feel to me like they're being stripped of their true contender status. Which, if they go get somebody like you said, that can come back just as fast. But like, what are the alternatives if they don't make a move? Like all the things I said will happen. They're gonna have to play even more through the post, through Sengun, and like utilize.
They gotta hope it. They gotta pray for a Sengun leap.
Yeah, but even then, like, it's easy to say that. Like, those guys will take the shots, right? Like they have other guys that can take the shots. They'll put together like an approximation of good offense. It won't be killing them in their ability to like win games or anything. But we've seen these teams go up against these elite defenses, specifically the Thunder, who they'll have to probably go through if they want to make a finals. The Thunder prey on teams with bad passing talent up and down the roster. Look what happened last year when they played the Nuggets, and they knew that around Jokic 1 through 4, they're not going to have the ability to throw these entry passes to Jokic in the post. If any type of consistency, when Alex Caruso is draped around Jokic, and we have elite ball handling defenders like Cason Wallace, like J-Dub, like Dort, applying pressure to the ball handler, things start to unravel really quickly when you don't have the passers to get it to your main big man scorers of types. So that's awkward. Amen Thompson, like, I've always had a vision for him as a point guard, being this uber athletic Rajon Rondo type of guy. His handle is so far from that. His ability to shoot over a screen when people go under is so far from that. He's going to have to be like a Ben Simmons type of slasher. And Ben Simmons gets joked on about a lot. He was incredible at utilizing the space defenses allowed for him as a slasher by sagging off of him. Like, he's very one of one in the way he was able to be a point guard without a shot. I'm not going to assume a man can do that right away. I don't know what to bank on of all these maybes. I don't know which one I can bank on as being like, oh, this will solve it.
The bank on is, and even like without the ball handling, the bank on is, no matter what the situation is, Kevin Durant is going to score 27 a night on 50% from the field, right? So you have that, And then, at least for them, you have a tool that everybody try to copy at the end of the season, which is, hey, we'll just play Sengun and Steven Adams, and we're just going to clean up every single offensive board because we're going to miss a lot anyways. And so you're going to have this weird, without Fred, obviously, everything is going to be weird if you don't make a move. And so you're going to have this weird amalgamation of like tough middies from KD and offensive rebounds. It's gonna be like peak like dead ball era type of vibes.
Is that how we want to live again? Like,
I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, like if you don't make a move, but like you don't have any other option because how many assets and how much are we going to move? Because we already moved Jalen Green, we already moved Cam Whitmore out of here also, and so all of the young pieces that we want to keep, that we want to develop, they're going to stay here. You know?
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, going back to what you said when it comes to like their offensive play style and all that, like they're easily the most unique championship caliber team over the last like 5-6 years. Easily. Like nothing about them makes sense, and they just straight up get it out the mud, and they're the best team to do that over the last, at least especially last year.
yeah.
And the only thing that makes sense when it comes to how they can get out of the situation is, of course, like going to the bank of draft picks, but also you have to sacrifice a young player. And the only player in my mind who is like worth doing that, considering the potential that he still has and how like losing him necessarily won't like hurt you too much, at least currently right now in the state of your franchise, is Jabari Smith. Like he has to be sacrificed. There's no like real conversation.
Oh dang, but I like
around that.
Jabari.
I love him too.
Didn't they just extend him?
Yeah.
So
5/125.
can they change him for this whole year, or is it a
I think
February type of thing?
I think
I mean,
it might be a
January 15th type of thing.
It might be a January 15th type of thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, they did just give him a bag, which is like a good number. But yeah, everything for them is super weird. But yeah, I think overall, it's just a tough situation to have it happen. 3 weeks before the season started, and now you feel kind of handcuffed. So.
Yeah, and just like, again, they're not cooked. Like, they're still going to be a good team. It just feels like they're kind of capped out now as being the third best team in the conference after OKC and Denver. When once they got Kevin Durant, you're like, oh, so now they check all the boxes and they don't got to be this punch you in the mouth team. They can play like sustainable, regular, high floor basketball without having to rely on gimmicks.
Yeah.
And their gimmick can take you far with the two big thing, but it just feels so deflating.
I feel that.
Next team,
man.
New Orleans Pelicans. The one thing you need to know about the New Orleans Pelicans is Zion is skinnier than any man has ever been skinny in his goddamn life.
He's on that Zimpy.
No, the HLP ones are kicking ass for Zion Williamson. And you know what?
Good.
I'm buying it. We've had Zion skinny arcs before,
Yeah.
and they were always skinny relative to when he was gigantic.
He ain't never been this skinny.
He is legitimately in shape now. Like, he looks like 2012 LeBron. He is cut. Like, he looks like no longer good build for like a defensive end. He no longer looks like Calais Campbell. And when he's skinny, he's like, oh, Khalil Mack instead of Calais Campbell. Yeah. No, he looks like an NBA athlete. He looks like a body type that makes sense for basketball.
Bro, seeing how much weight he lost, I almost thought he was sick, man. I almost thought like, some terrible news is on the horizon.
Yeah. Like online, we got to the point where it's like, listen, don't say nothing about anybody's body. You never know what they're going through. So I was like, listen, man, you're in shape, all right, good.
Yeah.
I've actually
that jersey's baggy. He's never had a baggy jersey in his life. Not even at Duke.
That's also true. I've also rethought a lot about Zion. And again, new year. Listen, I'm here to say that I no longer think that the Pelicans should move on from Zion.
Stay on that side.
Get out of here.
Now,
keep your whole ass over there.
I will say the reason that I feel this way is because it is very clear that if you go into a rebuild, Joe Dumars is not pulling you out of it. From what I have seen from Joe Dumars in the two moves, I've seen a terrible draft day trade and I've seen a terrible press conference. I have no hope for the future for the New Orleans Pelicans. You keep Zion on this team and you keep any hope that you have. You sell yourself on a dream every single offseason because, the stuff that I'm hearing from Joe Dumars is legitimately scary. Yeah. It's legitimately like, what is this front office thinking? What is the thought process of it? Because to trade an unprotected first round pick, to trade that on draft night, and then before the season start, they'd be like, yeah, so like, how do you think that the season's gonna go? Like, playoffs? And he's like, what?
They asked him if
We're not really making, that's not really the goal right now. We're just trying to build up our vibes. And it's like, well, then why would you trade away your pick for next year if you're not trying to contend right now?
Well, they asked him if he set expectations of playoffs or bust.
Yeah.
And he was like, he tried to be political and be like, no, we just go day by day. We don't want to set expectations and have anything in our mind. It's all about getting better today and putting our team.
We got to
in the
make
best
sure we
forward.
play hard.
Yeah. Fuck off. You better make the playoffs. You just traded a first round pick and people are looking at you crazy. You better say we're ready to make the playoffs. I understand the political stance he's trying to take with the team to not be the guy that puts pressure on that team. You better put pressure on that team. It's exactly what they fucking need. They're talented. They have a bunch of good players. They have been unreliable and unserious for reasons that I think are like professionalism in many ways. Like, you better put the pressure on them. It's okay. You can put pressure on Zion. He deserves it.
What is the point of having an old head in charge if he's not going to come in and be Mr. Old Head and be Mr. We're running suicides every day. You show up to class in a suit and tie and you sit in the front seat. Like, why are you here, 65-year-old man? Like, I need you. I need your 1980s bad boy Pistons mentality of we are going to fight and scrap every single day. We're going to be the most conditioned. Like, the Pelicans, if you are not operating like you are the Miami Heat and like you are going to be the hardest working team and we're going to make the playoffs and we're going to fight and do all this other stuff, what are we doing here?
Yep.
It's so scary.
I don't know. Me personally, I like what Joe Marks is doing. I like his thought process. Zion Williamson, keep on getting healthier. You know what? I love what I'm hearing right now because, of course, if you know me, you know a little about me. I'm the beneficiary of the New Orleans Pelicans' pain, your agony. I love it all. Keep on going.
But yeah, Zion is skinny, and that's what you need to know. And however that impacts your thought about the Pelicans, I think it's probably fair either way. Either you don't care, as you said, I've seen the story before. Okay, fine. Maybe you'll still get hurt. Being skinny isn't a foolproof way to have good knees when you've been dealing with lower body injuries for your whole career. But also, it's meaningful. I think we've seen eras where he gets skinny. He's had really the past 4 years. It's been 1 year he plays 60 games or more. 1 year where he's destroyed by injuries. We're going back and forth. And what do you know? Last time we had the skinny arc was 2 years ago and he played 60 games exactly. So I think there is clearly some type of linkage here between him being in shape and his body holding up, him getting the best of himself on both sides of the court. Clearly it says something about the work ethic state. You know, there's always the personality-based issues with Zion Williamson as well and how serious he takes his craft and whatnot. This isn't a bad sign. Maybe it's not a foolproof he's serious now, but it's a step in the right direction. If we're going to get good Zion that's healthy and serious and all about being a leader and all this stuff, it's easy to sell yourself on the vision of this team once again being a playoff team.
Yeah, so you're absolutely right. We're on track for a good.
I'm saying you
Zion
sell yourself.
Williamson
I'm
year.
not saying I want to predict it,
That's
but you can
fair.
sell
Okay.
yourself.
Yeah. So Zion Williamson, over the course of his career, has played 20 games, 60 games, 29 games, 70 games, 30 games. He could, it sounds like this year he could go ahead and crack 65, 70 games.
No, all I'm hearing is that the pattern persists, 60 blank, 70 blank. We're playing 80 games this year exactly. Book it. And if that's the case, all NBA, put your Zion Williamson MVP votes in right now.
I will say it. Most of the time, you get these quotes of "it feels good to feel good." I haven't felt like this since college. Most of the time, dudes are like 30 whenever they're saying this. He's 25.
I know most of the time it's because they had a crippling Achilles injury or a crippling ACL injury. Not they lost weight because of discipline. There was nothing wrong with them.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
He's like, it feels good to be in control of my athleticism again. To feel as that sounds like you're J.K. Dobbins and you tore your Achilles after tearing your ACL. Or you're Klay Thompson. Like,
Yeah.
he just got
You're
skinny.
25.
He's the same age as us. I think he's a year younger than us.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I can't
Oh,
imagine
man.
saying that.
That's fucking hilarious, man.
I feel good to be in control of my body.
He is a year and, or like just under, his birthday is July 6th. 2000.
Okay. So he's like 10 months younger than us?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, he's like 3 days, I guess before you then?
He was born in 2000. So,
Yeah, like a year and 3 days before you?
yeah.
Okay.
So,
Damn, man.
wow.
Zion, bro.
So,
Also, what also doesn't help along with like, bro, he's moving like he's kind of Uncas, his goatee too. That goatee mustache combination, it connecting definitely makes you look older, bro.
Oh, well, no, but
Look
thank God
like
he
you're
did this,
30.
though. This is so much better than the beard he had last year.
oh,
That
remember he
Velcro
had
ass
that-
beard?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit that he put some glue and rubbed his face in a carpet and it just stuck. This looks so much better.
It does.
His aura is through the roof compared to last year.
Now, it does look like he can fix a carburetor, but
For sure.
I hope he can.
You could diagnose the shit out of your car.
Show some value to the household.
I like that.
Yeah, we'll see where that goes, but probably feels this is a good day to be a Zion Williamson fan.
Hell yeah.
All right. Who's
Next
next?
in this division, Spurs.
That's me.
What you got?
I got a stat for you.
Okay.
Give it to me.
Last year,
Ayo.
they were 8th in threes attempted, but 20th in percentage of,
Okay.
of 3-point percentage. And I
Okay.
say that because obviously for a lot of teams in the league, the 3-point shot is going to unlock what they want to do.
Mhm.
They have 3 guards in terms of Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper, De'Aaron Fox, who Fox had a great year shooting like 2 years ago. Last year he had the finger injury, but I want to see him as a shooter. I want to see Stephon Castle as a shooter. I want to see Dylan Harper and his shooting ability. Wemby, we already know about his shooting, but you have guys who are slashers and you need space to
Yeah.
slash efficiently. And that space comes from people knocking down shots. And so they clearly took the shots, but we're not going to respect you, right? Unless you are making those shots.
Mm.
So I like the fact that already they have an offensive philosophy kind of identity of, hey, we know we do have to prioritize taking threes and making threes to really open everything up and allow our combo of Fox and Wemby to really take off. That is a good sign. However, this year, if they actually want to take that leap, one of Fox, Castle, Harper, that three is going to have to fall.
Yeah.
So-
So the shooting is obviously a big portion of that. But in general, like the one thing you need to know, I think, is they have a weird construction of a lot of talented guards, and they got to figure out all assets of using them.
Yeah.
All facets. I mean, because obviously the spacing is one thing. The playmaking, how to maximize Castle while not minimizing Fox, who you just gave a big deal to. That's going to be a weird thing, making Castle into I'm not Castle. Yeah, I said Castle, but I really meant to say the other one, the third
Harper.
one, Harper.
Yeah.
So then also throw Castle into that on top of Harper. Like 3 guys that can do things with the ball in their hands. Who do you go off the ball while not neutering the other ones? Defensively, how are you going to utilize Harper in year one? Can we close games with him and Fox defensively? Like Fox is a solid defender. I want him to be the worst defender on my roster, ideally, in my closing lineup.
I feel like because you have Wemby, you can probably get away with a little bit more
Yeah.
than what other people do.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
you certainly can.
Yeah, so maybe there's a world where that does work. But also like let's just see if people can hold up.
Most
Right.
definitely.
Like,
Yeah.
So I guess the other question there is like, can Castle be a small forward in the way he's used pretty often? Is that going to work like people want him to be? Like everything's just like, can these guys slot into these weird roles that maybe isn't the best case scenario for them?
Yeah, I can easily imagine a world and scenario where one of these young guards are going to be, or one of these guards is going to be upset. It's not going to be De'Aaron Fox because he is the guy. He's the guy who they traded assets for, whether or not they're important assets. He traded assets for him. They invested in him, like you said, gave him a humongous extension. I can envision someone like Stephon Castle being deprioritized because he is more scalable, because he has the ability to, he's the strongest out of that group, the biggest out of that group, the most, or one of the more athletic out of that group too. But like he said time and time again throughout the entirety of his career, or last 2 or 3 years, dating back to when he was in UConn, that he is a point guard. He wants to have the ball in his hands.
Sorry,
and he
buddy.
said that time and time again. Even when we interviewed him, he's like, yeah, bro, like I want to have the ball in my hands.
Yeah.
I am a point guard. And they said, fuck that. We're going to go ahead and trade for a point guard, actual point guard. And also top of that too, we're going to draft another one.
So sorry, buddy.
So
You're a
it's-
stretch 4.
Like a super lucky, bro. So it's like,
We didn't even mention Devin Vassell. You are a stretch 4, Stephon Castle.
No, like the shooting from those 3, it legit has to be good because like you still have Sohan that you have to fit into the mix. Carter Bryant, who you drafted, is a demon, but we have no idea how that shooting is going to go. And so all of these lineups where you have your bigger Ranger defenders and people who can, theoretically cover up for your guards, that's good. But if the guards can't shoot and these rangy wings can't shoot, now you have Wemby who's about to turn into Anthony Edwards and have to take 10 threes a game and shoot 40% just to make the spacing make any lick of sense.
yeah.
That's a tough situation. So there's a lot of pressure on those 3 guys specifically, and obviously Vassell has to do what he does, but like shots have to go down because it's already inherently, just because of you have 3 guards, it's already weird. So you guys have to figure out a way to make it work.
4 guards. We keep forgetting. Can't forget Devin Vassell, who's like one of their highest paid players. Like
You're right.
it's just a wonky roster that clearly has a ceiling. Like Carter Bryant as the 3 and D guy in the middle of all these things, great step in the right direction. Now you have Luke Cornett. You can put some Wemby at the 5 and Wemby at the 4. That could be interesting with Luke Cornett there now, who is a very capable role player in some high strength ways. Like he's a really good roll man that can make plays out of the short roll. Very good rebounder. Like that's adds an interesting element next to Wemby, who can obviously flex to the perimeter a little bit. They've made a lot of progress in building towards being a really good roster. There's just equally as many questions to figure out with the talent fit.
Yeah.
And honestly, we're saying all these things. This is going to end up in a trade.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, they have to. They have to.
Somebody
Who are
has
you
to
going to
get
trade? Who's going to prove? This is like an open tryout. This is like a JUCO. We're going to see who gets to stay on the
This is
roster.
the last chance you.
Yeah, this is last chance you. Who's going to earn it? And I've seen a lot of people on Twitter are like assuming that like De'Aaron Fox isn't long for this team. And they're like, people are like talking about it like it's a bad contract immediately.
That's ridiculous.
I'm like, they just gave him the contract. I promise you, they don't view it as a bad contract at all. Like they want him to be on this team for at least the next 2 years.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be him, despite people wanting to jump to that conclusion because they just love the untapped potential of the young guys. So who is it going to be? Probably Devin Vassell, probably Sohan, maybe both. I don't know.
I think I'm leaning towards Stephon Castle. Devin Vassell is also a strong candidate. as
Trading
well.
Castle.
Yeah, that might end up happening.
Maybe.
Maybe not this year.
But I could
maybe
view him as
next
like a
year.
6-man though. He makes sense as a 6-man long term.
Mhm.
Devin Vassell,
Will he be happy about it though?
who gives a fuck?
He's not gonna play like he's happy.
They have
That's the
7
issue.
years of team control. Who gives a fuck if he's happy about it? Like
Yeah,
they're nowhere close to that car. He's not in that type of tier to be talking about. Is he happy about
For
it?
sure, he's not. But we've seen role players go ahead and demand a trade, bro.
Well, then if he's unhappy about it, I promise he'll be traded to a team that is not trying to win
Exactly.
games. Because no
Yeah.
team that
Yeah, have
is-
fun in Utah. Buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. That's
no
what
team
happened.
that's serious is gonna be hearing I'm unhappy being a 6-man from a second-year player.
And Vassell, you had your chance. Like they gave Vassell the extension before, and like whenever he signed the extension, everyone was like, "Yo, that's kind of a lot of money for Devin
Yeah.
Vassell." And you had opportunity. Devin Vassell was the number one option. That's why they got Wemby because the team was bad. Like they were out here tanking
Yeah.
because he was out here at the top guy. But you had your chance, and so like yeah, if you don't want to fit into what we're doing, all right, cool. Like go have fun in the Rocky Mountains or something. Like it'll be fine.
All right, who has the Dallas Mavericks?
Also me. This is my
You're
division.
feasting.
Who is your team? What is one thing we need to know about this interesting team with Cooper Flag?
Know that D'Angelo Russell's on this team?
Nice.
That's actually crazy, and it's actually very key because there seems to be like a low key push, especially after you got Cooper Flag, because people try to squint their eyes and tilt their head after the Luka trade and say, oh, they could still be competitive with AD and Kyrie and all this stuff, and then Kyrie goes down, and so now that you have Cooper Flag in it, it's like, oh, Kyrie, AD, Cooper Flag, this team could be dangerous. They could be sneaky. Guys, Kyrie, I know he just posted the video of him taking jump shots. He's not coming back until minimum like January, February. Like
Yeah, apparently he's ahead of schedule on this thing. So we can say January is like a good.
yeah, but like
optimistic.
the first 3 months of the season, he's not going to be there.
Yeah.
And so you have this team with Cooper Flag and with AD, both of who are not primary ball handlers or primary creators for everybody. We can hope that Cooper Flag eventually gets there, but obviously a lot of pressure to put on a rookie to come in here, and especially at his size and his kind of game to be the guy. So D'Lo being that point guard while Kyrie is still rehabbing and coming back, it's going to be good enough. And in terms of his shooting, his playmaking, it's going to be good enough of a floor to where AD can still get his game off. We can have a situation where Cooper Flag can come in and just be, super soldier, role player, but also start developing. I like what they're cooking for the first half of the season with D'Lo. And then if Kyrie comes back and he is, Kyrie Irving, which honestly, it's a long shot for somebody that age, this injury, whatever. But there's a path where like this team could be the actual sneaky team whenever Kyrie comes back because of D'Lo's presence and because they do have a point guard.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like the conversation with them is pretty simple. They're definitely one of the more underrated sneaky teams because when you think about when the average fan thinks about the Dallas Mavericks, you think this team's in hell. You think this team has nothing to go for. You think this team lost all its like hopes and dreams. When in reality, Anthony Davis is still there, and he clearly like still has a lot left juice in him, even at this older age than he was previously. You have Cooper Flag, who his game projects to be super productive day one, even if his shot may not be necessarily there, or even if like the tertiary skills when it comes to his passing and whatnot may not be perfect. He's still going to be a damn good player because you just have like a good formula that will like roll you into wins naturally.
Yeah, they're gonna be an interesting team trying to figure out what their floor and ceiling is. Because you could be extremely high on them or you could be extremely low on them. And I kind of understand both arguments just with all the questions in the air and like how unknown Flag is as a day one contributor. Just because, like I said, It could be extremely good, and he could be one of the biggest impact rookies right away we've seen in years, or he can be a rookie in needs time, and that could completely change our timeline in terms of year one.
But this defense, though,
Should be really good.
this defensive Flag, AD, Lively, PJ Washington, like, yo, we got some stuff here.
Yeah.
Yep, they're good.
So yeah, I guess the one thing you know about them is TBD. They will be the most interesting team in the conference. They will decide a lot of standings based on where they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grizzlies, last team in this division.
Oh, I got them. Wow, that's crazy.
No, it's not.
The Memphis Grizzlies.
We all had our list pre-planned. Like,
No,
not crazy at
It's
all.
crazy because it's crazy because I forgot they existed. Like, there's nothing
true.
that's been happening with them. The only piece of news that you need to actually know is that Zach Edey is not going to be there to start out the year.
Yes.
And naturally, because of that, and also because like they actually did go ahead and trade away Desmond Bane. They don't have their like glorified, locked in 20-point per game scorer, 18-point per game scorer anymore. So there's going to be in between things when it comes to the rookie that they drafted this past year and G.G. Jackson as well. They're going to rely on a lot of internal growth, and they're probably not going to come out to a fast start to Raw this year because Zach Edey, he had, I think, an ankle injury, which required surgery at the top of the offseason. And now he's probably going to miss like the first 2 months of the regular season. So,
Yeah.
definitely worth noting.
And one thing that maybe you forgot about is they have a new coach who coached them at the end of last year. After they fired Taylor Jenkins, they retained him. This will be the first year he has a full offseason to enact his entire vision. And he was there before, so maybe he played a part in the vision. So it won't be a seismic change. But I promise you there will be new things about this team. We'll see new utilization of their top two players, especially with Zach Edey out. I'm guessing that means they're probably going to start Jaren Jackson at the 5 to start the year because I don't know who else would step into that role quite as smoothly. So you'll see Jaren Jackson at the 5. There'll be a 5-out spacing team to start the year. We'll see what the spacing's like without Desmond Bane. But overall, like you said, yeah, the main thing is internal development will be the theme of this season.
Yeah,
True.
I agree.
I hope G.G. Jackson makes a leap this year. I wanted it last year after a strong rookie season. I know he was hurt to start the year.
Mhm.
I feel like I just have like a brain hole. What the fuck happened to G.G. Jackson last year? Like, I don't even know if he was good or bad. I just don't remember watching G.G. Jackson last year.
No.
All of Memphis feels that way about the entire season.
What a weird year for them with the whole Taylor Jenkins thing and the Ja Morant issues and
Yeah.
fixing it. And weird ass year, man. They just lost a year of their history.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
tough.
exactly. But hey, it's well worth it considering like all the assets that you got back through the Desmond Bane trade. So
Yeah.
it is what it is.
And one thing I guess to keep in mind is they did get those assets in Desmond Bane trade. They'll probably be on the trade market this year throughout the season.
Yeah, for sure.
They'll be buyers at some point with those new assets because they're not punting on this era, right? They're retooling around John Morant and around Jaren Jackson. Getting rid of Desmond Bane was this trio is too expensive and doesn't bear enough fruit. So we're going to kick the can on Desmond Bane, be a little bit worse to start next year, but we have these assets to find whatever our new third guy is, or maybe it's a third and fourth guy. They get two cheaper players with those assets. Whatever it may be, I'll be shocked if they don't make a move at the deadline or even before then.
Yeah.
I'm just curious to see how they start.
Probably kind of poorly. Which is
They're
all
going to
things
start
considered.
slow naturally. Yeah.
In
They
that
don't have
conference.
no big. Yeah.
Probably maybe a little 500 start, but not poorly in a way that's like going to
Wow, they
them.
got 4 first-round picks, and obviously like there's like protection.
I forgot it was
like,
4.
But yeah, they
Yeah.
got 4.
They got a boatload of shit, bro.
So yeah, moves will be made.
Mm-hmm.
Southeast Division, Miami Heat. One thing you know about them, Tyler Hero is already hurt. And it's kind of similar to the thing with the Grizzlies. How is that going to impact the start of their season? Because that's going to be a big thing. Now they have Norm Powell and they still have Terry Rozier, barring investigation. He's expected to start the year with that team. So, I mean, bringing in Norm Powell, he can kind of just replace what Tyler Hero is doing in a short-term thing to start the season. But the vision there, which you have both of them, because last year we know they couldn't really do anything of merit just because their shot making was so depleted post Jimmy Butler, losing him as a playmaker. It was just Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo and a bunch of guys. So I think the vision for this team now will be Hero and Norm Powell is a like impact scoring duo, and you kind of take away some of that burden off of Bam Adebayo to be a go-to scorer, which was ugly as fuck, to put it lightly, watching him take mid-range jumpers. So now you have 2 ball handlers that can run a screen, do all their off-ball actions, and get Bam rolling downhill again. Like, I kind of like understand what they're going for with that duo. Without Hero, it's going to be an ugly start to the season.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of pressure on Yakatutis. There's going to be a whole lot of pressure on like all the other
That's the
guards
last
and-
rookie I want to put pressure on. That is
Yeah.
the literal last rookie in this first round that I want to put pressure on.
They're definitely going to have like the 27th like best ranked offense in the entire NBA without Tyler Hero, bro. It's going to be nasty.
Yeah,
For sure.
The playmaking talent is not there. I I don't really have a silver lining, honestly. It's going to be a rough. He's not going to miss that much time. I think he'll probably miss like the first month. We'll see where as we get updates throughout the training camp. It's going to be a rough start to the year, and you're just going to have to just hope that like Khalil Ware looks really good and Bam looks better, and like maybe they can float around 500 and get some sneaky wins and Norm Powell 30 bombs. But overall, just like I would just say, I'd be prepared for a very, very ugly first month of Heat basketball.
Yeah.
Norman Powell 30 bombs to save your season.
Well, low-key, Norman Powell 30 bombs are kind of reliable.
He damn near made the All-Star team last year in the Western Conference. So
like if there's going to be a
Not
role
too
player
much.
to rely on in the absence of Tyler Hero, Norm Powell is not the worst name.
yeah, but in terms of playmaking,
Yeah, that's the part.
That's
the
going
part.
to be rough.
Tyler Hero is basically your point guard. He is your best passer, which already isn't a good spot to be in. So imagine what it's like without him.
You better pray that Jokic has day one impact.
I can promise you he won't be day one impact. I can promise you need to be patient with Jokic. He will be the rookie you need to be patient with. That summer league performance was abysmal. He needs time to develop his game and his body.
He had a couple good games.
Great.
He's got one. Yeah, a couple good games.
I don't like that.
Orlando Magic. What is the one thing people need to know about the Magic?
Ooh, so I got the Orlando Magic. The one thing that you need to know, it's really two things. Bright side. Okay, we got Desmond Bane. You need to know he's going to be chucking the motherfuckers. He's going to be taking 10 threes a game, 9 threes a game, bare minimum, because this team is still very much the same. He changes everything, and I think he definitely will help show the brighter spots of Paolo Banchero, who's a star in this league, an ascending star, who people feel very polarizing about. He's going to make everyone's life easier. He's going to make Jalen Suggs' life so much easier as well. They're not going to ask him to be the lead guard averaging like fucking 6 threes a game or whatnot. Like, no, so much pressure is going to be relieved. But also, on the other side of things is that during the summer, of course, we all know like there's a whole lot of overseas basketball played, and we saw all the overseas stars play as well, in the Eurobasket specifically. In the Eurobasket, it's important to know in the back of your head that Franz Wagner shot 28% from 3. That is not good at all, and that is genuinely terrifying. So you're going to go ahead and hope and pray that Desmond Bane can change this offense, and you're going to hope and pray that the Eurobasket is just a Eurobasket. The type of threes that I'm not going to sit down and lie to you, tell you that I watched the Eurobasket, because I'm not doing that.
Dude, somebody
But,
commented, there was like the top comment last week's episode is, I wish I would have did an episode about Eurobasket. Bro, if I talked about Eurobasket, I'd be talking out of my ass.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna sit here and lie to you and tell you I'm watching the NFL, bro. I'm in the lab when it comes to other aspects. That's how you know you need to be tapped in when it comes to us on other side of things. Don't force us into the Euro basketball side of things. But yeah, Franz Wagner, you should be worried about him. Definitely be noticing.
Is this last chance you for the Franz Wagner Paolo Banchero? Well, what the hell did I just say? Franz Wagner Paolo Banchero duo.
I'm gonna save my takes for our next episode, but hey, man, it's definitely on watch. I will say that.
The one thing you know is they gave them the shooter to help. We will see how much it helps.
Exactly.
But pay attention to how much. Pay attention to how much Desmond Bane helps, because that the impact of Desmond Bane, whether it's enough or not enough to offset these two and their play styles conflicting, lack of spacing, whatever, or the things that hurt this team offensively. Desmond Bane's impact or lack thereof will decide the next big question we have for this team.
Also, is it the Eurobasket they play by FIBA rules? Is the 3-point line is shorter?
He still shot like shit.
Now, apparently, with what I saw, he did get a lot of grenades thrown his way, last minute shots, and a lot of the threes that he did take weren't necessarily like open. So I don't know. I didn't see the actual plays was going based off of what I saw on Twitter and shit. So. Needless to say, 20% is not good regardless.
Yeah, so one thing you know is Desmond Bane is here, and it will help. But I guess what I'm hinting at, without getting into the other conversation, it's not a fix-all. So I would say a lot of people are going to talk about this like, they got Desmond Bane now. They're going to go from 27th in offense to 10th. This is the year. They'll make a leap. I'm putting them number 2 in the Eastern Conference. I would hesitate with treating Desmond Bane like he's the instant perfect spacing type of guy. No one player has that much impact. Unless you're Steph Curry.
Exactly.
Or maybe prime Klay Thompson without Steph Curry can have that kind of impact. Desmond Bane's not that. It'll help. KCP wasn't making shots last year. He also wasn't getting helped off of. So Desmond Bane will help their shooting and their scoring because he'll make more shots than KCP made, but he won't make their spacing be like next level by himself, And
also, I think a lot of the pressure also falls on someone like Jamal Mosley as well, who we think is a good coach, can be a great coach in the league one day. But it's all he also like it's damn near like a litmus test to see how creative of an offensive coach he can be and how he can like create space off of lack of spacing.
I've actually never seen a coach duck as much criticism as Jamal Mosley. I don't think most NBA fans have a single opinion about Jamal Mosley. I feel like he's just like an idea in people's heads of like scrappy young coach. They defend well. Their offense is terrible year on year out, and like nobody talks about the fact that maybe they could get more out of that with better coaching.
Yeah, it feels that way because the Magic's offensive issues have like preceded Jamal Mosley.
Yeah.
And so it's like this is an institutional thing to where it's like you can be higher than like the 20th best offense in the NBA. But that's also like you talk about like the arc for a lot of these young teams where it's like you go from this trash team to the young scrappy team and we win games based on defense and just trying hard. The next evolution is being a more balanced team to where you don't have to rely on your defense being the most tenacious every single night. And that just hasn't happened. And when you have guys like Franz, like Paolo, who have good offensive talent, there's no way that year in and year out, you shouldn't have one of the 65, like you shouldn't be in the 65th percentile of offense, you know?
Yeah, we'll see, man. Something to monitor. Just keep in mind, Desmond Bane doesn't fix everything on his own. And I think people will treat it that way. You will hear conversations where people say, Desmond Bane here, no more issues. And then they'll be shocked if they start off 28th in offensive rating for the first week.
True.
And just don't be shocked. There's still stuff they got to figure out outside of Desmond Bane. What is one thing people need to know about the Washington Wizards?
Oh, that's me.
Ew.
Bilal Coulibaly underwent surgery and he's going to miss some time at the top. And I think that is interesting. One, because obviously you're taking away time from his development, but the Wizards, they have a lot of guys in terms of their young core. And so you have, like, you traded away Jordan Poole, but Cam Whitmore is here. Maybe he needs some more time. maybe Bilal needs some more time.
For audio listeners, he stopped because I pulled up Bilal Coulibaly's Eurobasket numbers. And my God, this guy was stinking it up.
I had no words. I just had to look at you, my jaw dropped.
Jesus Christ.
Ooh, 6 points. 21% from the 3-point line, 41% for Eurobasket don't mean too much to me because Dennis Schroeder won MVP and shit. So it's like whatever, bro.
But he is like legitimately a demon in international basketball. Like that's who he is.
Yeah.
Either way, outside of Bilal, and honestly, makes it kind of, quote unquote nice for the other players. You brought in Cam Whitmore, you drafted Trey Johnson, you have AJ Johnson, you have Alex Sarr. You have Kaishan George. You have Bub Carrington.
That's a lot of guys.
You have a lot of guys that you are prioritizing development. And so maybe that injury gives you just a little bit more space to give people time to develop. Because even on top of that, now Chris Middleton is also here. CJ McCollum is also here. And you are theoretically probably going to play CJ McCollum so that you can trade him at the deadline and get more assets and continue your rebuild. So he has to have enough minutes. So it really is a logjam. And so I'm really interested in how they divvy up the minutes because I think like they have a lot of talent. And obviously you pick Sarr first overall 2 years ago. He has to start, showing that he was like worthy of the number 1 overall pick. It's just a lot going on over there in the rebuild. Yeah,
and I guess one other thing you need to know is like a bigger picture thing. There's adults in the building now. And that'll impact a lot about this team, I think. Mm-hmm. Whether it be minutes distribution, like you said, how much they're going to play, all those veterans being in their building now. They got rid of Brogdon, so it's one less. But they still have CJ McCollum, Chris Middleton.
Will Riley, like that's...
And there's one more veteran I'm forgetting.
I don't know.
Maybe it's just those two. But either way, those two are in the building now, and that will be players that they'll play through because those guys aren't good enough to like make them win games, and it'd be like a deterrence to their tanking methods because their pick is top 8 protected. So they do still need to be a bad team. But playing through those guys will hopefully help Alex Sarr get fed higher quality shots, and we can see him make some kind of development and not be the most inefficient big man in the entire NBA, bar none. That would be nice to see. Ditto for Bilal Coulibaly, who was massively disappointing to me last year as somebody who had a lot of stock. I'm broke now. I'm fucking in poverty because of Bilal Coulibaly. I would like to see that return some value. Trey Johnson is an amazing off-ball player. Nice that he can play next to CJ McCollum as more of a playmaker to set him up. Same thing with Will Riley. All these guys, playing through these veterans will help them a lot, I think, and we'll see them play some serious basketball.
Facts. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's what you need to know about Washington.
I couldn't imagine like better veterans to have other than CJ McCollum and Chris Middleton.
Those are some good vets. Yeah. Those are some. They got good head on their shoulders between those two.
Yeah, exactly. Guys who came the fuck out of nowhere and
True.
have a good head on their shoulders. CJ McCollum never made an All-Star, but he's an All-Star. Like at his peak, was an All-Star caliber player in the Western Conference. Have seen some things, got into some heated battle.
might be,
won an
might
NBA
be a
championship.
fair, thing of his thing. But you had the Players Association president on your team. That's great. You got Mr. President. Good job.
Yep.
Exactly.
What is one thing people need to know about the Atlanta Hawks?
Ooh, surprise, surprise! I got the Hawks.
Yeah, we're about to be halfway through and we're 2 hours in. We got to speed up. Holy fuck! Never mind. It's gonna be a 5-hour show at this rate.
I know, this is hilarious. So the one thing that you need to know about the Hawks is that they will have, for the first time in a long time, an elite offense. Another thing that you need to know about the Hawks is that they're going to be continuously preying on the downfall of the New Orleans Pelicans based off of what you said earlier when it comes to the Joe Dumars situation and how he has low expectations for this team. We have complete control over their 2026 first round pick, and they are not projected to be elite or one of the like better teams in the Western Conference. So yeah, we're preying on their downfall, and we have a great team for the first time. We have spacing, we have good defenders. Jalen Johnson's healthy again. We're going to be good, and we are gunning on a weaker Eastern Conference this year. So
Yeah, well, I guess one thing also,
yeah,
they are a huge team. This will be one of the biggest teams in the league when Kristaps Porzingis is healthy. The fact that you have him on Onyeka.
Dude, did you see him during the Eurobasket? He was a fucking
No, I didn't.
demon,
I
bro.
wasn't
Stop asking
watching
about
I saw
Eurobasket.
highlights.
Wasn't
I'm
watching
talking about highlights,
Eurobasket.
brother. Jeez, he was a demon.
So quit asking. But no, he was great.
Yeah, dude, he was a demon.
He looks healthy.
He was moving, bro.
Undisclosed illnesses are no longer ailing him.
Yeah, he looks straight now.
Well, that's good. I hope it maintains that way. I hope there's no more undisclosed illnesses. So if he's there, a great pick and pop big with Trey, that is going to be potent. You add in Onyeka, who's promising, starting to show some promise as a role man, can obviously do some high post passing stuff, a solid passer. That is an interesting dichotomy of skill sets between the stretch guy and the, how do you describe Onyeka? I wouldn't say role man, but non-stretch big who has his own skills. And Jalen Johnson has a slasher playing next to both those guys. The huge defenders in Dyson Daniels, Reese Shea, and
You're gonna kill as well.
Nikhil Walker, that's
coming
what I'm
off
thinking
the
of.
bench too.
6'5" defender there. Like, this team will flank Trey with size, which we've been talking about for 2 years, has been like the new MO of this team since they've kind of retooled when they brought in the new regime and got rid of DeJounte. It's kind of been, how do we surround him with big off-ball players? This is kind of the completed product now.
Yeah, our GM genuinely changed again our broke ass life.
He
and
did.
This is the best team that, on paper, the best team that Trae Young has ever had.
Yeah,
on
he
the
has like
side.
2 all-star level talents, or like sub all-star level, in Kristaps and Jalen Johnson. However you want to quantify those guys,
Yeah.
he has 2 of them that can be like legit needle movers, and then a slew of defenders. Like, they have everything they need to be a top 4 seed.
Exactly. Expectations should be kind of high.
Exactly. So yeah, one thing you know: treat the Hawks seriously. Expect a lot from them, and if they suck, slander them.
No saying it.
What is one thing people need to know about the Charlotte Hornets?
They need to know that in the last 3 years, LaMelo Ball has played 36 games, 22 games, and 47 games last year. This is your franchise player that you have no idea if, 1, he is going to be on the floor, or 2, he is actually a reliable player that you can build your franchise around. Hopefully this year you have enough games to finally figure that out. That is what you need to know. Also, you need to know that the centers on their team are Mason Plumlee and Ryan Kalkbrenner.
You're skipping the GOAT, Diabate.
Oh,
did
yeah.
forget about
Yeah, I think he's
Diabate.
going to be the starting center.
I
Oh
did
yeah,
forget
he's
about
not
him.
bad. He's not
Which people
bad.
like him. There's a few games I caught last year where I was like, wow, this guy sucks. But then everybody's telling me he's good. So I'm like, I got to catch him on a good night.
Yeah,
Because obviously, second half of the season, I was watching them less for obvious reasons. And I saw a lot of people that were watching them more saying he's good. And I'm like, I got to pay attention to this guy that started next year. Because apparently Diabate has some shit to him.
Yeah, I did forget about that. But yeah, your franchise cornerstone and everything that you're building around, you have no idea.
You're
what-
skipping the most important part. He has even more tattoos.
How do you even get more tattoos?
I don't know, but he has a lot of red tattoos. He looks like a 2K character. It's all black and white. Then he has a bunch of splashes of red.
I'm sorry, I'm out.
He's rare.
I'm out.
What does
He's
it say?
different.
Does it say Dade?
It
Like,
says rare.
oh, rare.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
it's like
it's
half red,
two
half
tones?
black.
Yeah, I just saw the red and I thought it said Dade. I'm like, he's not from Florida.
Oh man.
I'm like, what is this? He has some red shit on his wrist here. I don't know. Was that Asian letters? Or is that just blood dripping? Whatever that is. So all very tacky.
It's flames, brother.
This
Come
is
on now.
B. What is this? EST? I can't tell. Oh, probably best.
Our friends over, our family over. I don't know what the fuck that's. I'm not even gonna try
Yeah,
to
it's
guess
a weird
that
angle.
game.
He's got the cross on his neck, which is insane. With these leaves here, the horrible tattoos. Whatever this is right here, I can't tell. SUL or SOL?
Oh, I don't know what's going on, but let's not play this game. I'm not trying to
What does
discover
it say?
this man's
YO.
tattoos.
Okay, so left side says BE, so B over here it's something else to finish it.
I'll get you tickets to LaMelo coming to Chicago so you can go ahead and do your body investigation.
Yeah. Either
Tickets to bodily investigate LaMelo
I mean,
Ball.
That's what you're doing right now, brother. Let's move on. I don't want to
Please.
see this shit anymore.
Oh, there's more angles. You can probably get some better views here.
Oh
All
my
right,
god.
bro.
Hold on.
Oh my god.
Let's get to the bottom of this shit.
All right, Don, you got the cord.
Oh, it says BU. Oh, look at that. Spreading positivity.
guys, I'm out.
Love yours.
I'm out. Trade
Love
him.
yours.
Trade him.
Yeah, like.
There's no life that's.
Anyways, shout out to Conka Nipple, man. Hopefully he can be like a good filler in between these guys. That's a good thing to look forward to for sure.
Brother, your vet is LaMelo Ball.
Wait, no, Colin Sexton's there too now. Colin Sexton's your vet. He's a good vet to have.
That's fair.
I have no idea if Colin Sexton's a good vet to have. What do you know about Colin Sexton's locker room presence? I know nothing.
I know
Not a
nothing
damn
other
thing.
than he pulls up his shorts and likes to slap the floor sometimes.
He does be
Hella
slapping-
intense.
Well, he did that like 5 years ago. I don't know if he slaps the floors these days.
Listen, man, he was in Utah.
All
Slapped
right,
the
what's the
floor
next
up
thing? We gotta
in high
let's
school.
go.
Yeah, let's just move on.
Northwest Division. Who has the Denver Nuggets?
I do.
What is one thing people need to know about
Last-
Nikola Jokic's team?
Last year, Nikola Jokic had a plus minus of 20, a plus 21.3,
Damn.
which is still to say that this is the best player in the world. It's still to say that he is the best floor raiser, and that the Nuggets, after trading away Michael Porter Jr. and bringing in Cam Johnson, should once again be considered as a threat to win the Western Conference. Just because Nikola Jokic is that good, he is that great, he is able to OKC last year had Aaron Gordon with the hamstring that was falling off the bone, and Michael Porter Jr. whose shoulder was completely messed up, and they took the Thunder to 7. If you have Nikola Jokic, you have an opportunity to win your conference, and they feel much more competent this year. So having Jokic allows you to be right there with the Thunder.
Yeah, this was pretty simple. Like, they obviously won the championship. We're the best team. We're expected to win again. Did not go that way. They lost to the Timberwolves. Then they lost Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And for the last year and a half, it's been whatever is happening, good or bad, the conversation has, in the end, looped back to they lost Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. They lost Bruce Brown. They had a talent bleed post-championship and have never recovered. There was months where it was, oh my God, they've done Nikola Jokic dirty. They ruined the best player they've ever had championship window. How are they going to retool? The answer to that question is they just had to wait this time. And they've done that now. They've done the retooling. They have more depth. Cam Johnson is better than Michael Porter Jr. Bruce Brown is back. Valanciunas is there as a backup center, which is better than Dario Saric.
Mhm.
I'm not the highest on Valanciunas personally, but in 12 minutes a game, he's probably going to be solid for them. Tim Hardaway Jr. is there, another volume three-point shooter. The shooting ailments they had last year specifically will not be an issue with Tim Hardaway Jr. and Cam Johnson as long as they're healthy. So they have enough good players now that they're not going to run into a buzzsaw that just has a team of 10 good players versus their team of 5 good players.
Bro, his plus minus for the last 4 years is dumb.
Yeah, he's the GOAT.
21 point. This is from last year going in the last 4 years. 21.3, 23.7, 24.8, 19.5 is the low point of this 4-year run. He's just amazing.
He's just the GOAT. It is what it is.
Cannot
He's just
wait
amazing.
as the season gets closer because I have expectations for this team, bro. I love this team.
Me too.
So much.
2 seed. You better be the 2 seed. Out west, I know it's tough. It's hard to be the 2 seed out west with how competitive the conference is. You better be the 2 seed. I have
Yeah.
that exact specific expectation for this team.
Yeah, I'm gonna save my thoughts.
All right, cool. But yeah, so that's the Nuggets.
Yeah, that was fairly simple. Just expect them to be back.
Mhm.
What is one thing we need to know about the Oklahoma City Thunder, defending champs?
I have the OKC Thunder. Same exact team. They made no moves. They did go ahead and draft their center in the, I don't know if it was the lottery or just the 15th pick.
14th, I think.
Yes. So Thomas Sorber, and he tore his ACL. One thing you need to know is that aside from that, they have lottery pick from last year, Nikola Topic, finally being healthy, and he could be a sizable X factor for this team. Considering the type of play style that he has, he doesn't project to be a good shooter. He is a bigger point guard, and that's genuinely like all the help that they need. Someone who can generate opportunities and looks, and he could be someone who can come in, play maybe 10 minutes a game, 15 minutes a game, specifically alongside Chet Holmgren, and help activate certain skills within his game because he is a tremendous passer, and hopefully he can make guys like his life easier, and maybe Shea at times if he gets burned with him. So he could genuinely make this team even scarier.
I think you break the lead a little bit. All that's true. That I agree. But I feel like the one thing people need to know because of that is OKC won 68 games last year, won the NBA Finals, and they are going to be substantively better this year, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think this team is going to be meaningfully better. With, J-Dub played insane in the playoffs, especially the finals. Throughout the regular season, he kind of had a little bit of an offensive regression while being amazing defensively.
His wrist was also jacked up.
Shit, talking about burying the lead, bro. We didn't even talk about Chet Holmgren potentially being healthy.
Precisely, exactly. So if J-Dub continues and has a better offensive season in the regular season, which we know he's capable of, we saw it as a rookie, that makes him better immediately. If Chet doesn't shatter his goddamn hip after falling 12 feet out of the goddamn air, he will look like he did in the first week of the season and be better for the whole course of the regular season, on top of skill development he did over the offseason. And then that's getting into the fact that they won in the playoffs with him looking like shit for a lot of it offensively. That's going to make them better. Topic comes in as a ball handler. Another year of AJ Mitchell. They can feed him off ball. Like, this team will straight up, should be, I would say barring good health, but they didn't have good health last year and they still won 68 games. So good health barely matters as long as Shea is healthy. This team should be meaningfully better.
One thing you should know is that there will be indeed more glaze. You guys hated us last year. We're going to be even more insufferable this year.
I'm not leaving. I'm never fucking leaving.
For glazed fucking up, man.
I got one more in me. Yeah, like they should win the championship again. Really, is what we're saying too. Like if they're better than last year, and we were up here saying all year that they are the clear championship favorites, they should be again. Especially with the Celtics being neutered, with all the other teams like Tyrese Halliburton's not there to push him anymore. Like this team should be the championship favorite, and like kind of easily.
Yeah, they favorite, yes.
Like I'm not. So they're the favorite, but like I feel like there shouldn't be. It's not like the Warriors when they're at the prime because it's the best team ever, but it's like damn near, at least compared to every championship since then. Like there's not really a clear-cut second favorite to me, like somebody that is in their stratosphere. We'll need to see the Thunder come down or somebody make a big jump. On paper right now, I don't see anybody competing with them on paper.
Maybe.
On paper that is. Obviously things happen.
We'll
We'll save it. Yeah.
You think things can happen, but at least on first thought, there's
Okay.
nobody else in their stratosphere. They're in a tier of their own, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, next team in this division, Minnesota Timberwolves.
That's me.
What you got?
So apparently people need to know. Anthony Edwards says that he has been watching Kobe tape and MJ tape.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought this up. I wish I had it on my team. Sean tweeted or reported on TV yesterday that from the star young player that finds a way to add something to his game every single year, the guy that just keeps getting better, the guy that became Damian Lillard as a three-point shooter last year, and that is not an exaggeration. He had one of the greatest shooting seasons of all time, has now turned his developmental attention to the postgame.
Yes, and that is massive because if Anthony Edwards adds a post game on top of his 3-point shot and it develops as quickly as the 3-point shot did, and now he is able to operate from the post, he's able to pass from the post. You are able to change the way the defenses have to defend you. You know that you're going to get doubled. You change where the double team is coming from, and it now allows you to be more dangerous as a passer, more dangerous as a scorer. You now get to access a whole different array of moves and angles to attack from, a la Kobe and MJ, but also in different ways like Shea. You saw it in the Western, you saw it in the Western Conference Finals. You had these two guys who are extreme, like great scorers. Shea's just on a different level because Shea can access any angle that he wants to. Anthony Edwards right now, because he doesn't have this post game and because it's not as refined as Shea's, there is, like I said, there's a section of angles that he doesn't have access to, right? He hasn't spent the VC on it.
Yeah.
Now that he's spending the VC on it, we're adding 2 overalls to Anthony Edwards' scoring bag, right?
I honestly think it's more than 2, man.
It is whatever it is. It's going to, if it is substantial, it's going to take the Timberwolves at least, and it's hard to say to the next level because they've been to the conference finals for the last 2 years, but for a team that lost Nickeil Alexander Walker, for a team that is still kind of weird offensively, you say, hey, we're going to be fine because Ant is going to be Ant. takes him to that level, that's top 5 player in the world, and lets the Timberwolves be another conference finalist year
Yeah,
in, year
because
out.
there's no clear answer on their roster for how they're going to make a jump on paper in terms of roster talent. They're really relying on young players to kind of come in and push out the veterans, replace Mike Conley, eventually replace Gobert with the center they just drafted, come and replace Alexander Walker, who's no longer there, maybe replace Dante DiVincenzo one day. Who knows? Like, they need Clark, they need Shannon, they need what's his name? Why am I blanking on the point guard?
Rob Dillingham.
Rob to come in and be those guys, right? They need them to come in and like replenish to stay where they're at. That's not, to me, unless one of those guys becomes a star, which you never know. That's not a ceiling raiser. That's a floor maintainer with those guys. The only path they have to beating these top teams, having a better chance, is Ant leveling up to best player in the world.
I agree. Like, if what you said genuinely is true and he like holds to his word and genuinely did like go ahead and make those improvements when it comes
And
to
are
having
you
a
a
back
liar
to
or
a
not?
basket game.
And if the
Yeah.
business is true, and Ant is MJ,
Like, if you really sit down and think about it, like adding players in NBA history who has been as talented as Anthony Edwards, who have that back to the basket game, you're one of the greatest of all time. There's no way around it, bro. Every single great GOAT that you can think of, this is a pivotal skill set, because it's one of those, having your back to the basket and having it like a myriad of opportunities to get your game off or other players' game off, attack defenses from so many different layers and dimensions. You're unstoppable. It's so incredibly hard to guard you and defend you compared to how he elevated his game last year, which was it was amazing for the regular season, but at times you just have real issues when it comes to going against high level defenses. This is actually true. Hey man, he's gonna have an MVP season.
yeah,
He's
it gets
going
him close to being able to get in Shea talks if this actually does develop right. Because that's the difference. Is a lot of times these half court offenses, if they're sitting on his 3-point shot and not allowing him to come off of that and walk into an off the dribble 3, and then he attacks a lane and they rotate well and he has a drop big there. He doesn't have the mid-range game to shoot over that drop big or the floater to shoot over that drop big.
Yeah.
There really was a lack in between game. He has to just put his head down and try to jump over the help defender, which works a lot of the times because you're Anthony Edwards and you're the best athlete from the guard position. But it's not going to be. We've seen it. It's not a 100% thing. That's the kind of been the ceiling limiter against guys like Shea who have that.
Shit, yeah. Like, if we sit here and think about like who are the top scorers on the perimeter in the NBA, fuck going back then to Kobe and MJ, but like think about it right now, it's of course Shea, then of course you have Luka in that bitch, then of course you have Kevin Durant in there, and all those guys have one of the best, arguably the best back to the basket games that the league has to offer. So okay, very impressive. I learned a lot.
Shout out Anthony Edwards, continuing to get better. I hope it's
Don't
true.
fucking lie to me though, man. Fucking hate liars. Bro.
This better be true. I have the Utah Jazz.
Nice.
One thing you need to know about the Utah Jazz, I think this will be the most fun bad team in the league this year. This team last year was disgusting, not a fun watch. This year, I think that'll change. I think this team will be entertaining, and they are, I think, after this draft, on a path towards getting it together. It's felt like the past 2 years of rebuild has kind of been stagnant and going nowhere and been like underrated disaster by Danny Ainge. It's kind of been bullshit for a few years of being bad. With the addition of Ace Bailey, I kind of see the vision they're cooking with right now. They have Isaiah Collier, who I like a lot. I don't know that I like him enough to say he's going to for sure be like the point guard of the future just because the 3-point shot is such an unknown. But I think he's going to be like a legit top tier passer. Like, I think there will be years in his prime where he averages 8 assists a game if he has that type of usage or more, maybe pushes towards 10. Like, he has that level of downhill and passing ability. Obviously, Lauri Markkanen, one of the most versatile wing scorers in the NBA, amazing off ball, can cut, is playing for a coach that maximizes his off ball abilities. I think you have those two as a linchpin of your offense, as a playmaker and a scorer, and you add in Ace Bailey, who I think at his best should play kind of like Lauri Markkanen, should be weaponized off ball, should be a cutter, should be a good shooter off ball, and be able to develop his game off ball onto on instead of vice versa. If you would have went to a team that threw in the ball and said go cook, I think this team will put him in a good spot to develop there. I think you have those two big wing scorers. You have Bryce Sensabaugh, who's a good offensive player, can space the floor. You have Isaiah Collier, who can play make. You start to see these things put together that like this will be a fun bad team that has a good offense. I think.
I'm glad you're putting a positive spin on this.
I'm not even like just saying that. Like I think that'll be interesting. You have Kessler and Filipowski. Like they'll be fun and win 14 games.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, they got Walter Clayton too. I forgot.
And Walter Clayton
Yeah.
and Keontae George is his backup point guard. Like they'll be bad because their defense will be bottom of the barrel, shit beneath my shoe. But offensively, if Ace
gonna
Bailey
be
is
fun.
good and Isaiah Collier continues to develop like we think he will, this will be a solid, like, when I say solid offense for a bad team, that means they'll be like 15th in offensive rating, which is pretty good for a tanking team. I think it could be like a 15th best offense and 29th best defense type of team,
Maybe.
which is the recipe for league pass success. That'll be
Yeah.
fun to watch.
Georges Niang is back on this team, man. Or said back
go.
on this team.
Let's
Georges
go.
Niang is on this team. Kevin Love is on this team. Oh yeah, bro.
Why? I
This
forgot
is-
about that.
This
Why?
is incredible. Yeah, he's on this team.
Yeah.
It's incredibly fun.
Yeah. So anyway, and I do like if they're gonna keep Lowry marketing and not trade him. I like that a lot for Ace Bailey. I'm really encouraged by Ace Bailey playing off of Lowry in Will Hardy's game.
We could play who he played for right now, and I'd be just as good as Charles Barkley. Like that's crazy. I completely forgot that he played for Utah.
Yeah, he got traded there.
Wow.
Who's the most random player I can think of that can fuck you up with who you play for? Where do you think Goodwin plays right now from the Lakers last year?
Jordan
Hey, man.
Goodwin.
Yeah, Jordan Goodwin.
I have not gone through everything.
Wizards? I don't know.
He was on the Wizards before.
Fuck, I don't know.
Yeah.
Goodwin is back with the Suns. They
Oh,
signed
he's
him.
back with the Suns.
Yeah, the Lakers had to waive him, I think, to get Marcus Smart.
Gotcha.
And yeah, he was back to the Suns. Who
Yeah,
he
man.
play for? We're gonna get cooked.
Yeah.
Don't put us on Nerd Sesh. Our trivia is gonna get destroyed.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Utah Jazz. Next team in this division. What is one thing people need to know about the Portland Trailblazers?
Ooh, I got the Blazers. Man. Well, Damian Lillard is back, but he's not playing. I guess right now the most important thing to know is that Scoot Henderson should be in for a breakout season. Now, yes, like they did go ahead and trade away Anthony Simons, which clears up more room, but then they brought back someone like Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday and Anthony Simons are two completely different point guards. They're quite literally like the inverse of each other.
Yeah.
There's no inverse players in the league other than them two.
Loki, maybe you're right. That might be the most opposite you could think of.
Yeah, and at this point in stages of Drew Holiday's career, like he took a step back from the Boston Celtics last year, had to deal with some injuries and whatnot, and he felt like very forgettable. I think he's still a good player, but I think he's someone that you don't want to prioritize, and I think he's someone you just like have on your team to uphold the reputation that you're trying to build up to, which is just being a hellacious defense alongside Denny and Tumani Kamara, who had a breakout season in his own right. And that sets up for someone like Scoot Henderson, who, as the season went on, he improved pretty much all around the court when it comes to his finishing, how well he shot the ball, his playmaking, all that. He was like a lot better than he was to start the season. And so he should be in for a breakout year.
Yeah. And I think another thing people should know is this is going to be an elite defensive team.
Mm-hmm.
Like that'll be the calling card. In the second half of last year, they were an elite team. I don't remember where their offensive rating netted out at in the second half, but it was top 5 for the entire season, or for the entire second half of the season.
Their
those 41
defensive rating?
games. Yeah, it was top 5 for the last 41 games last year,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it was like top 3. It was something actually like kind of like stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever they really empowered Donovan Clingan and stopped playing DeAndre Ayton because he had a falling out with the team, and they said go to hell, and they started playing Clingan more.
Yeah.
And Matisse Thybulle
Yeah,
came
get
back.
ready, buddy.
But also Matisse Thybulle came back. And overall, like they were playing just elite defenders up and down the roster.
Yeah.
That'll be the case this year too. Like they're going to be
Mm-hmm.
not going to be a playoff team, but they're not going to be bottom of the barrel. I don't think, just because they're going to be a truly elite defense for the entire year.
Sounds like a very scrappy 12 seed.
Probably just because it's so hard. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, if Scoot makes a leap offensively,
Yeah.
which would require him to be the elite slasher he was thought to be, which I just kind of feel out on,
Mm-hmm.
then they could be interesting. Or if Shaden Sharp can build on top of the fact that he can jump really high and like can shoot from 3 consistently, can build on the mid-range game, which is solid, and like be a good go-to scorer, that could be interesting. Or if Denny Avdia can be
Mm-hmm.
an all-star level player instead of one of the best role players in the league, one of those guys making a jump could get them into being a play-in type of team, but they'll be like just sub play-in off the strength of their defense.
True.
Yeah, I agree. Can you guess how many games they won last year?
32?
37?
They won 36.
Oh, okay.
So they
Yeah, strong second
definitely should be not a lot better, but they should be better.
Yeah, they can inch
should
towards
be
40.
better. Yeah, exactly. So, and that's pretty much a playing team. So,
Let's shoot for 40.
So it's a playing team in the East. I
Yeah.
don't know. The West there might be a fucking 50-win team in the playoffs this year.
God,
I mean, the play-in. It's going to be
God,
crazy.
God.
What did the play-in teams have last year in the West? Was it like 46 wins to get you a play-in berth?
Something like that. I'll
Let's
check.
see.
It was crazy.
Something damning,
But
bro.
all right, so who do we have left though?
In this division, we have nobody. That's all 5 in this division.
Oh,
So
perfect.
last division now is a Central Division. One more to get to.
Ugh, man, I'm going on a speed run.
It is kind of a nasty division.
Yeah.
Actually, no. it's
Actually,
good.
no. Okay, so the Mavs were the 10 seed with 39 wins.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, the bottom of the West fell off a cliff last year. Holy shit.
Yeah,
they
so,
could sneak
so
into
Memphis was the 8 seed at 48, and then Sacramento was the 9 seed at 40.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was just only the top 8 had good records last year.
But yeah, 2 through 8 are separated by 4 games, and then
Oh
there was
yeah,
a
because
drop
the match
off.
the injuries and everything, so they fell off hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, hey Blazers,
They're
we're
in.
cooking.
Yeah,
Let's go.
they could
We're
be
cooking.
in. They could be in. If
All right,
all,
cool.
if all goes well.
Ooh, last
Listen,
division.
somebody gets hurt every year,
Yeah.
so it's understandable. Okay, Central Division, first team, Cleveland Cavaliers. This team kind of stayed pat, didn't do a whole lot, so there's not a massive game-changing thing for this team. But the one thing I think you need to know is Lonzo Ball is not Ty Jerome, and that is going to make a big difference for the identity of their bench. Because last year, Ty Jerome's scoring was essential to that bench unit working, and really not even his scoring, his ball handling and ability to make paint touches. Because the entire MO of the Cavs, I should say, offense these days is constantly create a paint touch, constantly keep the ball moving, use your slashers to create open threes, specifically from the corners. Make it so teams can't help on your slashers because the corners will always be open and you will hit them every single time. Ty Jerome was great at that. And he's not there anymore. Lonzo Ball won't be great at that in the half court. So you're losing that from your team. But Lonzo Ball is such a unique connector. I think he can play with Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell more than Ty Jerome could. So that's an additive. And just everything that we know he can bring as a transition passer, pushing the ball, adding a certain new pace to this team. That could be pretty good in the bench units where you have one big and Lonzo Ball running, with spacing around those two. That could be interesting. Overall, though, it'll be a huge shift in how they play without all their starters on the floor.
Yeah,
I pray to God that he stays healthy, man.
Yeah, that's also that too.
That's a human. That's
That's
always. He's missed like 2 seasons. Only played over 60 games one time in his career, or 60 games in general one time in his career.
Yeah, but I think the last couple of years of injuries, it wasn't like a bunch of nagging injuries. It was like one serious thing that was had to get over, and I think he's over that now for the most part. So he was fragile before that, so it might happen again. But I think as far as what's held him back last year, I think he's over that.
I pray to God.
I hope so.
Mhm.
But okay,
Yeah, and then that's interesting.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Cavs are probably the favorites out east, and losing Ty Jerome isn't nothing, but it's substantive. It was very important they had a third guard who can maintain the same exact play style of Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell,
Yeah.
and they don't have that anymore. But I kind of trust Kenny Atkinson to maximize what Lonzo Ball does bring.
Yeah, I 100% agree for sure.
No one else has Cavs thoughts. Next
Nope,
team.
weird. Check it out.
Next team we have.
no,
Yeah.
is
I'm also trying. I'm trying to. Yeah, they are the favorites out east.
Yeah, it had to be. Next team is the Detroit Pistons. What is one thing people need to know?
They
about
need to
Cade?
know. They need to know that Jaden Ivey's coming back, and I think that is very substantive for them because one, Malik Beasley's not there this year,
True.
and so you have another guard that can play. Theoretically, can play alongside Cade and alleviate some of the ball handling, but also giving you some scoring. You can supplement Malik Beasley's shooting, hopefully, with the addition of Duncan Robinson, and so you still have your shooting. You still have another guard who can kind of play alongside Cade. So offensively, you should be fine, and there shouldn't be so much pressure on Cade. And then you still have Asar Thompson. You still have Ron Holland. You still have Beef Stew. You still have all these guys that defensively you can still hold up. So I think the re-addition of Jaden Ivey allows you to figure out what he really is, because he was hooping before, he was playing well before he got hurt. So the fact he's coming back is big for them, and it's especially good in this specific version of the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, and even so he'll be there. The biggest thing isn't he's there as in he's the answer necessarily. It's we'll finally find out if he's the answer, and if not, they're gonna make a move. They need a second guard pretty badly. They need another creator there, unless Asar Thompson develops a shot overnight and he becomes an on-ball player, which I love Asar Thompson. I'm not expecting that right now. So yeah, either it's Jaden Ivey or it's a trade for another shooting guard that can score and alleviate pressure off of Cade. We'll know by midseason which one we go for.
Yeah, I think this is easily one of the teams in the league that's you can pencil them in for something to happen, because they now no longer are in NBA purgatory. They have the franchise guy. They just need to focus on putting him in the best position to win, and the best way to do that is also give him the weapons to go ahead and do so he can be the best version of himself. And they need one badly. Unless that happens when it comes to Jaden Ivey or Asar Thompson, they gotta pray for Ron Holland to go ahead and develop that offensive game. And he looked damn good in Summer League, but again, it's Summer League. Everybody can look good in Summer League. So yeah, they're on trade watch for sure.
Yeah,
Right.
and it's one of the more vital. I don't think this is a year where where trades are quite as hot topic at the start of the year. But there's some years where we're immediately talking about teams like, oh, they need to make this move, especially with like Lakers and Warriors being in flux as of late, the teams we talk about the most. That's not really the case this year, I don't think. But a second offensive star next to Cade is the number one, I think, necessary trade target in the league right now. Amongst teams trying to make an impact and players and teams we care about, he needs help. We saw it in the playoffs last year. He can't be the end all be all playing like Luka with all that usage.
Yeah, especially if if they're winning and Jaden Ivey doesn't look great, then it's like, oh no, there is pressure to go out and get this done right now.
Especially because like they don't have Malik Beasley anymore, and they're not gonna have Dennis Schroeder anymore as well. So you lost a little bit of playmaking. So now I think about even more through those things that I just said. They need to make a trade.
They can still bring Malik Beasley back, right? He's still a free agent.
Yeah, but I'm not banking on that.
Yeah, I don't know either. But
Yeah.
I wonder how that's going to play out. I don't know if he's like cleared by the league to be signed by a team, or if teams are just staying away with it, not touching him with a 10-foot pole.
It's probably the latter. I think he's clear. I think people can sign him, but
He was cleared of like criminal misconduct, I think, but it's still an NBA investigation.
that's fair.
So I don't know. He doesn't have Fed charges, but NBA is still looking at him with the.
Yeah.
Jaden, save their life, please.
They're noticing.
Please.
Who do you? I wonder. We haven't thought about it all, so I'm not put you on the spot. But I wonder what guards are become available. There's always stars that come available at some point in the seasons. I wonder who's gonna be this
I
year.
pray to God the Kings get smart and finally go ahead and trade away, or not finally, but go ahead and trade away Zach LaVine.
Yeah, that could always be interesting. That's so much money.
Yeah.
Maybe the Celtics surprise us and move Derek White, which I doubt is gonna happen. But like, if that you could see that path happening, that would be awesome for Cade.
Can't do that.
Obviously, Jaylen Brown, but that's not happening.
You could bet anyone with Cade, it would be fire.
Hey, listen, Michael Porter Jr., get ready to speak Detroit.
God,
Oh,
I hope
no,
not,
no,
man.
no, no,
Hell
no,
nah, no.
no.
You know that MJ meme?
No,
Cameron Thomas, get ready to speak Detroit.
No.
Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
No.
Jonathan Kuminga, get ready to speak Detroit.
I want that. I'm good.
Fuck, who can I land on?
It's okay. Keep
Bogdan
thinking.
Bogdanovich, get ready to speak Detroit. He's a third string Clippers shooting guard right now.
Oh man,
We can make something happen.
That's
Also-
funny as hell.
I'm all done. I'm checked out.
Oh,
I'm done with my 10 teams.
Okay, I think I got 3 more teams.
There's
left.
3 more teams here. Chicago Bulls. What is
Yes.
one thing people need to know?
So the Chicago Bulls. One thing that people need to know: New year, same mid. Ain't nothing changed.
And they never will. I've seen comments saying, why do they refuse to talk about the Bulls? Why do they refuse to respect the Bulls? Because it's funny. And it will never not be funny. The Bulls suck, and they still suck, and they're still uninteresting. They pay Josh Giddey. It wasn't a bad market rate contract, but they still pay Josh Giddey, which is a general rule. You something you don't want to do. And that is not making me more excited to talk about them. Neither do their additions in the draft. I love Modest Buzelis. I hate everything else about this team.
Yeah, don't get mad at us. You don't like watching your team. So like how are you expecting us to like it?
And I have a social obligation to you as viewers to talk about every team. I don't have a social obligation to you as viewers to be nice to every team. And this will be the one that I'd never be nice to
Yeah.
unless there's a regime change, and then we'll celebrate.
There's only thing that I'd be looking forward to for the Bulls is like hoping that Modest Buzelis can continue to go ahead and take some steps, which he probably will. Now, will the Bulls hold him back? I don't know. I don't know what any of that looks like. But he's the only like positive outlook that I'm like actually expecting to make real noise.
Okay. Milwaukee Bucks. What is one thing people need to know about the Bucks?
Man, oh man.
It's already over.
They're cooked. It's over. It's been over. There was a tweet that or a quote that came out through a Giannis interview just 2 days ago, and he said these specific words: "I hope they never trade me, but mentally I'm preparing for it."
This motherfucker is sneaky.
Like he's been finessing you your entire life, bro. Because he always like to say these things like, "Yeah, I'm loyal to the soil."
No,
and all
you
that.
are not.
And he's a Hall of Fame manipulator, bro.
I want to say that he low-key is a manipulator.
He's a
media.
Hall of Fame manipulator. What do you mean?
I've
like
been saying
they're gonna
it. I've
trade
been
me?
saying it.
Yes.
I've been saying it.
like,
He is
yeah.
not as loyal as everybody says. Every opportunity that he gets to sneak this, to say, yo, I'm kind of out of here. I kind of don't want to be here. He takes that
And now
opportunity.
he's saying, bro,
Well, no,
maybe
no, no,
I want to
no.
be here. You
No.
may not want me
No,
here.
no. He's not saying I don't want to be here. He's less brave than that. He's sprinkling in the idea of him not being here, but saying it's not going to be because of his own accord. He's soft launching the idea of his presence no longer being in Milwaukee, but not saying it's because I want to
I'm
be out of here.
telling you,
That makes it more
don't
manipulative.
go for it.
He's
Don't
saying-
do it.
It's not you, it's me. I can't do
Not
this.
even though he's saying it might not be me, it's you. Be prepared for it to be you. He's
How do
speaking
you
into
break
his
up
own
with
voice.
someone like that?
He doesn't. He wants the Bucks to break up with him.
That's literally what it is. He wants the idea of being loyal so bad.
Understand? I see your game. Giannis. I know who you are. I see the kind of person you are. I've seen this play.
Yo,
He said, "I am you. I get it."
this is a tactic.
This is in my playbook too.
God, man.
He said, "I know how to lie, and I see your games."
Dude,
Listen, pistol formation, halfback stretch. I run this. I've seen this.
Okay, both of you guys right now, can you try to name me the best Bucks starting five that you could build from this roster?
Okay, let me pull the Bucks depth chart. So obviously we're gonna have.
No.
So obviously Giannis and Miles Turner are gonna be
cool. 5
in
and
that.
4.
Okay, I got their depth chart pulled up. Here we are.
Let's do it.
So the point guards. Oh my God, Kevin Porter, Cole Anthony, Ryan Rollins are your point guard options. We could go no point guards and play like a point Giannis thing, but even then we have Gary Trent Jr., AJ Green, and Gary Harris as the main shooting guards. Andre Jackson Jr. I guess we got to start Kevin Porter's trash ass.
You don't have no other than Miles Turner and Giannis. You have no at least 80 overalls
Mind you.
according to 2K, bruh.
Listen, we just laid out the fact that Giannis is a manipulator and that we don't condone that. I understand it though. This sucks. This is awful. They are one Giannis high ankle sprain away from being some of the most deplorable basketball that we have seen in the last 6 to 7 years.
I guess the best starting lineup is the one we have on screen right now is like the projected one. Kevin Porter, Gary Trent gives you some ball handling, at least in those two guard positions. Gary Trent has flashes of really hot shooting that gives you good spacing. People won't help off of him. Kyle Kuzma, I'll pray for a bounce back.
Jesus.
And then Kevin Porter, Miles Turner. That's really the best you can do. You can start Torian Prince if you want over Gary Trent Jr., but I'd rather have the upside of Gary Trent Jr.'s hot shooting, I guess. And like the safest option would be Gary Trent and Torian Prince as your backcourt and like point Giannis, but that's not really how you want to play that much pressure on them.
Do you think you can build a better team than that? Psych, trick question. You can't. This team is fucked in every single angle. And the one thing that you need to know again is, or another thing you need to know is they're going to trade Giannis. They have no choice.
They do
Whether
have
it
a
be
choice.
this summer.
What's the thing though? They can't though because they just stretched Damian Lillard. Their books are fucked. Oh, I guess never
They
mind.
can
I
trade
guess
him
if you trade
regardless, yeah.
Giannis, it doesn't matter about your books because you'll be rebuilding. So maybe that's
Yeah.
fine. Actually, I take that back. But that is an insane move. That signals only thing that matters to us is keeping Giannis. Because you're not going to build a great roster ever with Damian Lillard having $25 million on your books for the next 3 years. You literally cannot build a good roster
Expect Giannis to drop 33, 12, and 7, bro, throughout this entire year.
and be the 5 seed in the East. I mean, they'll probably be like
The East is so bad.
They have-
Damn it.
yeah, but they have Giannis and they have spacing, so they'll be a good team.
Maybe not this year, but I think next year that's when things may get really nasty. If they get if they
They
go
can't
outside
be.
in the playoffs again too.
They can't be horrible, is what I'm saying with Giannis. Like if he's healthy, they can't be bad. Like straight up, they'll be like an even net rating team at worst case scenario with Giannis and spacing. So that's what's weird is we're talking all this shit and they're gonna start the season and be like a fake ass 4 seed and Bucks fans are gonna have a victory lap and like that's gonna be their ceiling. And their floor isn't that much lower. They're gonna be between 4 and 6 no matter what.
7?
Sure, I mean if team makes a leap, it's possible. But you know what I mean? Like they'll be in that like back half of the playoffs range because Giannis is Giannis. But there's no chance they break into that top 3 and real contenders in the East.
No. At all.
Zero chance.
So
bro.
it's just it's a zero sum game. Like there's nothing to be gained, not a whole lot to be lost. It's just gonna be waste of everybody's time, bro.
He's over here trying to prove a point that he's loyal. You don't want to be there.
If they trade me, man, I don't want it to happen.
Weird. I don't even know what we just pointed out as the one thing you know about them. The one thing you know about them is they're fucked, I guess.
Yeah.
They're cooked. That's what I said off
Oh,
top,
okay, there
bro.
you go.
Yeah.
I got nothing better for you.
Yeah.
What is one thing people need to know about the Indiana Pacers?
Interesting. The last team.
asked.
Yeah, exactly. The Indiana Pacers, the one thing that you need to know is that someone on this roster is going to take a leap. Now, will it be a good leap or a bad leap? You can leap, or you could leap backwards. I don't
There's only
know.
one kind of bad leap. Like,
I think the one thing you need to know about them is
Yeah.
they acquired their first round pick back, and that will be important because if they have a lackluster season, or if Pascal Siakam misses any time at all, and this team falls apart and becomes extraordinarily mid, they are primed for a stealth tank. And I know that's not their MO. I know they're the type of team that wants to win every year, and they have young players that can be elevated. They're going to try to win up front. They're going to elevate Benedict Mathurin, make him be more of a scoring option. They're going to elevate Nembhard. Yeah, Nembhard. They're going to make him be the lead point guard. Hope he can make a Jalen Brunson type leap and be the next backup guy that can be a top tier player. They're going to aim for that. But if they swing and they miss even a little bit and injuries stack up and all of a sudden they're facing extended time they have to survive, they will not survive. They will roll over and die, and it will be for the betterment of the team because they have their first round pick now.
Yes. But on the other side of things, if things go ahead and pan out, Pascal's able to remain healthy, Jay Huff, who came the fuck out of nowhere last year and became a productive NBA player for the Memphis Grizzlies. He's definitely known for his reverse dunks and his ability to stretch the floor. Good player. If those things happen, again, going back to the breakout player type conversation that we were having, it's either going to be Nembhard. I think all signs point towards him genuinely taking a leap as a player, but that's not necessarily safe because he's so different from regular season versus playoff Nembhard. Or Benedict Mathurin, this may finally be your time to go ahead and showcase to the world why you were a lottery pick. This is the guy who, when he got drafted, I think he said some crazy quote like he's better than. He said, if LeBron James is better than me, he got to prove it or something like that. Yeah. Some crazy. This is his last opportunity, Jenny, to like
it's your last chance to prove you're better than LeBron.
Level like conversation. Can you be like a borderline all-star? Can you be one of the like the like premier wing talent league?
Also,
I don't know.
I have a question for you guys. Do you guys know who the Pacers traded with to get their pick back?
Pelicans.
The Pelicans. Dummies.
Did Joe Dumars do that trade?
I don't know, but it's the franchise, so I'm just
I don't know if he was fully in
the
control
Benson
then.
family approved that trade.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're an interesting team.
Now they did approve that trade before Tyrese blew out his Achilles.
Yeah,
so
2 days
like
before.
mostly a luck thing, but still,
Yeah.
not a good thing to have in your track record.
And again, they'll try to be good, and I think they have a solid chance of maintaining competitiveness. You know, like those players, like that's a decent bet that they can be solid without Tyrese Halliburton.
No, never mind. That was Dumars.
Oh shit! Damn, Dumars. Ruining everything.
Joe. But okay, they can be solid, but again, it's nice that they have a backup plan if things don't go well because it's pretty hard to maintain health. And without Tyrese Halliburton, they have like zero ability to weather the storm of injuries.
Yeah.
And that's not even getting to what Miles Turner brought to that team with the spacing. We're assuming Jay Huff can walk in and do some of that. It's a big fucking assumption. Like Miles Turner is disappointing in a lot of ways, but vital to what they do in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So like that does mean something to have lost him.
Yeah.
Johnny Furphy.
Yeah. So
Do some for me.
we could look up and they're like 2-15. Like that. Like that's like possible. Like they have a disaster.
I don't
Nah,
think
2-15
is
You're
is
right.
outrageous.
That's extreme. But
Yeah.
whatever. You know, we could look up and they're like not in the play-in race, and then an injury happens and they fold and do a stealth tank.
I don't even know if they're bad enough to do that. I think Rick Carlisle's too good of a coach to get.
I mean, the East is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Again, 2-15 was too dramatic. I shouldn't have said that.
I think they're gonna be in the playing
Like,
race
yeah,
bare
they're
minimum. I'll
probably-
even be disappointed if they're
They're
in that.
10.
I'm saying, you could look up and they're 10 in the
Wow.
East, and then somebody misses time, and then things cascade, and now all of a sudden you look up, oh my God, we're 12.
Yeah.
There's 42 games left. Let's tank.
Maybe. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Like I'm not expecting that play.
I mean, they can't go any lower than 12.
Low key, I mean,
Hell no, they can't.
Because like Brooklyn, Charlotte, and Washington are gonna take those bottom.
we're
three
cutting
spots.
them a lot. I don't know. We're doing a lot of assumption off of what they did in bench lineups when the other minutes were led by Tyrese Halliburton. It's like I get why we're doing this. Top 8 in the East. If you tell me it's Cleveland, Boston, actually, does Boston gonna stay in the top 8? You think?
Yeah,
I
top
don't-
8.
Okay, no order. Let's say they maintain their bottom half of this. Obviously, no order.
They
Okay.
could be top 8.
Okay.
Okay, top 8 could be some order of Boston, Cleveland, New York, Milwaukee. They have Giannis will be there. Detroit, Orlando, if they're healthy, will be there. Atlanta will be there. That's 7 teams already.
Philly.
Philly,
Philly,
if Joel Embiid
fuck.
has some form of health, you can see them being top 8. Miami, the Tyler Hero injury mucks it up. Let's not say Miami for now.
Toronto.
Toronto, you tell me
I
they
think
jump
they
them?
could be.
That's 9 teams now.
Could.
Chicago is always the 9th seed, so they're going to be top 10. That's 10 teams.
Okay, so you're fighting with Miami. You're fighting with Miami and Chicago for the 10th spot.
Yeah, and then Charlotte,
They
Washington,
can do
Brooklyn, the other teams. I'm assuming they just stay trash.
Yeah. Okay.
So
they
like,
can
if you
do
tell me they're close to that range and like aren't definitively top 8, like that's super possible. And if they're on the fringe and they will have injuries at some point, they could flip the switch to stealth tank pretty quickly.
Thank God they have their own pick, man.
Exactly. It'll be good for them. I
We
kinda
did
hope,
it, Joe.
I hope they suck. Like they need to get a top
Joe was
pick
out
there.
here saving organizations left and right, man. I was in despair. 'cause I had
Saving
no
every
picks.
team but his own.
Yeah,
They're
man.
breathing life into the league.
He's
We
really-
need Joe Dumars in the league.
Yeah, he's really doing more.
Competitive
for the league.
balance is only possible when you have dumb fucks across the league to help the smart fucks.
He's an inside agent from the NBA. I said, the Eastern Conference is tough. We gotta get talent out
we
there.
need parity.
Yo, that's a great conspiracy theory.
So that is one thing that you need to know about every single NBA team. We have a mega marathon episode for you guys. We're going to be touching 4 hours maybe. And with that being said, let's move on to the second half of this episode. The first TikTok time of the new season, of the preseason, of the preview portion of the year. Lift the crayons up.
We move.
That was an anticlimactic thud.
I know.
Doesn't
That
even
was
sound
heavier.
Welcome to TikTok time. Today, we're going to start off, the first episode of this new season with what I think is a staple of our show. We are going to react to ESPN's new top 100 list.
My brain is already breaking.
Every year they come out with their list where they project for this season who they expect to be the top 100 players by the end of the year. And every year, it makes us mad. Let's see if this year is any different. I'm going to show you a series of players from this list. You guess where ESPN ranked them.
You know they're good at their job. You
They're
know it's gonna make us
Great
mad.
rage bait. So just keep in mind, it is projecting. And I think people will often lose that element of that. They just respect it for what it is right now in today's league. They're trying to account for what we don't know yet, which is a fool's errand, but let's try. First player up on this list, we have LaMelo Ball.
Okay, so very injury prone.
Has
Didn't
barely
really-
played,
Didn't
but
really-
he got up a lot of points last year. Is that-
Meaningless points though. The efficiency was indeed dog shit.
but is that enough to make him a top 50 player?
No, I think
There's a lot of good players in the league these days.
I
ESPN
know.
will probably be lower on him. He didn't necessarily he put up points, but you're not gonna sit here and call him one of the better shooters. Can't call him one of the better playmakers, and you won't call him that either.
That's the
doesn't-
weird part is the playmaking hasn't been elite as his career has gone on. I feel like that's in some ways kind of regressed, probably because of talent around him, but
Facts.
I don't think he's
Exactly.
devoid of blame.
He
Like-
doesn't. Yeah,
There's
he's not the best shooter, not the best passer. Doesn't have the best tattoos.
He's not
I'm gonna-
finishing.
I'm gonna go 64.
There's no insane developmental curve. I'm going to go ahead and say he was 78.
63.
Ooh,
Donovan
man.
was very,
Okay,
very,
okay,
very close.
Okay. I
And
don't
was-
know how I feel about that.
I feel like
It makes
decent.
sense, outside the top 50, but kind of in that next tier.
Mhm.
And obviously, if LaMelo does put it together, he is gonna be one of the 50 best players in the league. And if you can have something that's pretty decent,
He's right ahead of Denny at 66, Aaron Nesmith at 65, Lou Dort at 64. So he's right next to premier role players.
I think he should be above all those guys. But Denny's
mean-
a very
I mean, he
interesting
is-
conversation.
you know what? That actually makes sense because this is the quintessential would you rather be the number one option, but your team goes nowhere, or
Yeah.
are you contributing to winning? Are you scalable?
Here's where it gets funny. Christian Brown is number 62, right above it.
Oh, hell. Christian Braun. Bro,
Contributes to winning.
shout out to Jokic, man. He does God's work.
Christian Brown at 62, LaMelo at 63.
Go to hell, man. This is not even.
It's just, I get it. It's just funny to see it next to each other. I don't view Christian Brown in the same lens as the other elite role players, but
I
again,
don't even get the
they're,
Christian Braun
they're
thing.
projecting a jump in Christian Brown this year.
Okay, you're right. Yeah,
So,
I got it.
okay.
They seen Christian Braun. They said, "Ooh, look a little black this year. Got a little fade." Okay.
Cade Cunningham.
Okay,
Ooh, he got to be way higher. I think he's
Yeah.
top 30. He got to be top 30.
he's for sure top 30. I think Cade obviously had a leap last year, made the All-Star team, finally showed everybody, listen, it just wasn't my fault. They just weren't giving me anything to work with. Because it's projection and because the East is so bad, I can see a scenario where they look at Cade, they see him take a leap as a scorer, take him to be even more efficient. I'm gonna say 23
I'm
for
gonna go
Cade.
I'm gonna go higher than that. I think they're gonna call him damn near a top 15 player. I'm gonna say they put him at 15.
I'm
They
going
put
23.
Cade Cunningham at 12.
Fuck.
That's not crazy. Projecting for this coming season,
That's still high. That 12
Top
is
12.
high.
No,
I think it's in the
maybe not
realm
really.
possibility. So
Tw-
we'll
12
go,
12 is
we'll
high.
go over to the list. He's at 12, right ahead of Evan Mobley. If you tell me they should be next to
Okay.
each other, okay. And then Anthony Davis at 14. They're saying he drops off a little
Yeah, you
bit.
take a step back.
Yeah. Donovan Mitchell at 15. That's not crazy to tell me Cade is slightly better than these guys.
Donovan Mitchell conversation is very interesting, but it could happen. It definitely could happen. And I could see a world where I look up and it's February or whatever, I'm like, holy shit, bro. Cade is going crazy. He's averaging all these assists, 10 assists a game, 26 points or whatever it might be. I could see that.
You know, I mean,
could see-
okay,
you know, top 12.
if he's averaging 26 and 12, then like, okay, you got it.
And that's
His
pretty
numbers
possible.
weren't, huh?
That's pretty possible too.
Yeah, his numbers weren't far away from that last year.
12
either.
was just kind of hard to get to, but it's like if you tell me he's 26 and 9,
Yeah.
I think I'll predict that actually.
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
Fair point.
Last year, 67. They did him insanely dirty last year, and now they had to repent with
yeah.
Blaze.
Really?
Yeah, like a 2024 rank. You see it on the screen.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, so we can see that for everybody.
Damn, bro. That's insane.
Yeah, we'll see
That's-
everybody's version from last year compared to this year.
The craziest jump. Okay. Not
Next
bad.
player, Brandon Ingram.
Oh, now he's probably a player that they did extremely dirty because over the course of the year, you really ain't see much. His season has just been destroyed by injuries, and he was also a Pelican. No one's watching you. I'm gonna say he's probably like 70.
Yeah, being in New Orleans and then getting deported is very, very tough in terms of your PR. How many eyes are actually on you? I'm with you. We'll go 76.
He's 77.
Damn. What?
I'm kind of on it.
We don't like that though.
And
We don't
Ingram
like that you're on
77.
it.
76 is Brandon Miller, which to me is crazy. Unless I'm again.
so much
It's
better.
like, it's like Brandon Ingram and then like Brandon Miller. Can you be Brandon Ingram?
Yeah. Like, okay, but I guess they're projecting a jump from Brandon Miller, which again, last year, 2024 ranked, they ranked him 68. So now Brandon Miller is lower. So they're a little bit lower on him. They said
Okay.
he didn't make a big leap, but apparently they're still. Ingram went from 40 to 77. Ingram didn't play. He's not 37 spots worse because he was injured and then the fucking Raptors were tanking. So, I mean, the logic isn't there at all.
I guess injuries scare them a lot. God damn.
No, every year you do have to know like this list is always going to be very reactionary
Yeah.
to what just happened. And
I guess what they're doing is they're probably assuming he'll get hurt again and he won't provide value.
yeah, and when you haven't seen somebody play for an entire year, then like yeah, you're gonna drop.
Okay. Tyler Hero.
All-Star
He had a
season.
good year, yeah.
I'm assuming this list was finalized before the injury news came out.
For sure.
They could have
I'd
tweaked it,
assume
though.
so.
Maybe.
I'm gonna say they
Like
think he's like
47?
top 50. I'm gonna say 50.
Actually,
They might do a lot with him, actually. He was an all-star. You're right.
yeah. So are we thinking like 41 maybe?
I'm gonna go 37, even higher.
That's nice. I like that number. Yeah, 37.
He's 68.
Ooh!
Damn, bro. Hey, man. I don't even like Tyler
They
Hero like
looked at him.
that.
They said, "Your chain fake."
Damn,
That's
68.
insane.
That's not right, man. That's not
Now,
right at
this
all.
is because of the injury, clearly. But then again, last year he was 76, so maybe they just don't fuck with Tyler Hero.
Yo, there's someone in that office who just don't fuck with Tyler Hero at all. It's clear as day.
Who Windhorse did the write up? Yeah.
And right ahead of him, Cameron Johnson.
Okay, I guess.
Cam
Dead
Johnson-
66.
Okay.
This has to be because of the injury, I guess.
This kind of touches on going back to what you said about like, okay, would you rather have like a star player who necessarily might not be the best star versus elite role players
Yeah,
on a championship team?
it does feel like and we talked about it earlier in the summer, but like the entire league is kind of moving away from like bucket getters.
And small guards that only do buckets.
Yeah, and so now like the ranking is also moving away from bucket.
You know what it
getters.
is?
We're
In the-
losing recipes. We're losing bucket
Yeah.
recipes.
Nah, you know what it is? What hurt his PR? In the playoffs, they asked Darius Garland what the plan is against the Heat, and he said, attack Tyler Hero. And everybody was like, damn, they do attack Tyler
Yeah.
Hero a lot. And we realized he's a liability.
68 though.
Darius Garland kills PR. Salute.
Dude, 68 is kind of nasty, man.
John Morant.
You know what? That's also very good mind games in the middle in the playoffs.
That was
so
funny.
Good job.
And it worked.
They got to disrespect him even more, man.
Let's go 89.
89.
No, but he wasn't hurt last year, so they're not going to ding him that much.
I'm with it. Let's go. Okay, you know what? Not that much. 86. There we go.
They just find a way to hate every controversial player that'll piss you off.
Yeah.
So this is no different.
86.
Nah, they respect him. 33.
Okay, this is about right.
That's
Like,
pretty valid.
I think. I don't even know how to think about John Morant and what he's going to be doing next year. But I feel like this is accurate no matter like if you think he's going to take a leap or stay the exact same. This is like a good medium.
Yeah,
And what's
this doesn't-
cool is Jaren Jackson's 31, right ahead of him.
You know what? After the season that Jaren had, fair.
Franz, 32,
You got it.
projecting a jump.
Okay.
And Jaren Jaw, 33.
But he was 20 last year, which last year they gave him all the credit in the world
Yeah.
in terms of like, listen, you're coming off the injury, but you are still John Morant.
Yep.
And
Honestly, 33 is perfectly fair. That's probably where I'd rank him. When Christmas time comes and we redo our rankings after the start of the season, I expect John Morant will be one of the first cuts on my list.
Okay.
So I respect that ranking, ESPN.
Potentially.
Scotty Barnes,
Oh, hell, man.
after a bad year, but reason to believe he'll bounce back.
I'm going to say 55.
57. I was thinking 55.
55, 57, goddamn, he's 30.
They think that he's gonna have a bounce back year, pretty much.
They think he's back to
they're
all-star
banking
level.
on it. And if you're thinking that he's gonna be back to all-star level, be one of the top 30 players, be a all-star in the NBA again, okay, that's not crazy.
I think it's brave after last year and how bad it was. But if that's your conviction, you are on Scotty Barnes Island still. Salute to you.
It's a lot. You're super brave. You definitely have your legacy. No, your legacy's on the line is a drag, but hey, man.
Now fuck that, Brian Windhorst. What are you prepared to do about it if you're wrong?
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, again, they're just high on him, which it's understandable to be high on him, but it's maybe a little bit too high.
Very risky.
Zion Williamson.
55. this
Keep in mind he's skinny now.
But what if they went ahead and looked at again the Zion Williamson play chart and noticed that this could be a year where he plays 70 games.
I don't know. I still
He did lose a lot of weight too. Consider that as well.
I understand that, but what are we doing here? I'm going 55 with Zion
I'm going to say they gave him
because they did. Remember they did Embiid dirty, or was it them or
Everybody doesn't be dirty.
Well, yeah, but you have a history of players that consistently miss whole seasons, be kind of down. I think that they should be at
I didn't put
55.
Embiid on here because I'm tired of that, but they also did him dirty again. He's 80.
Okay, I think they put Zion. He's younger than Embiid though.
and still misses the same amount of games.
He's
it
also
doesn't
less
really matter.
broken than Embiid.
Yeah, if you're younger, you're less broken. I think they gave him 42.
61.
Fuck me, man. Never mind. Fuck. 61 is kind of nasty.
Yep. So he's right ahead of LaMelo Ball at 63, Christian Brown at 61. Then you got
See?
Zion at 61. I mean,
Who's 60?
60 is Austin Reeves.
Oh, yeah.
Fair.
You're going, nah, man.
Fair play.
59, Jalen Suggs.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, let's get it.
I'm kind of with it now.
Let's
I
get
like
it.
this. Okay.
Paul George.
What'd you say Embiid
Ooh.
was?
I forgot.
80. He's at 80. So
I
80?
pulled him ass. He was late on the list.
okay, I think he's going to be 99.
99.
I go 87.
Paul George is 53.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Better than that. Get
That's
out of
okay.
here.
That's actually dumb.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if Zion is gonna be 55, the talent that Zion still has to be one of the better players in the league, that's still there. Paul George isn't going to be one of the better players in the league, one of the players that you can rely that you can build your franchise around at this point. He also is missing mad time.
Exactly.
He should be much lower than 53.
It's dumb for that reason.
By that logic.
Yes, exactly. By that logic, it's even dumber because of that, bro.
Rudy Gobert.
Older now, still can lead defenses.
I would say he took a step back offensively last year, but then he also went sicko mode against the Lakers in the playoffs. So that's going to be in people's heads.
Didn't he have a 27-point game against the Lakers?
He did.
Damn.
20.
Fuck,
90,
man.
91.
Damn.
No. I think he's going to be...
91's ridiculous.
No,
You're a
no.
hater.
No. I think he's got to be 53 or something like that. You're
He's 49.
Yeah, god damn.
91. Fuck off.
What is wrong with you, man?
I didn't know what they were thinking.
Jeez.
Why would they think 91?
No, that's what you
For
were thinking
next
probably.
year?
Facts.
Yeah.
For next year, projecting that Gobert, who already took his offense is not good.
You
on.
wanted him to be 91.
Facts.
Where would you put him? Be real.
He was licking his chops, ready to hate.
I mean,
he
I-
put him at 92.
I thought we were all gonna put him at 90. My bad. I thought we were on the same page. But
Hell no, 90's crazy.
Nah.
You want to see who's 91? Who do you
yeah,
think,
who's 90?
who do you think 91 is? Take a guess.
I don't know. Peyton Pritchard or
Jalen
something?
Johnson.
Anthony
I don't
Simons?
know.
Anthony Simons. I don't think he's top 100. 91 is Drew Holiday. And 90 is Nas Reed.
Damn, okay. Fuck. You thought it was that bad?
Andrew Wiggins, 89.
My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, 49 for Rudy Gobert, which is fine.
72. My bad. My bad.
Jimmy Butler.
Ooh, he got hurt last year,
But he's still in. I would put Jimmy Butler in the top.
but he got it still.
Let's put Jimmy Butler at 27.
He's definitely bare minimum top 40 still.
Yeah.
He can win. I think I go 25.
They put him 18.
A little high, but you know what?
His impact is crazy.
The impact is crazy, and you're going to get him on a full season without all of the distractions of I don't want to be here or whatever. So, again, projecting out for this next year, I don't hate this.
Last year he was 28. A year older. Jumping up 10 spots?
That's right where I had him.
That's just, you know what that is? That's Warriors propaganda. Everything
dude.
Steph Curry touches turns to fucking gold.
Okay.
He's right above Jaylen Brown. Okay.
I don't know if I like that.
Yeah.
Potentially, I
I
might.
I'm not high enough on Jaylen Brown to be outraged.
Yeah.
But okay. 20 is Kawhi Leonard.
Okay. Whatever.
21 is Bam.
Huh.
You know
Slightly
what?
better
That
than Bam.
feels
Okay.
that feels fun.
Yeah.
Like
You could say he's better than each and every one of those.
Man, I kind of don't like the whole tier now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, that's a little
yeah.
too much.
Well, I don't want to spoil anything else, but yeah, weird tier. Amen Thompson.
Oh man.
Again, it's projection. Ultimate projection player. You can project Amen Thompson to be LeBron if you want to.
Are they gonna go ahead and put him at like 23
23?
or so? Yeah, exactly.
23 would be crazy. He is number 37.
Okay. Projection's not it's not bad at all.
yeah, I feel like the highest of highs for Amen Thompson believers and truthers will probably put him at 23, but 37 is absolutely.
They're
fair.
saying he'll be just better than Darius Garland. You know, okay.
You know what? That's fine. Darius Garland's awesome.
Yeah.
Darius
and
Garland's an
Desmond
all-star
Bane.
though. That's a lot.
Desmond Bain, that's a crazy
Wait,
picture.
talk about
Why did they use that picture?
Because he got traded.
Oh, yeah, because he got traded.
Yeah, he
They
had to
couldn't
do-
use nothing else.
Wait, they
Damn.
have pictures of him in a Magic jersey. They did a photo shoot.
Yeah.
And then Aaron Gordon at 40, which is a high.
Wait, go back to the Desmond Bain.
Yo, his arms are disgustingly small, man.
You know what it is? He has a short neck and a big head. That makes it look crazier.
He looks like a basketball player in a TV show.
Like an All-American
Yeah.
for basketball. Good thing he's a bucket. Yeah, Amen Thompson 37. That's a fine projection, I
It's not,
think.
not
They didn't do too much. Like they could have been like
Yeah.
20. He's gonna be a superstar right away. They refrained.
Yeah.
Karl Anthony Towns, second year with the New York Knicks PR boost, coming with an offensive-minded coach that might unlock him.
This might be 23.
He had an all-star year, averaged 25.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna look at him and say he's one of like the 25 best players. I'll go 23.
You know what? I think they may put him at like 24, 25.
27.
Okay.
So you guys are in the same range.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fair. It's understandable. Chet Holmgren is 24.
I'd rather have Chet Holmgren on my team personally.
Yep. So makes sense to me.
So, okay.
Oh, I fucking forgot I put Chet on this list. Chet is 24.
That feels right, too.
Oh, I showed you Jaylen Brown too. Jaylen Brown was
I
19.
didn't even, oh, okay. Yeah.
I forgot. I spoiled
It's
several.
funny. Every time this happens.
I know.
love
I'm just
it.
going on the list. Victor Wembanyama.
Okay, Wemby. Ooh.
Okay. Jokic, Shea, Giannis, Luka. Are we putting Wemby at 5?
They might put Wemby at 4. They might. Oh. You know what?
I really
Luka
want-
did
I really
have
wanna
his
get
like
this-
weight loss store.
Yeah, I want to get this right.
Let's put him
I'm
at,
gonna go 5.
I think 6.
You,
6.
you think they'll put Ant ahead of him?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Because
I
like
don't know.
that's the line, but like the top 3 of Jokic, Shea, Giannis. I feel very good about that. For me, the conversation is Wemby versus Luka, and how much do you believe that the weight loss and being in shape and all that stuff matters for Luka? Do you think last year was just a product of all the other stuff, all the trade, or is Wemby just like that?
But also, you saw Wemby go ahead and train and like really get in his zenful mind state with the monks. He was with KG, bro.
He mastered all 4 elements. He was with the monks. He was with Kevin Garnett. He was with Hakeem. He was with everything.
Yeah. Put him at fuck that. Put him at 4.
Let's go 4.
He's 5.
They got Luka?
They got Luka right ahead of him
Okay,
at 4.
makes sense.
Okay.
Yep. Anthony Edwards right behind him at 6.
Makes sense.
Crazy, man. That's crazy.
Again, you're assuming good health. It's not ridiculous to assume he'll be at that level next year.
It's not. It's not at all.
That's my expectation.
It's the bare minimum.
Yeah.
This is the storyline. This should happen.
Okay. LeBron James. Where they're ranking the old GOAT. His age 41 season.
My young, I think he's 7.
That's high as fuck.
I'll go 9. for
Relatively
LeBron.
healthy though.
I think they are still looking at LeBron as a top 10 player in the world.
For sure, they got.
They'll probably put Bron, Steph, and KD, right? That's
All next to each other.
Yeah, like 7, 8, 9 or something like that.
So what are we thinking?
I think 7.
I'll go 7.
Number 8. You guys are real close. You guys have the right idea. Okay. And if you go on here, let's look at the top 10. We'll look at the whole top 10 right now. We got Jalen Brunson at 10.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Kevin Durant at 9.
Okay, Steph, where you at?
LeBron at 8.
Steph 7.
Steph at 7.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Makes
Anthony
sense.
Edwards 6. Victor Wembanyama 5. Giannis 4.
Oh,
Luka 3. Shea
Wow.
2. And Jokic 1.
You know,
would
this
put
isn't
Luka
terrible.
3.
Luka 3.
This isn't terrible. This isn't terrible.
They're
at
assuming
all.
Skinny Luka comes back with a vengeance and proves to be a top 3 player back to being his prime.
Wow.
Wait, scroll down. I want to see the fantasy projection for Luka. They have their stat lines.
What does that look like?
Where you see that? On the bottom.
Yeah.
30 points, 8.5 rebounds, 8.2 assists. The Luka Doncic special.
Okay.
I can almost guarantee you he'll average 38 and 8. That's what he always does.
Okay. Yeah, this feels accurate. ESPN genuinely didn't do terrible this year.
Yeah, this wasn't. Are they putting out rational content?
Oh my God.
Fuck that. Are they washed? Why am I not mad?
I
Why
know.
am I not rage
They didn't rage bait you
eternity?
enough.
The hell? ESPN, get it together. Hire more dummies.
Next thing we're going to do, I'm going to show you some NBA players, and you have to guess who you're looking at based on the teams they played for.
Ooh, shit. Okay.
So you're only going to see the logos of the teams they played for. You have to try to remember the career trajectory of every player in NBA history, and guess who you're looking at.
Okay.
Oh, every player in NBA history.
These are not all current players.
I'm cooked already.
Yep, you're fucked, buddy. Nah, it's not that hard. But it's also not that easy. So we'll see. First player up, who is this? That is the amount of...
I'm like, yo, what's going on, man? Someone broke history.
Our graphic designer got a little bit confused between the two sports, but that is Atlanta. It's supposed to be.
Okay, so he was a Raptor, Magic.
We are going to guess.
Oh, T-Mac.
Yes, Tracy McGrady.
This is Tracy McGrady. Yes, was not an Atlanta Falcon, but he was in Atlanta.
Elite athlete, man.
We'll give it away right
He
away.
could have played for the Falcons.
What gave it away is the Raptors and the Magic and then the Hawks.
You know, I could have fucked it. I
And
did,
the Spurs.
you look on Basketball Reference, it actually doesn't say the Spurs because he signed with them and only played in the playoffs. He didn't play a regular season game.
Yeah, I remember him in the playoffs so vividly.
Yeah, he played a few games in the playoffs, but never touched regular season, so it's not on his.
For
Wait,
some
wait,
reference,
you actually remember games of him in the playoffs?
yeah, I remember. I'm not gonna say games, but I saw him in that jersey, and I'm like, why the fuck?
That's
is
what I'm
he
saying.
there?
I remember seeing Tracy McGrady on the bench,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but not obviously like not playing games.
He barely
Yeah.
played, like very spot minutes.
yeah, exactly. I don't remember him on the Pistons though, not for shit,
Okay.
or the Knicks for real.
Remember all those games were blowouts in the finals in 2014? I'm sure he touched the finals court at the end of the games.
My moment is here, finally.
Wait, was he there for that? No, because
Yeah, it was 2013, 2014.
he never got a ring though.
Oh, no, he didn't get a ring because he
I don't
only played in the
remember.
playoffs. He wasn't there for regular season, so he didn't qualify for a ring.
Word?
Yeah, I actually did read that when I was looking at that. Didn't
Damn.
qualify for a ring.
You could play. That's whack. That's whack. Cause you got guys like, cause even if
Like,
you get traded mid-season, like
like-
if you play enough games, you still qualify for the ring.
Well, think about that. You come off the bench when the playoffs already start and get signed, like that. Like anybody can
If
get a
I
ring. Then.
touch the floor in a final series, I should get a ring.
Automatically, yeah. I agree.
Okay,
It's
which
like
player is this?
Suns, Mavs, Suns, Lakers.
2 stints with the Suns.
Oh wow. Okay.
Retires a Laker.
Oh my goodness. This feels like
Who would the Suns give up on and bring back? That's the interesting part. It's for some reason didn't work out the first time.
exactly. It feels like I should know this.
And then they turn into a Laker. This is an old player, bro.
You probably should know this. Damn, silence fills the
is it-
room.
is it
My mind.
is it Steve Nash?
Yeah,
it
Steve
goes
Nash.
to
The
Steve
silence is
Nash.
embarrassing. This is Steve Nash.
Is there? I don't know why, but I assume there was like a filler team that he played with.
Yeah, the Mavericks. That's a filler team. That
Fuck.
was the beginning of his career was so weird. Drafted by the Suns, didn't do much in the beginning. They traded him to the Mavs. Became a good player, but
Yeah.
didn't make the superstar leap. Went back to the Suns in free agency, or maybe it was a trade. I can't remember. And became an MVP.
Yeah, I never remember the first stint in Phoenix. It's
Yeah.
always like Dallas, then Phoenix.
Yeah, he did
then
absolutely nothing with the Suns the first
Yeah.
time. He barely played. Next up, Golden State Warriors.
Steph Curry, Draymond Green.
Incorrect. Come on, do better.
Not Steph.
Klay
Not
Thompson.
Draymond.
This is
Oh
not
wait,
Klay
this is
Thompson.
not Klay Thompson.
Yeah, Klay Thompson left. Genius.
Shame on you.
You guys really don't know this one?
I would say, come on,
Jonathan
Looney.
Kuminga.
Come on, you guys are embarrassing me. We're supposed to be an NBA show, and you can't tell me who this is.
Moses
Not
Moody.
Steph.
You guys suck.
Moses Moody. No. Who the hell could this be, man? Who are long tenured Warriors here?
This is Quinn Post.
Nice.
Idiots.
I did not think I would see Quinn
Idiots.
Post today, and I saw Quinn Post today. Respect.
Yeah,
God.
my bad.
Lock in.
My bad, Quentin.
My bad, Post, man.
Who is this player? Clippers, Pistons, Nets, Celtics.
Oh, this is the one and only. This is Blake Griffin.
Ooh, you are correct. It is Blake Griffin.
This is Mr.
Yeah.
Amazon Prime himself. This is Blake Griffin.
Damn, you were on that fast. Okay.
There we go.
You on one today. I like this.
Him in a Celtics jersey is such a cursed image.
Yeah.
The fact that every time you Google Blake Griffin, you see the player headshot, it always shows the last player of the team they played for in the database. We'll always see this cursed image.
He gotta find this. He gotta find a way to scrub this image from the internet, like completely.
He looks so washed.
He looks like
He
zapped
does.
out of all of his juice and powers.
He looks sad.
Yeah.
I can see it in his eyes, and he's on his last legs in his career.
If there was ever a picture, put the Pistons version of Blake on. That was
Hell
Not
yeah.
Clippers?
that's a different
Nah.
version of Blake.
Okay. Next up, who is this player? Knicks, Celtics, Thunder, Bulls, Nuggets, Clippers, Pelicans.
Oh man.
So many
Knicks,
teams.
Celtics.
Oh no.
I will say this is probably the hardest one on this list.
Okay.
But also, it's very gettable. It's not a nobody. But it's also not a huge somebody. Not
Okay.
huge.
That's just somebody small.
Yeah. So you are
Guardish.
Nick, and you went
But
to the
okay,
Celtics.
Knicks Celtics is killing me right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, drafted by the Knicks.
Oh fuck.
Ending his career at the Pelicans. So many players in their career at the Pelicans. That's where careers go to die.
Dude, I
it
almost said
doesn't make
Austin
sense.
Rivers, but he was never on OKC.
He also wasn't. He started with the Pelicans franchise.
Oh yeah, true.
This one's
Damn.
kind of
Yeah.
tough.
This
feel like
one,
this
this
is-
one
This
is
is a
very hard.
guard
I
or a big man.
I don't know if I can get this one.
Damn.
Honestly, just think about players drafted by the Knicks, I guess. There's really... Yeah, you kind of fucked, honestly. It's really
Yeah,
hard.
okay. I can think about players who were drafted by the Knicks and then moved
Like
on
recently?
to the Celtics.
No, not recently. This is a player drafted in the 2000s.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Okay, drafted.
This is very hard because most of these teams he's not memorable on whatsoever. Not at all. But he's also simultaneously a memorable player. I cannot explain to you why
Not
those two things are both
memorable.
true, but they are both true.
Okay.
Not okay.
Ending with the Pelicans.
Well, that's a good hint. He's very memorable, but not for playing for most of these teams. Not for what he did on the court here.
off the court guy.
This
Not,
guy was-
but also not off the court.
okay, remember what
This is Nate Robinson.
I was gonna say Nate. Damn.
For what he did on the dunk court.
Okay,
This is Nate
okay.
Robinson.
Yeah.
This one was tough. I was hoping you'd get there by the grace of God, but you did not.
I completely forgot about OKC.
Yeah, everybody did.
Wait,
and the
didn't he have a
Clippers.
stint with the Warriors?
I think the Warriors were supposed to be on here. I think I wrote that down. That didn't get put on the graphic. No, I forgot to write it down. But yes, you're right. He did play in the Warriors.
Right?
okay.
That wouldn't have helped you. But yeah, he was on the Warriors for a stint, I think.
You don't know that.
Yeah.
I know that for a fucking fact. Next up, Cleveland Cavaliers.
Darius Garland.
Nope.
Yvonne Mobile.
No, not Yvonne.
Jalen Tyson.
No, that's a good pull. Come on.
Okay.
Bro, y'all are embarrassing me.
Not Jalen Tyson.
Oh,
You think this is funny and it's not. Like you think it's a joke and it's not.
oh.
You're playing with our record here.
You're playing with your reputation, man.
Our
Lock
record
in.
isn't even none like that for real too right now. It's kind of damning right now. Yeah.
Not like that.
Okay, who the fuck were the Cavaliers? Larry Nance.
Not Larry Nance.
He clearly moved around.
Huh.
He was the OG, not Junior.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
I never think of him as like
Yeah.
Respect, man.
as the first one.
The original.
Come on, man.
Nobody's coming to mind.
Who the fuck is it?
No.
Bro, this is Dean Wade.
Damn, Dean. My bad.
We can't keep doing trivia games. This is going to be the performance. that
Dean
I'm
Wade,
giving.
shout out to you.
Who is this player?
Sixers,
Sixers, Suns, Rockets.
and Rockets. Okay, we can get somewhere here with this. We can get somewhere with
Only three
this right
teams.
now.
Not a whole lot to go off of, but also not too many.
Kenyon Martin.
I think he did play for all those teams, didn't he? But he also played for the Jazz. That's not Kenyon Martin.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Junior, I'm assuming you're talking about.
Yep.
KJ.
Okay.
I don't think anybody's
76ers?
ever called him Kenyon because he goes by KJ. Is that Kenyon Jr.? Didn't know that.
Probably.
Makes sense.
Probably.
Okay, you're a
Sixers,
Sixer,
Suns, and Rockets.
And you're a Rocket. Okay.
This is a current player? Well,
Did-
okay, I guess.
I did not say he's a current player.
Yeah. So it's probably, not probably, but like.
Okay.
Safe assumption.
I know. We can assume he's not playing anymore.
Yeah.
But like,
Sixers, Sun. Yeah.
Try-
Again, not a difficult one. I will say that. This is not difficult at all.
like we would actually be upset if we don't get
Oh,
it.
you bring great shame upon me if you don't get it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You will be actively embarrassing me.
Well, prepare to be tarred and feathered.
Tarred and
Tarred and
feathered.
feathered. Why do I have to get tarred and feathered?
Okay. You're a Sixer.
Because you put this monstrosity in front of us. And I have no idea who it is.
This is Charles fucking Barkley.
God, dude, come on now.
You guys are not locked in.
Come on now, man.
This time you're actually not locked in.
Dude, come on. We could have got this.
Oof.
Yeah, something.
This hurts.
Oof.
Come on. Now,
Oof.
man. This hurts.
Who is this player? Pistons, Bucks, Wizards.
Brandon Jennings.
This is not Brandon Jennings.
Fuck. Okay. Not Brandon Jennings. You're a Piston.
I feel so.
Oh! Wait, you don't know this?
Man, get the point, bro.
Wait, you don't know
Get the
this?
point.
You don't know this for real?
You didn't know Charles Barkley either. Get the point, please.
But this guy, like,
Everybody point and laugh.
I can't remember.
wait, you can't remember this?
No.
It's Chris
Point and
Middleton.
laugh.
Is who?
Chris Middleton.
This is Chris Middleton.
Thank you.
Come on. How do you remember this?
We're on the same team.
We just talked about him though. All right, let's go.
Everybody point and laugh. Next up, who is this player? Timberwolves, Jazz, Suns, Timberwolves, Cavs.
Oh, you had 2 stints with the
Yep.
T-Wolves.
He came home to the team that drafted him.
There's not a lot of players who do that.
This feels like,
Ricky Rubio.
yeah.
Wow, this is Ricky Rubio.
There we go.
Can't get Charles Barkley, but we can get Ricky Rubio in an instant.
Yep.
Yeah.
The dichotomy. The dichotomy of it all.
Rubio means something to me, man.
Next up, who is this player? Raptors, Suns, Raptors, Rockets, Bucks, Heat, Sixers, Clippers, Knicks.
First of all,
Jesus
a
Christ.
lot of words.
Many words.
You put on
Double Raptors mentioned.
8 teams, bro? Okay, there's not a lot of players who are double Raptors. That kind of helps.
That is honestly low-key a good thing to go off of.
Yeah, that kind of helps.
But I don't think you probably don't know this guy started his career at the Raptors. Like that probably isn't super shocking, but if I asked you where he started his team, you might have forgotten.
Damn.
And
And he was a Clipper too? Shit.
He was a lot of things.
Yeah, he's been everywhere.
But when you're a Clipper, it's like, ooh, man, like you're kind of
When you got this many teams, there's got to be some unremarkable ones, some forgettable.
Luka
Times.
Mbamute,
You're so close. You are so close.
Al Farouk Aminu.
You are further away now.
Okay, Luka Mbamute.
You were less
you're
close than you once were.
Okay. Wow, was Luka Mbamute close? That's so funny.
That is so close.
Fuck. Okay.
Unbelievably close. You
Oh,
couldn't be closer.
PJ Tucker.
This is PJ Tucker.
Oh,
Like they stood next to each
yeah.
other on defense. You couldn't have been closer.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, PJ Tucker. Currently on the Knicks. Active player somehow.
He resigned. Wow.
I believe so, right?
He had signed a 2-year.
Yeah, they signed him a 2-year deal
Okay. Wow.
last year during the season.
Best clapper in the league.
Is he still on?
I think he is, yeah.
Best yeller in the league.
Yep. And that's the last one.
Best
This
shoot
is the
game in the
worst
league.
performance we've ever had. Genuinely.
Yeah,
We've probably had worse.
and I'll probably cut it.
Missing Charles Barkley, crazy. Come on
Yeah.
now.
Okay, next thing we're going to do. I'm going to name some NBA teams, and I want you to tell me if you think they're going to win more or less games than they did last season.
Okay, let's do it.
Talk to me.
So, think about all things, the roster talent, the coaching, the state of the conference, whatever comes in the equation. Will this team win more games in the regular season, that is? First off, Los Angeles Lakers winning 50 last year.
I think they're going to surprise a lot of people. I think they're going to underestimate Luka Doncic in the MVP year that he potentially might have. LeBron still got more in him. DeAndre Ayton. It's DeAndre Ayton,
Yeah.
but it's not
He is
Jackson
around.
Hayes.
Yeah, he is
So with
there.
that being said, I think they will win more than 50 games.
Not is he not Jackson Hayes. He is not Alex Len.
My God, you guys had Alex Len last year.
Correct.
That is true.
I'm so sorry.
And that's why I also agree. I think 51 wins is in the card for the Lakers.
Hell yeah.
But guess what? That's more than 50.
It is.
So
I'm thinking
I'll
it's
go with that.
a cool 56 win season.
that's a lot. 56 is a lot.
I think Luka's very good at basketball.
I understand that. You are also, 3 weeks away? Or not 3 weeks, but like LeBron could miss 3 weeks at any time.
You can say
And
that about
Jake
anybody.
Laravia got him.
LeBron doesn't even miss time. You can say that about anybody.
Yeah.
You literally, you said those words about maybe one of the last players I would say is going to miss 3 weeks. When's the last time he missed 3 weeks?
I mean, the man's 41.
It's been a minute.
And when he was 40, he didn't miss 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
When he was 39. We've seen whole championship windows when he was like
2021, I think,
just
is
like
the
a
last time,
year and a
but
half
yeah.
ago.
No, I know. I mean, he can't get hurt.
Missed because
Yeah.
he's missing time.
Sure, he can get hurt, but it's not like he's like injury prone. So
Yeah.
I think probably 54, 55, I think is pretty possible.
I agree.
Next up, Oklahoma City Thunder winning 68 last season.
Yeah, that's coming down. They're winning
it's-
less.
Really?
I understand the idea that like they're gonna be better. And granted, all time defense, all of that. If we're talking about winning more games, put the bet in that they're just gonna win the most games of all time. Like 69 to 70 games. That's a lot.
I mean, Chet missed a half the season. Isaiah Hartenstein missed a big chunk. They had no backup point guard. Now they do. When the Warriors won 73, they won like 68 the year before that. I think it was 65 actually. Something like
But
that.
while all those things that you said is true, Chet, assuming he's healthy, they will be a better team. But that doesn't mean that they'll necessarily win more games because the Western Conference also did get a lot better as well. You got a full year of Luka. Yeah, the Clippers got better to a degree. The Denver Nuggets got better. The Warriors have Jimmy Butler for a whole season, though they're going to be better as well.
All these teams are good last year. The West wasn't soft last year.
But they got better, though, is what I'm saying.
Maybe a little bit, but I don't think enough that it would change their outlook. Like,
I just think
so.
I just think 68 is a lot of wins to replicate.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna go under.
They
or
might win
less.
67, though. Yeah, I'm going under.
I think they might win 70. Like, it's obviously injuries will come into play, but like I don't think they're a team that's gonna take their foot off the gas and like coast in the regular season the way some veteran teams do. So I don't know. I kind of feel like they'll be just as dominant. There's no reason to, outside of like it's hard to do that every year, which it is.
Yeah.
But like if I'm actually looking at like reasons to and not just like assuming because people don't do that very often, I don't have a reason to doubt they'll do it again.
It's
I
hard.
mean, we're talking about them starting off.
It's hard to do it once and they did it.
Like,
So like I don't know.
Like 17-0 again. Like,
Would that really shock you?
yeah.
Mhm.
Anytime you can win 17 games in a row, it shocks me,
Yeah.
regardless of who it is.
Yeah, I mean, again, like law of averages, not that many teams do that on an average 10-year block, so I get it. But if there was ever going to be a team where I assume they'll dominate again, it would be this one.
So you are saying more?
Sure, for the sake of this game, sure.
Okay.
No, not even for the sake of this game.
Well, am I putting money down to win 6
How do you
games?
feel in your gut, in your loins? Do
Yeah,
you feel
yeah.
like the Thunder are winning more?
Yeah, I think they'll be a 68-win team plus again. I have no reason not to.
Yeah.
I'm not like
I'm
fucking
not
putting
at
my reputation on it because anything can happen. But like I have, with how much adversity they overcame last year, I have zero reason to doubt they can do it again.
Okay.
No, I need your rent money.
The
I need that.
Boston Celtics.
Clearly less.
Hell
Clearly less.
The question is, will they win half as many games next year?
Yeah.
They should. Think about their depth. Like Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Anthony Simons.
Peyton Pritchard.
If Jaylen Brown tweaks an ankle, they're gonna go winless for 2 weeks. Dude, their depth is non-existent.
You clearly don't know what Peyton Pritchard is capable
Facts,
of.
true.
You clearly don't know what Sam Hauser's capable of, man.
My bad. We didn't say his name all episode. We should have mentioned him
Come
earlier.
on now. Respect.
Now, this will be a cool 43-win team if they don't tank on purpose.
43 is a lot.
He almost threw up, man.
For 43. If they don't tank. If some
43
injuries
is a
happen
lot.
and they lose on purpose, then obviously
Yeah.
that changes. But if they're fully healthy for a full year to like regular health level, not fully healthy, no one's at 43 wins.
They're definitely gonna win less. That's all I know. I don't know about the number, but it ain't gonna be no damn 60 or 50, man.
Yeah.
Not touching a 5 on the front of that number.
Fuck no.
Hell no.
Are you sure they'll touch a 4?
They could touch 4, I think. They could touch 4.
They can't, will they, is a question.
I wouldn't do it. Right now, I'm thinking like 38 for them.
Nah.
Like I said, they could stealthily tank towards the second half of the season. Like that wouldn't be shocking.
I don't think that they are going to be a hard team to play because Missoula is like a madman.
And they're gonna shoot 100 threes.
Yeah. So like on a Tuesday night in December, you know, like they're going to knock down like 19 threes and beat somebody.
Yeah,
But, like,
there will be games where they literally hit 30 threes and they're like, wow, they could beat anybody. Are they still contenders? Then they get their backs blown out the next night.
yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I just realized too, the playmaking gap on this team is insane. The hole is insane.
Who's
you-
rebounding?
You know what? Yeah, I also don't know that. The playmaking thing is underrated. If I can beat my man one-on-one every single time, like Peyton Pritchard can, yeah, I'm scoring 30.
I'm curious. Derek White's gonna be like full-time point guard.
That's gonna be really interesting.
That'll be interesting for sure.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown, full-time scorer. I think Jaylen Brown will step into a number one option as a scorer pretty nicely. Like he's equipped to do that. It's not like he's like being force-fed off of Jason Tatum playmaking anyways.
Yeah.
He gets a lot of isolation buckets.
He can get you a cool 27.
Yeah, like those two will do well. It's just like the big man rotation is anemic.
Yeah.
Knicks. Last year they won 51. Are they gunning for 60?
They can go for 60. I don't know if they're gonna get it, but they can be sniffing 60 for sure.
High 50s, you think?
High 50.
I think
But
they
why?
get to 57.
Do we just like really think that Tibbs held them back in a regular season sense?
I think Mike Brown's gonna give them an entirely new fresh breath of air, and he's gonna like make this more of an even balanced offense for sure.
Would that lead to more regular season wins to that much of a degree though?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
so.
Yes, it will.
Better
There-
bodies on this team too.
There were
They are deeper too, which helps.
there were plenty games last year where they lost because it yo, why are we just making things hard on ourselves?
Yeah.
And so now that I think having Mike Brown in there, making the offense much more modern, whatever, but
Mhm.
like that'll help. And I
Mhm.
think having Mikal Bridges be more comfortable, not having to play the Celtics, Celtics 4 times a year,
Yeah.
we can add 4 wins to that.
Yeah,
or,
true.
or 3. We can add, actually no, because they never beat the Celtics in the regular season. Add 4 wins to that.
Oh, interesting. Okay, that's decent logic actually.
Yeah, true.
And Mr. Robinson is healthy now,
Yeah.
not missing the full first half of the season. So okay, I really buy them being more hard of an out in the playoffs. I'm not out on like the regular season jump thing there. I just don't know. I have no clue how to decipher how much of a regular season jump it'll be.
Yeah. Yeah, all these other teams are just out of the mix, and
Oh,
I
the
don't
East is
see
worse.
them-
The East
yeah,
is worse.
I don't see them like having much issue with anybody other than like maybe the Cavs. That's it.
Yeah, that's gonna be a war in the regular
Yeah.
season.
Now,
Okay.
but there will be 2 games where we play the Hawks, and the score is going to be like 135 to 136, and we probably will lose 2 of those.
It's
games.
gonna split. Yeah.
Orlando Magic winning 41 last season.
Man, I pray they win more
They
games
better.
than 41.
They
If
better.
they don't win over 41 games, you need to fire everyone in that building. No one can come back, not even the mascot.
If they win sub 40, Franz Wagner, get ready to speak Charlotte Hornet. You're getting tattoos with LaMelo.
Jeez.
We are blowing the team up if they lose more than 40 games.
I'm trading you away so fast. The leash could not be even shorter.
We're finna swap you for Brandon Miller in an instant.
Yeah, there's absolutely no way. The fact that Paolo missed all the time that he did within oblique, Franz missed all that time within oblique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if those 2 guys are relatively healthy and you add Desmond Bane, if you do not, in this Eastern Conference, if you do not win minimum 46 games, fired.
Relegation.
On top of that, too,
We're taking back the New Jerseys.
We're taking back
Oh,
the
yeah.
city. We're taking back their team from them. They don't belong in Orlando no more.
Paolo's gonna go to Seattle. He's gonna go home while Franz is in Charlotte. We're changing everything up.
No, I'm making this team actually pay. You're going to Vancouver, buddy.
Ah,
Come on now.
is Vancouver nice?
I don't know.
I watched a video about that the other day, actually.
That's
like why
random.
they moved from.
Oh.
But yeah, nah.
Is it like a good sports city? I don't even know.
Yeah, they're serious about their hockey.
Like I know
They're-
Toronto is a beautiful city, like top tier. I don't know what the other major Canadian cities are like.
I have no idea.
Me
I
neither.
couldn't name you more than 2 Canadian cities.
But here's the thing: Toronto is elite, and players still hate
Oh, no,
playing
I
there.
got 3. I got 3 cities.
What's the other one?
You got Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal.
Oh shit! Of course, Montreal. I forgot.
Oh, we're just
about
naming
that.
cities we know.
Yeah.
I thought we were naming like cities we know that are good.
Oh no.
No.
Oh, we just know they
Yeah,
exist.
Canadian
Okay.
cities. Yeah,
I also know those 3.
I got
exist.
3. Yeah, okay.
Next up,
A guy I used to work with, he's from Halifax.
nice,
Fuck. Okay.
4. You know what
Shout
I'm
out to
saying?
Halifax.
nice. Golden State Warriors last year winning 48
Guess what?
I don't know.
They're
if
winning
they're-
48
again. Exactly the
Yeah.
same.
Exactly the same.
But remember last year they were a disaster in the first half.
Yeah, that's
And then they
true.
went 18-3. Like, that's also a crazy run. So like, it'll probably balance out.
What if
a
that's
little bit.
sustainable? What if that thing is just like real with Jimmy Butler, and they can, at least in a regular season sense, what if that's sustainable to some degree?
Everybody's also a year older though.
Yeah.
We have no idea. You're adding even more age when Al Horford comes in. Eventually, we'll see if that happens. But like, there's so many old questions about this team.
I think I feel
don't
comfortable
know.
saying they're gonna win more, but not much more though.
I do feel like they'll be
48
around.
is a lot of
Mm.
wins.
It is, but it isn't though. Like we've seen the Warriors. Like it is for most teams. For the Warriors, we know they have enough juice around Steph. It's not crazy to think they can get to 50. But I think I agree. I think around 48 is probably what's going to be,
Yeah,
which really means it could be anywhere from 46 to 51. Like that'll be the general range.
I think the sweet numbers for me is like 51, 52. For sure.
Oh, so you say more? I'm gonna say right.
But at 51 might be like the fucking 5 seed or 6 seed. So like
And that checks out for them.
if the Lakers are like 5 and the Clippers are 4, like you tell me they're 6 right below those teams. Yeah, 51. Yeah, they'll win more.
Okay.
Chicago Bulls last year winning 39.
Come
This year again, 39.
Loki, I mean,
No, they can win more. The East is
this is a down year. The Chicago Bulls are 41-41 every year.
I forget Kobe White is
42 and 40.
Oh, yeah, you're swinging for the fences now.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Don't
my
get the
bad,
Bulls
my
fans
bad.
too excited.
My bad.
Don't be a little too much for Homer.
My bad.
I know we moved here and all, but don't get too. Don't
43.
now you're expecting a miracle.
Yeah, that's a lot of that. That's a lot of it. Come on now.
I think they'll
Alright.
win 41 and 41 more.
You know, I'm gonna be lofty. I'm gonna go 42.
Dude, you're fucking insane.
I'm gonna
Come
go.
on.
You got to
42.
stop glazing so much. Clippers at 50.
I think they're going to be right at 50 probably.
They might win more.
I think they might.
They might win more games.
They were very well equipped for the regular season. With
Yeah,
depth.
I really like and we talked about it earlier. I really like the John Collins addition.
And Brook Lopez is kind of washed, but for 10 minutes a game behind Zubac, like that's good. That's valuable.
I like those two. The fact that you do have Bradley Beal and like
That is true.
He's-
Bradley Beal's there again.
and Bradley Beal's good on $5 million a year instead of 50.
Facts. So that's one of the more underrated talking points of the league this year. Is that we're gonna talk about him way different now that he's not an albatross of a contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, same dude, just different contract.
That's a
Yeah, for sure.
bargain now. Like that's good.
Yeah,
18 points a game on slightly above average true shooting percentage. 5 million. You could do a lot worse.
I can
than
see
that.
them winning more. I can see them winning like 53 games or 54 games for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna say more for them.
Yeah, I think they'll be around the same as the Lakers, both around 55. I think those are
Okay.
two really good regular season teams. Spurs at 34.
It's about
More.
time they get
Should
more.
Be more.
It has to
Should
be more. I think like everybody's trying to convince themselves that the Spurs can be like some 45 win team. That might be a bit much. Let's get to 500 first, but you have to see improvement from this team
Yeah.
because we're starting to. We saw earlier, Wemby's the 5th best player in the world.
Yeah.
It's about to be that time.
They got to 34 without having a full season of De'Aaron Fox. He was traded there, only played a certain amount of games, and got like fully shut down. They can definitely hit 40.
Not just
games.
without a full season De'Aaron Fox, without Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah,
So,
exactly too.
they better win 40. Like that'd be insane if they won less.
Yeah, I agree. They should smash this.
Assuming no more blood clots. Which I don't think that's a recurring thing. So I think we can feel fine that he's not injury prone or anything. So yeah, more than 40.
Yeah.
But probably not more than 43. I think there's going to be a very middling team.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's baby steps. Their team is still so young. But then again, I don't know. Fox and Wemby, that's going to be like a lot of regular season like floor.
Yeah.
their
just
bench
is-
and their depth still has to be worked out a lot. Like
Yeah.
But how many teams have a top 5 player and don't have like that,
40
that,
wins?
That gets you pretty far in the regular season.
I think
I agree. I think 40 wins like is the expectation.
Yeah.
I don't know if high 40s, 50 is where we.
I think
should
it's
be looking
mid
at.
40s for me personally. Yeah.
Yeah,
Can't be high
45 is
40s.
like the ceiling, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, let me not say ceiling because maybe
I can't see 50,
Yeah.
bro. 50, that means like someone took a massive leap.
I could see Harper being a day one star. And when I say star, I mean relatively for a rookie, you know?
Mm.
Like a Donovan Mitchell rookie season, not like like
Donovan Mitchell's really good his rookie year.
You're
man.
right. It's a bad example. It's like one of the best rookie seasons. But whatever that means, you know, like something that's clearly a star.
If
from
he
day
like
one.
comes in and is like actually like productive and can play with any lineup, his shooting, specifically the shooting, like isn't as much of an issue and he can shoot like
Yeah.
33% from the 3-point line. I can see that.
But I hope we're better than that. But
Yeah.
yeah, Donovan Mitchell's a bad example because he was borderline all star. But I mean, whatever it looks like when somebody's clearly on star trajectory year one, if that is him, which really means for the grand scheme of things, like a great role player, I could see this team being subtly good.
Okay.
But that's also asking a lot from rookies. So and I'm certainly not betting the over or anything. Nets at 26.
Hell no.
They're losing less or losing more, winning less.
I think
Mm-hmm.
they might literally win half of this.
13.
We're on single digit watch with the Nets this year. This team might be terrible.
Nah, single digits rarely have ever happens.
I'm
They
obviously
can't.
joking with that, but have you seen
Yeah.
Michael Porter Jr. dribble?
It did look bad.
You're going to see it a lot this year.
And that was
will
just
not
at
have
media
fun.
day.
Yeah.
When
Wait
no-
until,
when
wait
nobody
until Herb
guarded.
Jones is hounding them. It's not going to go well.
Yeah. They're going to probably win like 15 games.
Let's do it. Hey, starting today, we are on single digit watch for the
Okay.
Brooklyn Nets.
Oh my God. We're certainly on like sub 15 watch.
Oh, for sure.
Easy,
I think sub 20 is a lock.
easily.
Like, I think, like, I know people are like down on the Jazz is like they're tanking for real this year. I'll be shocked if this isn't the worst team in the league.
If this isn't like the worst team and if they somehow get over like 17 wins, that means like some young player, one of those 5 rookies, someone, maybe 2 of them really stand out.
Yeah.
I
Or-
want us to have the tracker on both ends of the. Can OKC get to 70 and can they win 9 games?
You know what's funny? Those could both happen and they can help each other.
It is.
Listen, this is a stacked NBA right now. There's a lot of contenders. If they all stay healthy, that helps a team like this get to 9 wins.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking 13 is probably a realistic number.
Okay,
Hornets at 19.
they'll
Win more.
they'll win more.
They got to win more.
I'm thinking about 27.
I
for
would
them.
say I agree, but we also said this last year.
yes, but last year we were like they could win 30 something, and this,
Grant
year,
Williams-
this year I'm dropping that.
Yeah, Grant Williams is healthy. They got Yusuf Nurkic now. Colin Sexton is there. Colin Knippel's there. Those are 4 like Youthful players, like we're here. Hornets FC, man. You remember that battle that they had? Like,
Yes, and I told you I'm firmly Wizards FC.
I don't remember who I was, man.
Yusuf Nurkic, Grant
solid.
Williams, and a rookie I like.
And
but a rookie-
Colin
Colin
Sexton,
Sexton.
and I do like Colin Sexton.
He's gonna
But
pull
not-
up them shorts.
I like Colin Sexton, but I also am not impacting a team's win line because they added Colin Sexton.
Brandon Miller's healthy now.
Great.
Yeah, they're gonna
Again,
win more than they should win
more.
more than 19, bro.
They should, but I'm kind of sick of hoping. So just barely.
This is where my line is. I'm not saying that you're gonna win 30 games, and I refuse to be like, this is the year.
Yeah.
Hornets can be sneaky in the play-in.
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
At this rate, I've been burned so many times with the LaMelo era Hornets. I'd rather them surprise me and be a good team. And I got to say I was wrong. I'm no longer going to say they're going to be good. I can't deal with that. That's a level of being wrong that would be insanity.
You know what? Single digit watch.
nah, man.
Oh, yeah, man. Fuck. The Phoenix Suns, 36 wins last year.
Honestly, sadly,
Less.
they're gonna win less.
They might win like 32 games. They're not bad enough to be on single digit watch. Obviously, they're gonna win more than like 25 games.
Is there 16 and 40 at the deadline? I mean,
Yo, Devin, I will drive down there and pick you up myself.
I did that math wrong. I did that math
What? Yo,
wrong. 16 and 40. I mean, if they're 16 and like 25 and pacing for 32 wins, they better trade Devin Booker.
Devin, I will pick you up myself, brother.
I mean, you
16
could.
and
Well,
40.
honestly, no,
Yo.
no. You could be like 16 and 40 by the All-Star break, and like the trade deadline is like a week before it.
Yeah. How many games are played? Like 55 games before the All-Star break? It's
Yeah,
more than half.
It's like it's like 2/3 of the season now.
Yeah, I think it's like 58 games or something like that. It's not
Devin.
60, but it's a good chunk. It's like at least 50.
They could be 16 and 40.
Devin, I will
By-
buy
by
you
the
a
time
train
we-
ticket, bro. Come on now.
You could put Devin Booker on the Greyhound.
Yeah, man. Amtrak, something, man. I give you a nice VIP seat. The space, the seating isn't that big, but come on, man. We can do better for you,
Where are you sending him?
dude. Not there. I don't know. I will figure that out later. This is a dire situation. I don't know.
He just
You just can't be there.
he
You
said,
gotta
just
be
get on
away from.
I-10 and drive.
Yeah, like
Just go.
just away from Matt Ishbia, please.
You're like
bro.
a parent whose kid threw a party. I don't care where you go, but you can't stay here.
Facts.
Get your shit and get out, Devin.
Yeah,
That's just the plot of Cars.
Oh my god.
I gotta rewatch that movie,
We're
man.
just gonna be on Route 66.
Route is crazy, by the way. It's Route 66. Get your lingo up. Say it like a true not Midwestern. What are you calling that? The middle of America? A true middle of America.
like a slur.
It does.
You name America.
It's that ER, man. The ER. You put the ER on anything, it sounds offensive. You know?
You point your finger?
Yeah.
Okay. Next thing we're going to do, I'm going to name some NBA duos for this season. And I want you guys to blind rank them.
Okay,
Okay.
let's do it.
So NBA
Blind
duos.
ranking NBA duos.
Yeah, they're all current in this league right now. So you can use that to help you. But 5 duos, you blind rank. How good do you think they'll be this year?
All right.
First one, Kevin Durant and Sengun.
Single's gonna be a lot better.
Kevin Durant should help him. Less pressure on
I'm
him.
going like 2. These are 2 players that were all-stars last year. You have Kevin Durant, one of the best scorers in the game. Sengun seems to be taking a leap. And now that there's no Fred VanVleet and like probably gonna have to lean on him for some more playmaking, his game might grow a little bit this year.
Okay.
A little bit more. I'll go 2 for them.
2's okay. I would be conservative with 3, but I don't think 2 is nuking us at all. Like, it's not insane to say like, oh yeah, like these 2 will be one of the better duos in the league, especially in front court.
Yeah, your list isn't ruined by putting them at 2.
Okay.
No matter who's really said.
Okay.
Giannis and Miles Turner.
4.
But Giannis
But
is like
Giannis is like
it's a top 3 player.
top 3 player in the world, bro.
That
and-
carries a lot as
And
far as
Miles
duos go.
Turner is like
I understand it, but like KD is a top 12 player. Sengun is a top 25.
He's an all-star, yeah.
player. I don't know.
I think
Yeah.
I feel good about putting them at 3 because I can look at any other duo and I'd rather have Giannis on my team and Miles Turner, who is a good compliment.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like I said Giannis and Kevin Porter. Like
Yeah,
Miles
if you
Turner's
said
a fine
Giannis
second.
and Kuz, I'm like, they're not on this list.
Scotty Barnes and Brandon Ingram.
5.
5?
5.
No hope for 4?
They could be 4. No, genuinely, no, real shit. They could be 4. They could be 4.
No, real shit. 4 is their ceiling.
Dude, they could be 4.
I understand you, but we also both said 5 for a reason.
I said 5 lightly because I'm like, yeah, they're not like, it's a different caliber of players.
I love how passionate you got. Real shit, they could be 4. Not 1, not 2, not 3. They could be 4.
I could give you a great argument as to why they could be 4.
What does that mean? They're like the 16th best duo in the league?
And do you know what that means? That means if you're the 16th best duo in the league, you should be a playoff team. And if they're a playoff team, that means
Is that what that means?
Experiment has worked.
Not at all.
I don't think it means that.
It should work.
Okay, so going number 5 with Scotty and Ingram. Raptors fans, you guys say we hate you, and you know what?
Probably
Can't get mad at it. You probably
5
deserve
for
it.
now.
You-
5 for
it's
now.
probably deserved hate. I get it. You probably should hate us.
Work up to 4. They can do it.
Devin Booker and Jalen Green.
I told you, man. I told you this shit is ass, bro. I told you.
They could have been 4.
They should have been 4.
I'm
Fuck.
sorry, Raptors fans. My bad.
God damn it.
My bad. I didn't think he was gonna pull this out. Pause. But like,
You should know I'm going to pull it out. You should know.
I mean, we'll
Say
go
you should
4.
know.
Obviously, but
You have
yeah,
to.
this should be 5.
Yeah.
I mean, Devin Booker's great. I don't know. It's not crazy.
Devin Booker's good, but he's not good enough to. Come on, man.
This team sucks.
I can't even say with a straight face.
This team
Jalen
sucks.
Green, man.
So what's left? Number 1?
Yeah.
You guys didn't fill number 1. So number 1, we have AD and Cooper Flag.
We fucked up bad.
I mean,
This is bad.
yeah.
There's
Right.
no world.
So we should have put.
Rockets at 1.
Yeah, Rockets at 1 for sure.
But listen, if Cooper Flag is the prince who was promised, year 2, this would be the correct list. Number 1.
Yeah, we should have put
No,
them at number 1.
He's gonna
Giannis
fulfill
at
the
2.
prophecy in year 1.
Fuck it. All-star year 1. First rookie all-star in a long time.
We didn't get nothing right on this list,
That's
bro.
listen. That's 20-7 walking in the door.
With Anthony Davis is still all NBA.
I think this is like we went 0 for 5 for the first time.
No, you put Giannis and Turner at 3. That was perfectly appropriate.
They should have been number 2, I think. Looking back at this.
And having AD
Over
and
AD
Flag
and
at 3.
Flag at 3.
Yeah, I guess it's damn near chalk.
I don't go fuck.
Yeah, they're damn near chalk.
Either one. Yeah, I guess this does. I guess this list does suck. I guess you guys did do a
It's
horrible
not-
job.
This is 0 for 5 to me, man. Damn it.
But yeah. I can't copy any. Copy any, please.
Yeah.
Next thing we're gonna do. Last thing we're gonna do. The NBA offseason is over for the most part. We're entering training camps, entering preseason. So it's only right that we send the offseason off right. We're gonna pick the winners and losers of the NBA summer.
Okay.
So we'll start with the winners. Go over every person, team, concept, idea, whatever it means to you. Who won the summer? I will go first. The first winner of the summer is body shaming. Simply put, elite athletes are the one group in America that you can look them in the face and say, you're fat, and they have to say, I guess you're right. They're not allowed to be upset about it. They have to get in the lab. They have to do push-ups.
Man.
And it worked wonders this summer.
Shout out to Luca and damn near Zion. Zion a little bit late. He
Not
missed
damn
the
near
bus.
Zion.
No, shout out to
No,
Zion.
he missed the bus because he didn't start the tour. He just popped out like straight. This is me now.
No, you know what that means is he was moving in silence.
Yeah, he was.
He was out there
You know what that
ejecting
means?
those
You know what
shots in the dark.
that
Hope not.
means? He went to the DR. He got that.
You can get GLP-1 anywhere now. You can go to Walgreens.
No. He didn't get that. He got what Drake got. You know what I'm saying? He got that procedure. You know, he went somewhere remote.
He got that picture of the guy putting his belly against the fence and shit making the lines.
That's so
Yeah.
damning.
But no, body shaming has worked, and now Luka's to be the MVP. Zion's gonna be all NBA.
He was on the plane. He was on the plane kneeling down on the seats.
What the fuck?
He was kneeling backwards on the plane back.
They're not gonna know that reference.
What the fuck?
You gotta look up on Google, type in BBL on a plane, see what happens when they come back. Yeah, body shaming has worked. It's allowed. It's encouraged. It's almost like
Yes.
necessary if you have a disappointing young star.
Okay.
Who's your first winner?
Okay. Me first winner. Man, I found out that Uncle Dennis is one of the greatest paper chasers of all time. There's never been anybody, any NBA family member who's been chasing paper as hard as Uncle Dennis, man.
That is a true
Massive
generational
winner.
bag getter. There was a report today. He asked the Lakers for a percentage of ownership in the team.
Who the fuck are you, bro?
Genie Bus told him to kick rocks, bitch.
Dude, are you dumb? Like, legitimately. If he asked me that, I would stop everything that I'm doing and I would be like, yo, Kawhi Leonard, I'm asking you, check on your mans. Percentage of my organization?
And that is an organization of the Lakers? Are you crazy?
Well, what are we talking about?
You think you're Magic Johnson?
The fuck, man?
That's because everybody was hyping up Kawhi after 2019 the championship. They were talking about him. He was literally running around like he's Pac, asking for ownership of a generational franchise.
I mean, mind you, they probably would have won a title.
Yes, man.
I don't think it's worth giving up ownership to the Lakers to win a title.
Like a percentage of ownership, bro? There's only
I mean,
like,
what? Give him like 0.5%?
fuck no. Hell no.
Even then, it's just such a bad precedent. Like, it's just
like,
a crazy thing
there's
to allow
only
players.
one player in the NBA right now, maybe two actually, players in the NBA right now who you'd actually consider giving them
First
a
off, I don't even know if it's
percentage.
allowed. That's the crazy thing.
It's definitely not. It's definitely not.
definitely illegal, too.
But if there's two players who
The
deserve
Clippers
it,
are under investigation right now because they didn't
Shit,
tell them no. You know?
only one who do that is Curry and like LeBron for the Cavs. That's fucking it, bro.
But
No
either
one
way,
else.
Uncle Dennis runs with an iron fist.
Paper chaser, bro. For
He
real.
runs the streets of LA.
For real, man.
My first winner, Nikola Jokic's mental health.
Dude, I wrote Nikola Jokic, parentheses, doesn't have to talk to MPJ.
I mean, listen, the podcast run that MPJ has been on, the sentences that have been uniquely
Dude.
stated.
Dude, I said for my losers, I said podcast mics when they see MPJ. They're running for their life, man.
I saw a tweet today where he was saying that he spends like $250 a day in Uber
yeah.
since he moved to New York, which honestly I can kind of understand for him. Like if he's Ubering everywhere and he's probably
understand.
taking like Uber Blacks or whatever, I can see it. But somebody quote tweeted and they were like, "How did Denver get him to not talk?"
Yo, they had a unique program in place to get him to be quiet. And you saw the Sean
You-
Marks.
You know what the program is? We got 3 Serbians who will break your neck if you open your mouth
constantly-
twice a week.
Sean Marks on the media day press conference, they asked him on Michael Porter Jr.'s comments, and he was like, "Yeah, Michael just has to know the values we hold as an organization
Oh my
about
God.
certain topics." They're like, "Yeah, we're gonna tell him to shut up pretty soon."
Oh
he
my
had his
God.
summer of fun. Now he needs to fucking zip it. Yeah, Nikola Jokic, massive winner. No longer has to speak to this man on a consistent basis. Next winner, Jalen Brunson's knees. Tom Thibodeau's not there anymore to ruin his body. At that rate of that usage, he was going to be in a wheelchair by 34.
Dude, now his career in real life extended by at least 5 years, bro. His mental health too.
Yeah. Every 48-minute game was like a week of his lifespan off.
Mm-hmm.
He was going to retire 3 weeks earlier every single time.
He said, "Jalen, please go save us. Go throw your shoulder in everybody's chest. Go jump, stop, pivot 13 million times to get a shot off. We're going to make it easier for
Yep,
you."
yep. And now he's going to have to play it. The career and life of a nice, normal star player that isn't treated like he's a machine.
Life is good.
46 minutes a night, actually. Get ready to get nice and comfy.
Oh man.
All right,
Okay.
my next winner,
Yeah.
dynasties.
Mm.
It seems like dynasties might be back up. The Thunder, after winning a championship, they said, "Hey, guess what? We did that." And Jalen Williams, his wrist was torn up.
Yep.
Chet Holmgren, his hip obviously was broken, and we signed them to contracts. And it's not the crazy supermax. They just got straight maxes. They have to reprove themselves. It's not crazy deals. Once again, they are set up to go out and do it again. If dynasties are back up, the NBA, the feeling might be restored.
Listen,
And guess what? You guys are going to hate it if Shay's the face of the next
Yeah,
dynasty
yeah.
in the NBA.
championships are back on the menu. Multiple.
Hell yeah. My next winner is a storyline of face of the league. We've been pushing certain guys to go ahead and like be the face of the league. We talked about it time and time again. Anthony Edwards does not want to be that. We don't want to give that to Jason Tatum. But Wemby, yo, the storyline with him is undeniable. He's been going on like a speed run of just stories and building up his like lore to becoming the face of the league.
So you think
Narratives.
the next prince who was promised is here? The next king of the league?
And it's the story behind it is perfectly set up.
Okay. Only other winner I have, I didn't finish this thought. I just wrote Kuminga. And I don't know why I wrote Kuminga, because something had to come after that, because he's certainly not a winner. So what I'm going to say is I'm going to change it on the spot from my previous notes.
Okay.
Biggest winner, Kuminga haters. Kuminga haters have been given fuel this summer, saying, see, nobody wants him. Why would we pay him? Everything's gone poorly for Kuminga in talks.
Why are we paying? Why we pay him? I don't want to pay him.
That is such a niche reference. I promise you nobody knows what you're talking about, but I do. But yeah, if you were somebody who did not believe in Jonathan Kuminga, this has been a good summer for you.
Hell yeah.
Really, haters of controversial players in general. Cam Thomas didn't get his contract.
Yeah.
Dude, Zach Lowe is so up. He can't say nothing because professionalism, whatever.
Winner.
But I'll say it for you. You are up. You won that shit.
Yeah. Tell him. Get your weak side roll. Get your weak side reads on. Get your skip passes on. Get your team defense on. Let me see you tag a roll, man, Cam Thomas.
Man, okay.
You have a winner?
I got a winner. And then it's like transitions to a loser too. Winner, Trae Young. First time ever. Well, one of the few times we went ahead and seen like a NBA player versus, I guess now at this point in time, ex-NBA player beef between Trae and Patrick Beverley.
Stand up for your man.
Everybody, as soon as that happened, Trae didn't even really get no bars off for real. But when that did happen, just because everyone hates Patrick Beverley, stomped him out, bro. Killed him.
Trey got bars off. The writing, excellent. The delivery, not so much. I think we need to get in the lab with Trey. We need to get him on the show, and we need to like give him roasting advice because he has the ideas up here. His pen game is sick, but he's that type of rapper that has to write for other rappers because he doesn't quite have the delivery going.
He's Quentin Miller. Yeah.
He's Quentin Miller. He's who's the one that used to write for Kanye? He's Rhapsody. He's like that. No, not Rhapsody. Who am I thinking of? Rhymefest. He's Rhymefest. Yeah, Rhapsody's no. But he has a pen. He just needs to work on the delivery. Talk a little faster.
Regardless, everybody hates you right now, Patrick Beverley. No one's on your side.
Okay.
Massive loser.
I got you. My next winner, gaslighting.
Oh.
I feel like I have been gaslit, or people have attempted to gaslight me across different things. One, I feel like Giannis and Shams have attempted to gaslight me into thinking that he is the most loyal man in the NBA. That is not true.
Speak on
I
it.
feel like Steve Ballmer has tried to gaslight me into thinking that nothing fishy happened. I don't think that's true.
Steve Ballmer is moving like we're stupid. He definitely is treating us like we're dumb as fuck.
Yes.
Dude, go ahead. My bad.
No, I just think like people are trying to.
He's just in a world of scam. He's in a world of gaslighters all by yourself. You're all lying to me.
Yeah, they're trying to. I see through the facade.
Let me see how I can make it worse. Let me concoct some schemes.
Exactly.
I got some shit I can convince him of. Or try to.
We
Yeah,
can do
it's
that.
not gonna happen.
We can do that. We do that often.
Fair.
Oh, y'all don't know if you don't watch House Call. We're shaving his head if the Chargers win the Super Bowl.
That is not true.
Oh, yeah.
That is
That
not
is
true.
happening.
He's trying to gaslight me by pretending we're not shaving his head. That's the crazy part.
That's
It's
not
going
true.
to happen. It's
Yeah.
going to happen.
That's not true.
Okay, biggest loser. NBA agents.
Mm.
You guys got to know. Pablo is lurking.
True.
Ooh,
all
yeah.
those endorsement deals you guys have been doing that are fake. You better start making those Instagram posts.
Yeah.
He's looking around. They said Andrew Wiggins posted about a product for the first time. I think it was mac and cheese. He posted about athlete mac and cheese the day after the Kawhi stuff broke. Never seen it before a day of my life. And he's like, I'm proud to be a sponsor of athlete cheese. They're moving with caution now.
And that's really all it takes. If you have any retweet, bookmark, anything, it can count as
Yo.
promotion, and that's all you need to do.
Folks say no more free labor, bruh. God damn.
Look at this.
It just says pasta.
It says athlete pasta or something like that.
What are we talking?
I can't pull it up. It's sports. It says sport pasta.
What the fuck do we be selling, man?
We're money laundering.
This came out the day after the aspiration stuff. Wiggins' agent said, "Make that post right now. Pablo's coming." He's like Omar. Yeah, every NBA agent is moving different.
Oh my gosh, man, that's fucking hilarious.
Sports pasta.
That's fucking crazy. What are we even talking about?
What does that even mean?
It's just pasta with like athletes on the cover.
And they thought folks was gonna buy this? Oh, they going bankrupt
No,
soon
they
too.
don't think this is a fake product.
They're
This doesn't
going-
exist.
Oh, Pablo, we need to have a conversation. We might have another breakthrough.
I've never seen sports pasta.
Let me try to actually see if I can buy this right now.
Let's look up sports
Yeah,
pasta.
like-
Do you think anybody
Sports.
would care if it came out like Andrew Wiggins was paid on the side for the Miami Heat? Like that's the most random player I can think of.
I'm googling sports pasta, and bro, nothing.
Okay, I see it on
Did I say
Vistacard.
possibilities?
This
Yeah.
is a random app called VitaCost. VitaCost.
I'm looking up sports pasta. I
You
just
can
typed it
buy
in.
it.
Let me click shopping. Dude, where is this pasta?
I found it. They're real, but they're only on this site called
It's not real.
Vitacost and Quench US.
That sounds like the fakest words I've ever heard.
Let me look at the macros.
Sports.
Oh,
pasta.
there it is.
Okay,
Where?
they got 18 grams of protein.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Quench hydration.
Quench
Yeah.
with the C. Oh, you're so stupid.
Oh,
I hate you so much.
I wonder. Okay, I wonder who manufactures this.
Yeah, what's the
Let's-
macros on this?
The macros are they're decent.
This is hilarious.
This shit does not
Okay, it
exist.
says okay.
Should I buy some of this?
They said live test.
Trying to waste money?
18 grams of protein, 63 grams of carbs. Okay.
300 calories for 1/4 of the pack. So it's not low calorie. It's not healthy. 1,200
Fuck is
calories for the
sports-
whole thing.
Damn.
I mean,
I
it's just
guess.
spaghetti. It's just noodles. It's just spaghetti.
Literally, like, there's no difference between this
Sport.
and-
It's spaghetti, but they put athletes on the front. Unidentifiable athletes.
okay.
Sorry to blow up your spot, Andrew Wiggins.
That's
We didn't do that. Pablo did that.
Oh no, I did that.
True.
Probably didn't mention sports pasta.
Oh,
once. All right, who's the next loser?
Oh man.
All right, the next loser is bucket getters worldwide.
Small guard bucket getters too.
Your talents are not being valued in the NBA. We saw people have to attach assets to Colin Sexton to get off of his deal to bring back Yusuf Nurkic.
Tough.
Cam Thomas had to take the qualifying offer. Zach LaVine has to play in Sacramento because nobody wants him. If you are, and he's not even a small guard, but if you are a guard and your favorite pastime is getting buckets, I'm sorry, your days in the NBA are very limited. They're very numbered, and people don't value you the way that you might see yourself. And I know that that can be a hard transition because your entire life, everyone's told you, yo, he's nice, he gets buckets. And then you get to this place and they say, buckets, we don't care about that. Get in the stance.
Now I gotta play defense. Now I gotta pass the ball. Shut up.
Now I have to have high basketball IQ. Now I have
Ugh.
to contribute to winning. Bro, I'm just trying to get my game off, get a nice IG picture, and go out to dinner at night. That's all I want to do. And you're messing up the vibe. I really do feel bad for them. And they are one of the major losers of the NBA offseason.
Unbelievable.
It's tough.
Pour one out.
It's tough out here.
Mo, who's your next loser?
Shit. You say all that, but there's one guy who stands alone and who can be the glorified bucket for this year. And he's a major, he's not even a loser for it. He's a major winner, actually, because he can do this with no expectations. Jaylen Brown. No one gives a flying fuck about the Celtics. No one expects him to win 50 games, 45 games, or none of that. He can go ahead and go home, get his 27 points, 26 points a game, and no one's going to be like, hey, bro, why don't you go ahead and lead it? Nope, none of that. Best players hurt. Team is depleted. Drew Holiday's no longer there. Get your buckets. Go home.
I'm sorry, I'm still thinking about sports pasta. This is ridiculous.
Sports spots is ridiculous.
Okay. Next loser. Pelicans fans. Joe Dumars is in your life now. You're fucked, dude.
Ooh, man.
Shout out Zion for getting skinny. Shout out Herb Jones for getting healthy. Shout out Trey Murphy for making the next leap to an elite role player. Joe Dumars is above it all. You are profoundly fucked.
No, dude. Someone who's even more fucked is definitely the Phoenix Suns fans. They still have Matt Ishbia there, and they're losers specifically. Matt Ishbia is a loser because he has zero accountability. He will not go ahead and admit that an instance or the experiment that he ran was terrible, bro. He's always going to try to gaslight his way into telling you this is what we really wanted. The whole plan was to go ahead and get KD so we can trade him away and target him for Dylan Brooks. Those are real words that came out of his mouth. I'm not lying to you, bro.
You wrote Suns fans. I just wrote Devin Booker.
Oh.
That was my next loser.
He's the saddest millionaire in the world.
Oh.
Over the last 4 years, every offseason, he's been a loser. Like he's been one of the losers of the offseason. Think about it. In 2021, they made the finals. And since then, they have depleted that roster time and time again. They went and got Kevin Durant, traded so much for it. And even when you thought that it was going to work between him and KD, then they traded Kevin Durant away. And now we're here with him, with a big three of Devin Booker, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks.
And last loser I have, Kevin Durant. Once again, playing without a point guard. Damn. This man cannot find a team that has passers. Why does he have to be the point forward everywhere he goes? It's unfortunate.
I don't know.
It's a damning situation, man. He just cursed. Like, I guess, damn.
He really is cursed. He's paying a great karmic debt for the Warriors.
Exactly.
For the Warriors era and how much he pissed everybody
Exactly.
off. And how much he's like enraged the fans that hate him for it on purpose. Which more power to him. They're annoying.
Hey, man.
Karmic debt is here.
The basketball gods do not lie. Like, you shouldn't have fucked with our good old glorious sport. Shouldn't have fucked with one of the greatest rivalries of all time.
The state of Oklahoma hexed him. The population of Oklahoma, they got him.
I can't be mad at it too. At least I'm not.
I'd hex him too.
I don't want any injuries though. I'm mad that happened. That fucked us.
He's not willing to stand on the hex. That's crazy.
Not when it comes to players getting injured. I don't want that. I don't want that.
I just want to play with no point guards.
Yeah.
And that is the end of our winners and losers. And that is the end of this episode. This is the end of part 1 of our 4-week series previewing the season before we get to opening week. Hope y'all enjoyed this one. We got 3 more weeks of preview before we do our official predictions.
Got 3 more for you.
I'll go 3 more for you. If we're still here, comments, Donovan, you're going to shave your head. Because it's, again, we said it on House Call yesterday. If you're not here, go check out the House Call episode. We just power ranked every NFL team. We confirmed with him. If the Chargers win the Super Bowl, which he so certainly
never
won't,
confirmed.
we will shave
you
his head.
said it. We're gonna literally clip it out.
You in fact,
you brought the idea upon
presented,
yourself.
you put the idea
and
forth.
immediately walked it back.
Well, too bad. You already
You
put the
said
idea
it
forth.
don't matter. What do you mean? You're a grown man. You can't walk it back.
You verbally pinky promised, so you're
You
fucked.
just walked back on a hex.
I did not say that.
So neither one of you can stand on anything, but I
I
can't.
was specific about mine. You weren't.
All I'm saying is he told
You
me.
don't stand on anything either.
All I'm saying is
You know.
he told me I didn't present this. He simply
That's a
said
defining trait.
he said if the Chargers win the Super Bowl, I'll shave my head. Nobody told him to say that. He just said it. So it is what it is. Be on Donovan head shaving watch because Justin Herbert's got some shit for him.
Mm-hmm. We'll see you on House Call.
And we'll see y'all next week for some more NBA Yap.